Ooh, it's me.
Oh, it's got a
You're live.
buffer.
Hey!
We're live.
Sweet.
We're live! Welcome back to the Everything Geek Podcast.
Hey,
this is the actual live stream. I'm
This
going to
is
pull up
the
the
actual
notes.
one that I think is going to work
hope it's
more
working.
than 30 minutes.
I think it is right now. I'm not going to play the audio because then we're going to bunch of feedback and it never ends because I was doing that when I was testing.
Oh yeah, I remember
That was really bad because it was just like, it's like a cycle of audio. It's really weird.
That would be bad on our charity, emphasis on charity live stream.
Yes, yeah.
Emphasis on the charity.
Emphasis on the
So
charity.
we're doing the charity. So if you haven't already heard, we're doing a charity live stream. That's what this is, and so you can donate to our charity. And so this is obviously for the American Heart Association. And our link is going to be in the description.
Once we put it there, just give me a minute.
Good idea, Jack. Probably should have just put the link in the description. Command C.
Good idea to also say that your name's Jack, because
Yes, I'm Jack.
I'm Austin.
and I'm Anna. And Jaden's
Yes.
on the sideline. I'm not really sure.
We haven't guessed Jaden. She'll be on here from time to time and
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll,
'cause
we'll get there.
we might be taking some breaks and stuff. So
Right.
like since it's
Just
like
to,
our
like,
big
battery,
live stream thing,
yeah.
so
But
we made it.
yeah, we're here. It's been a long time coming, and hopefully
We're
this is working. Because if it doesn't, I'll be very upset.
From what I,
I
can
think we
believe,
should start looking at our comments already. It's
Oh,
sounds good to me. What's up, gamers? Shout me out or I'll cry. Thanks, Owen. You're the best.
Just start crying.
You know him
We're
from the
already
previous
crying
episode.
'cause you're not
Horror
here.
fanatic.
Hola, Owen. Hola.
What up, guys?
I would like to first list off all of the donations that we received.
Yeah, thank you so
I'm
much, guys.
so thankful.
For people that have already donated.
We
Wow.
have
We really appreciate it.
we have accumulated $500 to the American Heart Association, and I think it's just crazy because this is something that really can affect anyone, and it's truly awful. I mean, heart disease, stroke, the list just goes on with all the stuff that can happen, and it's awful. And a kind of a quick story. So my neighbor, earlier in the summer, I woke up and I found out that his dad has passed away at 50 years old from heart disease, and that's not okay. That's
He's a
awful.
very close friend of ours. We all know him.
And he's the guy that kind of set all this up, helped me, got the posters, helped me kind of set up the whole thing from the very beginning. So it's awful to hear that, he's gone, and it's terrible to hear that there's a disease that can just end it like that. So I knew that, this is what we have to do,
That this is the association. So thank you so much to these people who have already donated.
Yeah, so I'm going to just list off first names, just for the time's sake. Anna, thank you.
Yeah, like 15 minutes ago, yeah.
Anonymous, Hannah, Owen, Seeds, Kami, Thomas, Emily, Eli, Christine, Samantha, and Ethan, Lexi, Skylord, Anonymous, Tom and Kim, Stan and Pat, Chris, and Jaden.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. Right now we have gotten to $500. Our original goal was $100.
So
Yeah.
500 really is
500's
Dang.
killing it.
Yeah. So why not? You were saying this before.
You gotta up it.
So-
You gotta up it.
Why
So
not?
now
We
our
can
goal-
do better. We can always do better.
A million. Right. I think we'll stick at 1,000 right now.
Right.
But that's already just crazy that we've gotten here, and I'm so happy that. It's just so amazing to hear. This
Right.
is where we got to, and there's no reason to stop. So if anyone, is able to donate, please do it. Or if you can't, just spread the word. And
Even if
You
it's
know.
like $1 or $2, anything helps. Literally,
Yeah.
there, no one can. There's no, if someone says, "Oh, I can only donate this much," anything is
Hey,
appreciated.
full send or no send, just do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what Austin's saying.
And
Anyways,
But so we will be kind of checking in with donations. We'll be reading off the newer ones. We'll also be reading off the comments and anything else that people are saying. We also have a huge show today. We have a bunch of stuff. And
There's
this will be quite
A
long.
crap ton of news. There's so much
yes,
news.
I try to cut some stuff out because sometimes
No,
I'm like,
there's
do
so
we
much
really need
news.
to talk about Ant-Man 3? It's gonna be the same thing as Ant-Man 2.
That's a good point.
Which
So-
was the same thing
Is
as
Ant-Man 1. So
It's just Ant-Man times 3, basically.
yeah, that's one
Basically.
thing that we kind of cut out. But yeah.
Not
So-
to say let's get rid of Paul Rudd, but let Paul Rudd rest, okay?
But I feel like as a thank you to everyone, I feel like I almost want to, since our decade is coming to a close, I want to say almost thank you to all the filmmakers that we've had.
Yep.
Because we're coming on a wrap on the 2010s, and it's just crazy to be like, wow, we're gonna put a bracket around, these are the type of movies that define this decade. So,
I don't like that. I don't like that
Yeah,
thought
no.
at all.
Nope.
I'm sorry to say
I don't
that,
like
but
that,
The
Sam.
the kids are growing up. It's a
I know.
sad time.
like in 2010, I was 8.
That's
Dang.
a very scary thought.
Yeah, that's not okay.
I know. So it's
That
just
is
crazy
gross.
So we're gonna be talking about all of the different, movies and some of our favorite things, not just movies,
Right.
but everything that has come out of this decade, whether it's TV shows, music, comic books, whatever, and or franchises, even actors, directors, all of that stuff, all of our favorite things that have come out of this decade as a thank you to them, and we're also thanking everyone that has, donated so far. It's
Yep.
I'm
And
really
even
happy with.
if you tune into the live stream for just a little bit, a couple seconds, everything helps, right?
Yeah.
It's great.
It's really important to spread the awareness.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
And that's what we're here to do.
And that's what we're continuing to
So
do.
let's jump into it.
I
Let's
agree.
just-
We are
Let's
going
jump in.
to dive into it. Reverse somersault
Oh,
talk
sh-
1.7.
Okay.
Into this
All right.
episode.
Move it on. Move
Yeah,
along. Okay.
All right. So,
Oh,
what have
that
you
one
guys been
hurt.
watching or reading or doing in between episodes?
That one really hurt. That cringe.
Oh,
Oof.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I
All right. Well, if
I really thought physical pain for a second.
Yeah, a little bit.
just to start off with a banger,
Banger. Okay. All right.
all three of us actually went and watched The Lighthouse.
Yes.
True.
Great film.
Yeah, I was worried you were gonna be like, what was that movie? But I'm glad
No,
you
you know
enjoyed
what?
it.
You know what? It's not for people who
It's not.
are easily confused by films.
Yeah, it is not linear.
Right, not at
Yeah.
all.
It's
not
You
like-
first watch, you probably won't.
Did you watch it a second time?
No, but watching it. No, hold on. But I plan on watching it again in the future, and I feel like I'll get more out of it
Okay,
because
yeah.
first watch, it gave me a headache.
No.
It's hard to put everything together.
You definitely need to sit on it
Right,
for
right.
a week, and
Yeah.
We all individually took a minute after the movie. We were just gotta breathe it in because I just don't know what just happened.
then I completely agree.
People that can just leave a theater immediately after finishing the movie, how
Right.
do you do that?
You're a
Just,
psycho.
Oh, you just oh yeah, cool, good film, and then just leave it. I'm
Right.
sorry.
It's man, I love Robert Pattinson. Just leave. That's just not how it works.
we stand the Battinson.
We do stand the
like,
Pattinson.
oh dang, really feel bad for that one bird, and then it's just
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that was so brutal. Also, we cannot spoil this movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you want to see something that's different, something that's not a product,
Right.
go see this movie. Robert Eggers is a director.
He is a director.
We
He
live in a
does
society.
he does direct movies, so he's not wrong. What was our topic again?
No, so we're just
What
like-
were we even talking about?
We're just talking about what have we
Things
been
we've
reading
seen.
and or watching and or
Watching.
doing.
Okay.
Let's just go random because I
No, a book that I've been waiting for 2 years came out this past Tuesday, and I've only been able to read 50 pages of it, and I'm
Oh,
kind of
only 50.
losing my. Okay, I'm here instead of reading it. Okay,
I'm
give
here
me a
with
break.
my dad,
Could've read it
and we
for
never
them.
met. Now he wants me to sing him a song. I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's the last book in the series. I'm hyped. I'm stressed, and I'm mostly concerned for the most part. Constant state of worry. So.
Yeah, me
Well,
too.
if that's not how you are when you're reading a book, then are you even reading a book at all?
I wouldn't tell you. I haven't read a book in
Austin
years.
is illiterate.
You did read Injustice though, so I'm proud of you for
You
that.
know what? I did read Injustice, and I trucked through it, and I'm never reading a book ever again.
I finished and I was like, that stinks.
No, I liked Injustice.
I
I just
know.
I just don't like books. Comic books I can do.
Yeah.
Books not. It's just not happening.
Where are the pictures?
Right. Just
Pictures are really helpful. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
This
my friend
one-
Jack who only reads
Right.
comic books. So.
right. This one doesn't show anything. I don't like it.
There's no imagery in this one.
Right.
It's all
The
words.
cinematography sucks.
Jack, what have you watched recently?
What have you watched
Yeah.
recently?
Do I have a list? Also, you forgot to mention a movie.
I know
but
Halloween. Okay.
Do you want to? I mean, it's okay to spoil it. I mean, if you're
It
gonna spoil
stressed
it,
me out incredibly. Okay.
Which one did you guys watch again?
the very first one.
Oh, the very.
I can
first
go
one.
whip out the Blu-ray. It's right over there.
Yeah,
Well,
he's very proud
gonna
of
go
that.
The fact that you watch it on Blu-ray just hurts.
Why?
Blu-ray's
the best thing ever.
He
Yeah.
also is a
Wow.
big fan of
Ever?
Blu-ray.
Yeah, but when was the last time you watched
I prefer
anything on
VHS,
Blu-ray
but-
ever?
Last Sunday when I watched this.
Happen
Look how
anymore.
beautiful that is. Yes.
Okay,
I looked high and low in Best Buy to go and get this.
And he
Mission
got
Wait,
it.
what does that say? The 35th anniversary edition. Nice.
Yeah. Heck yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Not bad. Not bad
I
at all.
have to say, after watching the movie, I had to check my car several times while I was still driving. There's no one in the car.
Yeah.
Reading is important. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
I feel like I'm
I
like
feel-
low-key moderating right now. So I'm on it.
Oh no, you definitely are. You
Jaden,
definitely
our
are.
mod, supervising the chat.
Yeah.
And our fact checker, whatever else you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am up for hire. I mean, it was a good film. It terrified me, but it was a good film.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the movie I most like yelled.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I think so at least.
like in terror or
And
like just
terror,
in general?
definitely.
Okay.
I shrieked at some
alright.
point, and I felt very embarrassed. Like I literally shrieked.
Nice.
So,
That was a lot of fun.
Halloween's a great movie though.
Dude,
oh my god.
one of my favorites, and it's not just like, it's a classic, you have to love it.
It's
Right.
It's like, this is
It's just
genuinely
a good
directed
movie,
and
right.
done well. And like, every time I watch it, I'm like, oh my god, great job, John Carpenter. Like, you actually changed the game.
You
so good.
actually changed. Anyone that
100%.
doesn't change the game, we're not here.
You're
for
not a
you.
game changer, and we just don't, we don't appreciate it.
Anyone who doesn't change the game, we hate you.
Yeah, basically. You know what movie I watched that I wasn't like planning on watching it? It just kind of like happened.
It just happened. It just came to you.
Yeah, I watched Hobbs and Shaw, the
Oh.
Fast and Furious movie.
So,
The one with
I've
like,
been kind of-
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah, and Jason Statham.
Rain the Dwok Johnson.
You hesitated.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to.
You ruined it. You know what? You ruined
We're
it.
moving on.
No, it's so okay. Hobbs and Shaw is basically like a Fast and Furious movie, but it's not a Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
movie.
it's with two of the cast members or something like that. Yeah.
Well, it's
Spin-off.
with two of like the extra cast members.
Yeah.
Like none of the like originals. Obviously not Paul Walker, but like none of the like originals from the Fast and Furious movies are in it. Like it's just Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Jason Statham.
But I feel like-
We are
taking a
filming.
picture? Sweet.
Heck yeah.
God.
Also, our Jaden, our advertisement manager.
Right.
I am now the manager of everything.
Yes.
Literally.
At some
I kind of
point-
wanted to see that movie so bad because like this looks super over the top.
And
like
you're not giving it enough credit if you think it's just over the top. It's like clearing the top.
Like, because
At
I
some
saw this
point-
one thing, and someone was in a car, and they shot out of a building, and then they rotated the car to block bullets or something. Because, like, they deflected the bullets with the bottom part of the car, and then they spun the car out and then landed on the ground. Something like that.
I don't know.
I saw it in the trailer, and I was like, I feel like
That was
this
probably,
is...
I think that was one of the scenes that was cut out.
Oh, no!
Because the
That
first
was so
thing,
much fun.
the first thing that came to my mind when I watched, or like when I brought that up, is there's a part. So basically, the bad guy is Superman.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. He
And
calls
it's-
himself Superman.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that,
like,
I was about to say that's that's
Henry
a
Cavill is in it?
copyright.
well, because they inject his spine. He's basically like a half machine.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like
Isn't
an
he
advanced
played by-
Terminator.
Terminator.
He's advanced Terminator, basically.
Okay.
He's
At
an
some
advanced
point, don't they
math.
go to like
Idris Elba is the guy who.
Dwayne's like
Yes,
the
they go
Rock
to Hawaii.
Island,
Yes.
and like his family's just
Bombay!
They literally no, that's literally what it is, and the most extra part of the whole movie, which the CGI on it is just awful. Like you can tell that it's just like
It's just the
that.
worst.
That looks like a video game.
Yeah.
So he has like this motorcycle that I guess just like is super advanced and can like bend and like transform basically.
And your motorcycle.
It's the
can't
Elastic
do-
Girl. It's the
Well,
Elastigirl motorcycle.
Yo,
So
that
he
was-
literally like slides under a 18-wheeler, like a trailer.
Okay.
He's like sliding on his legs, is holding the motorcycle in one hand, carries it, and then it like transforms and then like goes under his legs, and then he just starts riding. And I'm like, none of that is
What?
real. Like,
Okay.
I wish that like it was an older thing so I could pull up the scene for everybody to see, but I just can't. And it's so like extra. Like there's no reason for that. You could have just like regularly slid under
yeah.
the
But no, we're gonna do it one-handed with legs dragging on the
right,
pavement.
and he like in the motorcycle's literally like transforming while he's holding onto it, and then it just like slides right up in between his legs, and then he's just off, like
It's
off to the races.
nanotech.
We
like,
have
the
a
whole
lot
thing
of
is
pent-up
just-
aggression about this.
Yeah, it's
I
just
kind
a
of
dumb
love
movie.
movies that are super over the top, though. Like they just like don't
know
take
what?
themselves serious. Like Scott Pilgrim
Oh.
does not take itself seriously, but it is so much fun.
Oh my god,
like
such
there's
a
a
good movie.
like there's a time and place for movies that do take themselves
Right.
seriously and don't, and when they were aware of that,
Right, Scott
Fantastic.
Pilgrim, great film. Jason Statham and Dwayne the Rock Johnson's chemistry
does it work?
amazing.
All right,
Because they're originally not like
friends.
friends, and then they become friends, and
Oh,
the
wow.
the
I missed
transition is great.
It's the character arc.
Character
We
development.
love a good character arc.
We love a good character arc.
We really do. You know what we also love?
A good old fashion knife fight.
Oh, you stuttered. You ruined it.
I
You
know.
ruined
I'm
it.
sorry.
We could not have a live stream episode special and not mention.
Good old-fashioned knife fight. Yeah, you're right.
Also,
Anyways.
yesterday I watched Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith
There you
in
go.
surround sound in 70 volume. Maybe
Oh.
broke a few speakers.
Did you
Wow.
cry?
Okay.
And it was amazing.
Yeah,
D-
he
Are your
cried.
ears bleeding right now? Is that what's going on?
Not that I know of. Not
Okay.
from a Jedi. It was awesome, and it just reminded me of when I was watching it with my older brother, and it was just like, I don't know, we'd always like critique all the dumb stuff that Obi-Wan said, like another happy landing, and all those stupid moments, but I had such a fun time that, like, I don't know, like, it's not a perfect movie, but it is
Yeah.
a fun Star Wars movie. It's not like you're gonna claw your eyes out, like, maybe some of the other prequels, like, if you hate on them that much, but I definitely had a fun time, and I was very happy that I did it. I think Revenge of the Sith and The Dark Knight, you need to watch them at least once a year.
Oh yeah.
That's very healthy. Yes.
The
Yeah,
Dark
it
Knight
really is
I watch
healthy.
way more than once a year, but
I can agree with that.
yeah.
Also for TV shows, I've
Anything
been
else?
watching The Watchmen show, and it's pretty freaking awesome. It's on HBO.
I've gotta check that out. I've seen the movie. I love the movie.
Yeah.
So I've gotta check out the TV. Is it the same characters like everything?
No, not really. So it's in a small town, but it's after everything that's happened, and
Okay.
it's more of a follow up to the graphic novel than the movie.
Oh.
But I love how, like, instead of focusing on the big picture, it's just this small town.
Right.
It feels very isolated, and you figure out what's happening in the entire world, like, you know, with subtle hints and things like that. You're like, oh, okay, Robert Redford was the president? You're like, that's kind of awesome. And then you,
Right.
like, figure out all this stuff, and they're talking about, like, Redford bucks and, like, all these different types of plans that he put into law, and, like, people don't like him for this and that, and it's just,
Right.
there's a very subtle world building that they're making. It's really cool. I'm a big fan. Also, the Titan show, season 1, not very good. Season 2, like, in terms of my opinion, like, if there's a lot of people that really did like season 1. It didn't hit me as much, and I wasn't doing a very good job binging. I watched, like, the first 3 episodes, and then, like, 6 months later, I watched the rest, so that was
That's,
not,
yeah, it's
that was not,
smart to do.
not
Also,
healthy.
you know what show we've been doing really bad on? I don't know.
Young
if-
Justice season 3.
Yeah. Yep. Just awful.
Midsummer Nightmare.
Actually, I think it's season 4.
no.
No,
Season
it's
4 isn't
season
quite yet.
3.
I wish it did.
Oh, I thought season. Oh no,
No,
season
it-
3 just finished.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet.
No, neither have I.
I'd say it's
I
my least
remember-
favorite season of Young Justice, though.
Really?
It just I hate
beginning-
how Young Justice creates characters, and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm really excited, and then the next season it's like, make more characters. I'm like, but what about the other ones?
Right. They make
Yeah.
it new characters, and then they just kind of like push the other characters
Never
off the
really
side.
got
And
that,
just,
no. So you're forgetting one thing that you've watched recently.
Uh-oh.
Really started watching.
A movie? TV show?
Oh, season 2 I was gonna put that on there, but I feel like every week I say
Season
Avatar.
one?
I didn't want to get super redundant,
Okay.
but I did
it's
start
a
season 2 of
progression
Avatar.
of a show, yeah.
And that guy was like, hey, let's get you into the Avatar state. Maybe, I don't know, like, make it look like I just killed your friend.
Wow. Okay.
Are you
well, that's
insane,
yeah,
buddy?
that one was a bit much.
Like, whoa. That show really pushed the boundaries for a Nickelodeon kids show.
Oh, it's gonna push it even further, my guy.
It just
I
like
cannot-
shoves it.
I cannot wait. Also, I keep wanting to call him Zazu. Zuko.
Zuko?
There we go.
Yeah,
Zuko had to, like, go into hiding, and then he also stole that lady's horse and cut off his, like, Padawan braid.
Padawan
like-
braid, love that.
And I was like, oh my god, dude, like, you're one of my favorite characters, but don't be bad. Like, be good, you know?
He stole one horse, man. And she was kind of okay with it. She was like, yeah.
It's like, stop. Okay. So, but
Am I the only one who just like doesn't watch that show?
apparently
Yes.
it's amazing, and I haven't watched it. Like, if you were to ask me a year ago, I'd say no, I haven't watched it. But so we were in the same boat, but I have hopped out and swam.
Oh, that was actually
I
a
might-
pretty good metaphor.
Thank you.
That was
I
not-
might have to watch like the first season and then completely forget about it.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Well, we have some news. I don't want to overwhelm this because I think we really want to talk about the decade. So we had a bunch of stuff, and I really
there's
kind of cut it down.
So much
Yeah,
stuff.
and we have a lot of like IFS versus stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
And I also want to get to any more donations. Actually, we should really check that. So
Yeah.
let's check to any more.
we're really
Oh my God, we're at 550.
we're really
Was not
bulking up
expecting
like
that.
the
Okay.
we're
Ozzy,
bulking up like the
$50.
main
Thank
thing.
you so much. That is a huge donation. Thank you, Ozzy.
We appreciate
That
that.
is
Ozzy.
Yeah,
amazing.
that's incredible.
Wow.
Thank you.
Just keep getting us closer. Wow.
We're
Every
really
donation makes a difference. I
Yeah,
did not- wow,
jeez.
that is amazing.
we're really bulking up the meat of the show. So rather than like spending a lot of time on the news and the what we've been watching, we kind of try to actually we just did a really long time on what we've been watching. We did like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that
But
that's
anyways,
usually-
we're gonna try to make the news a little bit smaller, and then go right into main topic. Spend a good amount of time main topic.
Roughly like 3 years, give or take.
Roughly 5 could be. I don't know.
Also, I do want to quickly add, if anyone, when they donate, if they want to add a comment or a question to us, they can totally do that. I know some of our friends from school have done that.
Right.
And, like, they've put in an inside joke, but genuinely anyone that, like, is watching, they can totally do that, and we'd be very much so inclined to answer.
Yeah.
So,
There's also the live chat, too.
True. That too. We haven't gotten too many chats, but I have been reading some of them off.
Yeah,
so.
we will be, like, just randomly in the middle of a sentence, just looking, like, answer a question if you really want to. So... All right.
That you? Okay.
We have 3 pieces of news, and we have 3 people. Start it
Oh,
off.
excellent.
Oh, okay, all right. That's one way to
Kick
go
it
about
off. Just
I will be the Baby Driver news, and you can be the Jaws news, and Anna can be the Dark Knight news.
Yeah.
none of that has anything to do with what this is, but
No.
we're just actually one of them. But just keep moving, keep it moving.
So HBO is going to make their own streaming service, which is like everything Warner Brothers is going to be on
Yep.
it, but they're going to have their own exclusive stuff, and they're going to make a Green Lantern show, which I am like totally down for. Like, just don't give us like one character. I want to know what's going on with the whole core.
Yep.
I want to see a lot of characters. I think some of the best characters. Some of the best characters is Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, but I think one of the newer characters that I saw in Justice League vs. the Fatal Five, Jessica Cruz.
Yep.
She basically is a Green Lantern, but she didn't really ask for it. She's like, I don't want to do this, and she has a lot of anxiety, and she's got like she's failed to save some people, and that's really messed her up, and so I think she'd be a really compelling character, and I think that this show should kind of dive into kind of like where are all these people come from, and how the Ring chooses them and stuff like that. She is an amazing character, and same with Jon Stewart, and I think like with his military background, I think part of that maybe left something that left some stuff behind in him.
I'd like to see Guy.
Yeah,
Guy Gardner?
I'd love to see
I
Guy
love
Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
Love-
I know
love
people
Guy
hate
Gardner.
him, but
No,
in
Guy
Injustice and in Young Justice,
He's amazing.
He's incredible.
Guy Gardner's the guy.
He's a
just
guy.
annoying
the
that he
boy.
died in Injustice.
Hey, hey.
That was the saddest thing ever. Can we just talk about Sinestro was the worst person?
He
ever.
really is.
Absolutely the worst.
You know who was also the worst person? Superman. The worst.
Yeah.
We
But
don't
so many
stand
people
him.
like built him there. You know what I mean? Like Wonder Woman was also awful. In
Oh,
that.
yeah,
she's
she
like,
was kind
oh
of a
yeah,
psycho.
just kill those people. And then
Yeah, she was kind of like the leading cause of why he was a psycho.
Sinestro is kind of like Palpatine. Like after watching Revenge of the Sith, he's a huge manipulator and
yeah.
like trickery. I feel like Sinestro is so up there with like tricking people into getting him into a higher position of power.
Yeah.
You know, also from the Green Lantern show, I like to see how they come up with all their rhymes. They're pretty good.
Yeah,
and
there's a bunch.
There's a lot. Exactly. And so,
Rhymes?
Yeah.
Yes,
like,
in brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall
Oh,
escape my
yeah,
sight.
yeah.
For those who worship evil might be in my power.
There's
Green Lantern's
also
light.
Sorry.
from my shoulder to my wrist, watch out evil, here comes my fist. There's that
Never
one.
heard of that
as well.
one. There's also the Orange Lantern one, which is based upon around greed, which is what is mine is mine is mine is mine is mine is mine is mine, and not yours. That's a real thing.
Not as rhyme, but like also has its own rhythm, I
It's
guess.
mine, it's mine, it's mine, and it's mine.
And it's not
Okay.
yours.
There's only one member in that because he's so greedy. He just has the ring for himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually kind of great. I love that. I love that.
His name is Larfleeze. What a nerd.
So what is his like problem? Like what?
So like he like basically like I guess he like kills things and then whatever he kills he can use. So like he wants to conquer everything so he can like create it with the ring. It's really weird. That would be cool to see in the show though. I want to
Yeah.
see my boy Larfleeze.
I want them to explain that whole thing to me
Yeah.
because I don't understand.
Show all the politics with the lantern cores and stuff. I think
Oh
that'd be kinda
yes.
cool.
Oh the
The
Oh,
red
like the
lanterns.
courses?
no the superiors like the
Oh, the ultraviolet.
The-
Are you talking about that?
no.
The Guardians.
Guardians.
Yes.
This
There we go.
happens a lot.
Where we just like
We're like, we're not on the same wavelength yet.
Like
We're getting
Austin
there.
is like thinking of something, and then Jack tries to guess, and he's like, no,
Right.
and then like no, and then
yeah, we always do that where it's like I'm thinking of something and you just start spitting and then I'm like maybe close and then he gets it. I'm like yes.
Wow, they got really quiet. I was trying to make the moment when like Marty hits the gas, but it's like it's not working. You know,
Also,
when he's trying
are we
to drive
gonna-
the car.
Are we gonna touch on because it kind of has to do with HBO Max. Are we gonna touch on Disney Plus?
I mean, there's not really much to talk about, and
Everyone's
it is
making
launching
their
on
own
Tuesday.
streaming
So
services.
That's what I'm saying.
Heck
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
I think we
Disney
should make
to
our
it.
own
Disney
streaming
Plus.
service.
they're gonna
Yeah,
make
a lot
it.
of things on
Wait,
there.
hold up. Can we add another piece of news? Like, you guys can all add into this. I don't know if you ever watched this movie. My family's been suckers for it because they're a huge hockey family. They're making a Mighty Ducks TV show.
Oh yeah, saw that.
Oh.
Yep.
That would be pretty awesome.
And
That would
they're
be
not
pretty-
going to use the. I'm sure they'll throw in like a couple original
Give me
characters.
Charlie Conway,
but
please.
They're not giving all of the original characters because the goalie's in jail.
True. That's all. That's big true.
That's always big awkward.
That is extremely big awkward. Anyways,
Yeah, we need to get back to like the real.
Speaking of big,
speaking of big awkward, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Dose is coming out in Dose.
that was painful.
That was terrible.
Dos mil.
Oh, don't even.
Dente
Please
Dente
don't even
Dose,
try.
yeah.
Please don't even try. That was terrible.
We actually did it correct, but-
Yeah. Well. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
The fact that we have to wait like, not even like.
But don't
3
rush
years, like
it.
nearly
Don't rush
3
art.
years. Yeah.
Two-
to be
two
fair,
and a
like
half.
animating takes. an
Can we also talk about like
extremely long time.
in the original one, like blew my mind the amount of things they could do with that
Yeah.
animation, and like it's sort of comic booky looking,
Yeah.
and like no, literally it looks like a comic book like come to life, and I love that. Like that's amazing because I
Yeah.
love watching animated movies and I love comic books, and it just squeezed those two things together. So
And Austin
I'm excited.
Was happy.
I was.
That's why your favorite movie is Venom, because it was
It's-
a comic book, and then it's a movie, so it.
This also happened.
Venom. Sorry.
Venom. No, I'm excited for that movie though, and
Dude,
dude.
put Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in it.
Dude, this is what they're doing.
At
This
least
is
have
what they're
a
doing.
voice like one of
Yes.
the alternate.
They're having Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield. They have to be voices of something.
This is
I
not
don't
confirmed,
care.
but please.
I
That
don't
would be
care
lovely.
if they're
So-
not Spider-Mans. Just put them there in something. Make them like mentors. I
Oh,
need it. I
please.
need it.
They already confirmed that the terrible Japanese Spider-Man show
Yes.
from like the 70s, that's gonna be in it.
Yeah,
But
which is just awful. I don't.
but
know
that's that like if you can have anime Spider-Man in the
Right.
first one, I think you can have terrible Japanese
Yeah.
like TV
If
show.
you can
one.
have Spider Pig in general,
Spider-
Spider Pig.
Oh, dude, I
John
want
His
Hamm-
backstory.
Sean Ham.
John Mulaney. Sorry, I got confused with the
You
Pig
got
and Ham. If John Mulaney does not
right.
come back for Spider-Ham, we're going to have a
Spider
problem.
Ham.
Who
Yeah.
else could like honestly
That's his
do
name.
his voice? Like John Mulaney's voice is very.
Seth
Just-
Rogen?
No.
No.
He's more of a
He'd like do the spider shoot like, and then he'd be like, and then I don't know. I don't know.
It's a great Seth
That
Rogen
is
impression.
That's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
Seth Rogen
I tried.
laugh.
Oh! Thank you so much,
Uncle Greg.
Yeah, Uncle Greg. Thank you so much,
Uncle Greg.
Thank you so much. We appreciate every donation.
All of it, every
We
single
really
one.
do.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're next.
Train of thought just
Segues
collapsed.
are
Just
out the door. Okay,
trash.
so for the Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, baby.
Okay, so there's speculation of how Andy Serkis, who
Wait, pause. One nation under speculation. Continue.
individual anyway, Andy Serkis, who apparently does a whole bunch of really good impersonations, which because we were talking about because
He is the king of mocap.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that he may play Alfred, and Colin Farrell may play the Penguin.
Not a fan of that.
I kind of. I think Andy Serkis could do a really good job as Alfred.
Really?
Because Alfred and Batman have like this sarcastic kind of like I hate you relationship sometimes, and Alfred is like kind of a dick.
But
And
Alfred
I think
also-
I could totally see Andy Serkis being a dick to.
I just
Robert
can't
Pattinson.
see Andy Serkis playing anything else due to how bad his character was in Black Panther.
Dude, have you seen him in like anything else?
Not really, no.
Dude.
I'll be 100% honest. Like,
Oh my
I only saw
God.
him as the bad guy, the bad Australian in Black Panther, and I was not a fan.
Didn't he also play like Smeagol and all that jazz?
Yeah, he's the
that's what I was
king
saying,
of
that he's
mocap.
good. Yeah.
In what?
He like
Do you know what mocap is? Motion capture. Like, you know, big CGI characters?
Oh, yeah.
He's Snoke in Star Wars. He's Caesar in all the Planet of the Apes movies, which is like,
He's
they're all
Snoke
amazing.
in Star Wars.
Snoke in Star Wars.
the guy that wore like a gilded bathrobe. He died.
Spoiler!
But he wore a gilded bathrobe, and it was a really interesting wardrobe decision for a villain. But he
Yeah.
had He was also
Talk about interesting wardrobe for a villain. He was like he was like an Australian gangster with a mechanical arm.
Yeah, I mean, he also made a quick pop up in Age of Ultron. But,
He did.
Did he?
Yeah.
He had some good hair.
What did he
in that.
play?
He had some good hair in that movie.
What did he play?
He was
The same
just that
character, Ulysses Claw.
vibranium dude. That
What? Ulysses Claw. Yeah. KLA.
Ulysses
In
Claw.
Age of Ultron?
Correct. Ultron ripped off his arm. He's like, oh, I hate you. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And it's like supposed to be funny. Like, haha, he's a robot. He's not supposed to have emotion. He's not supposed to say sorry. I have a really good memory.
Not to like flex. I have a really good memory.
Could not tell you when that happened, but okay. Anyways,
I mean, but
Because
him
then they
as,
have a
like,
fight in there,
Alfred?
and then they're like, oh my god, I wanna break the world. Or it's like, oh, I wanna do. They all meet up in there in that
Austin's not your
vibranium room.
oh yes,
Do you remember that? And then it's when Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are on Ultron's side, and then Quicksilver punches Captain America like square in the face in that room. And then remember Thor throws his hammer, and Quicksilver grabs onto it and just flies across the room.
Yeah. Okay.
Like in that right before that confrontation, they talk to Ulysses Claw.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
I
him
think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
as
Thor's hammer.
Alfred.
We're both worthy. Continue.
I don't know, just him as Alfred, I have a hard time.
Yeah.
Sure.
I am
Because while they
pretty
do
down
have
for
a
it.
I hate you, I mean, he's also very supportive.
Also,
I can see him doing that.
I don't know.
Andy Serkis has hair.
Okay.
Alfred doesn't really have hair.
I mean, he
Jeremy
does.
Irons had hair.
Yeah.
Who?
Jeremy Irons had hair.
Yeah, but he was the perfect Alfred.
But
So wait, Jeremy Irons was or Michael Caine?
Probably Michael Caine, actually.
Michael Caine was
had
amazing.
hair,
Is that the
but it
Christian
was
Bale Alfred?
Yes, I was
Yeah,
talking about
he
Jeremy
was
Irons
definitely
from
the
BVS and Justice League. I like Jeremy Irons because he was a dick. He was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh.
he was like, "Don't you want to save
Are
any
we allowed
alcohol
to
for
say
the rest
that?
of the Wayne family? Not that there's going to be any." Like, he was just like, I love that.
I liked him. I liked Michael Caine though. Michael Caine was fine.
I don't know,
Yeah, Michael Caine was
that
really
one
good.
specific scene in Justice, kind of spoiler, but not really, but when he's he takes a pill and he's about to beat us,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
I could see Andy Serkis doing that, just that, because especially because he didn't get angry, let's get ready to fight. It was a very classy,
Right.
Mhm.
Rolled up the sleeves.
yeah,
and
and he's let's go.
True.
That was poetry, honestly.
It really was.
But on the Colin Farrell thing, the art you sent me I could see that
Yeah.
happening.
Okay, I'm gonna show you this fan
Yeah, I
art.
was
You
gonna
can
say.
keep talking about it because I'm gonna show him the fan art.
I just
Alright,
like,
well,
is
I
Con-
could see that happen.
Is Connor Farrell
Colin.
like
Colin?
He's also Grindelwald, and he's in
is Colin Farrell a bigger guy?
He is-
tall.
yeah,
no,
he is-
he's not short. If you're asking.
No, is he short and fat? Is
No,
he fat?
he's not.
All right, well there's the problem.
All right, guys.
Penguin is he's supposed to look like a penguin. That's the
We're
point.
not
Kids
going
cuisine
to
made by
Batman
penguins.
Returns.
Right.
We're not doing Batman Returns.
Okay, how about this?
Oh, yes.
How about this now?
I was okay.
Okay, so is he supposed to be more of a gangster?
That
Yes.
is what the
Yeah.
penguin. Kind
There's also been other iterations where he's been a tall, skinny guy. Like if you played the Batman Telltale game, it's actually I really like that one a lot too. And he's just an arms dealer. That's I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, he just takes on the persona on the black market. That's his name is the Penguin.
All right, well he has to at least have something that has to do with penguins.
Okay,
I mean,
well
obviously
let's not take it over the.
Batman Returns.
Let's not take it over the top like Tim Burton did in Batman Returns, where
Yeah, he just
that
was a
movie
penguin.
was. Can we talk about Batman Returns for a quick second? I mean, we have a 2-hour show, so we can totally talk about it. But that movie is one
totally
of the
do this,
weirdest
guys.
movies.
Oh, dude, that
ever.
whole.
Like Tim Burton's Batman in 1989 was a critical and box office success.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go and take this movie into my way. So he
And
made the
ruin
penguin an actual penguin person with 3 fingers.
Yeah, that flippers.
Flippers. I'm
Flippers.
sorry, flippers.
Can we please have correct penguin terminology here?
I'm
Yeah,
very
come
sorry.
on, man. Also, can we talk about Catwoman and how that came to be?
Interesting character, but she has 9 lives, and that's
and,
not how
and
that
her
works.
suit's made out of stitched together leather, and she just looks terrible.
I mean, she did a good job in her performance, but it's just what is this movie?
Right.
Catwoman is not actually a cat, and Penguin is not
You're
actually a
kidding.
Right.
penguin. It's
Right.
just it's just names.
Right,
that
it's
they
their
have.
persona. It's like the penguin is a gangster.
You're telling
it's
me
like-
Batman isn't actually a bat?
You know what's funny
Actually,
is in that movie he sleeps upside down like Tim Burton. That's not.
Wait, I have a question. Also, you were saying that he needs to at least have a connection to penguins. You want his tragic backstory to how he.
No, not
a
necessarily
penguin
that, but
wronged him with-
more of a I don't know,
Kind of like how Batman has
is he
a
a-
representation
yeah.
for the bat thing, and
like
he
the Bat
kinda-
Cave,
yeah.
like the Bat Cave,
Yeah.
and his fear of bats.
Yeah,
literally.
you want to tie with penguins.
Even Catwoman's she had a bunch
She's
of
a cat
cats,
burglar.
Yeah,
and she was a cat burglar.
yeah.
The penguin's got to have something to do with that.
I don't think. I feel like if he had nothing to do with it, I feel like I'd be
Penguins are
okay.
ruthless.
The one thing that he has that I guess could work is that like it doesn't, it's not over the top, is so where he does his gangster things is in the Iceberg Lounge. So you can just call him the Penguin because he hangs out in the Iceberg Lounge.
Yeah, but I need more than that.
the
Like it's
seal.
like if the Batman was only the Batman because he hung out in a Batcave. You don't have the
Ooh, you got
his
a point
back.
there.
You need the backstory. Like why are you called the Penguin? Batman is Batman because of his fear of bats when he fell into the cave.
Yeah.
Catwoman is Catwoman
Because she's a cat burglar.
Because she's a cat burglar. She owned cats.
And also, like, the thing she, like, you know, she's very stealthy, sly.
Right.
It's very cat-like.
Okay,
Right.
the Los Angeles Clippers do not cut anyone's toenails, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
That's a
I
sports
feel-
team, though. That's not a character in a film.
He's getting very physical. There's been a lot of, like...
Right. Like,
Yeah.
Superman, literally a Superman.
Super and a man.
Right. Green Lantern. That
that
was
was
self-explanatory.
That was really easy.
Wolverine,
But, like, I
that's-
need... Even, like, think of bad guys who have, like, nicknames, okay?
The Joker.
The Joker.
He's a clown.
That is the... Literally.
The Riddler.
I
It's
need a
because he
Penguin
gives off
backstory
Riddler.
that gives me why he's
He
called the
is
Penguin.
making a valid point.
Do you
He's-
really? What if he was just Oswald Cobblepot and they never called him the Penguin?
I would lose my mind because that's just not okay.
That's just not...
You need to expose yourself to more iterations of the Penguin because he's not.
Donations.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no,
I'm gonna
seen-
do after this news. I don't want to. No,
I've
thank
seen
you.
I've seen more than just the Batman Returns ones.
You could
But,
get,
like-
an arrow.
But what- okay,
thing
what other
every time.
Penguin-
I do. I
What other movies is the Penguin in?
He's not in
Batman?
movies, but I've seen him in other games and other games. Really, I've seen him in 2 different games where he's very different.
I've never seen him in any other games. I've just seen him in Batman.
Arkham City, he's short and fat, and he's umbrellas. So I'll
Short,
give you
fat,
that. He's
umbrellas.
very to the comics. Batman Telltale, he is one of Bruce Wayne's friends, but he very similar to Thomas Elliot. They used to be both rich, the Cobblepots, but then after, oh,
Oh,
Austin,
nice.
your mom donated.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh my god, thank you so much, Mrs. Austin's mom.
Love that.
But in the Telltale game, he's just best friends with Bruce Wayne, and then the Waynes kept getting richer, and then the Cobblepots got like poorer, and
Oh,
the
and
Waynes
then-
never helped them out.
Okay.
So he has like a personal vendetta against the Waynes,
I just like.
and so he became an arms dealer to get rich.
Okay.
It's like I can.
So then, why did they call him the Penguin in there?
he wears a mask just to cover up his identity, so people don't know he's the.
And it's a penguin mask.
It's just like a bird beak thing.
That I guess I can see.
So what if? Okay, so what
That's
if
a
they do
decent-
that?
That's a decent backstory.
Okay, all right.
That's good enough.
If
settle
it's
on
just
that.
like the mask, like, or okay, you know, it would. I could take it if he had like a love for penguins, or like if he worked at like a animal zoo and like worked in the penguin place. I don't know.
Or like one
I
time
just-
he. I, don't
I
know.
need. This is what I need. The
I
connection
really
between the
take note.
penguin and penguins.
I just don't like that.
Connect it.
Like in the
I
animated
connected the
series,
dots.
for some reason in the Batman the animated series, they for some reason just want to connect everyone to their animal side. So like Catwoman is actually just like someone that really wants to help like animal
Oh, yes,
foundations and
yeah.
stuff, but it's like that's not what she is. She just helps herself. She doesn't care about
Right.
anybody else.
That's why she's
the
a cat
Penguin
burglar.
has like this giant bird cage in his house, and I'm like, that's not what he is. That's not what he does really. Like
Right.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Penguin being obsessed with birds.
Yeah, that one's
I mean,
weird. I mean, and in Batman Returns when he just has a bunch
Has
of
a bunch
penguins.
of penguins that he straps rockets onto to
Yeah.
basically just
Blow
blow up
'em up.
Gotham.
Right.
That is one of the weirdest plots ever,
I hate that whole movie.
but it's
I love.
it's also a Christmas movie, so there's that too. What?
Get
It's
ready,
one of the
everybody.
darkest
'Tis
Christmas
the
movies
season.
ever. It's
Right.
darker than Krampus.
Right. I like Michael. What's his name is Batman though?
Keaton? Michael
Yeah.
Keaton's Batman. It's pretty awesome.
Michael Keaton's Batman is pretty awesome. I like the Batmobile in that movie too.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That is
Shout out Michael Keaton.
Chia. All right,
Wow,
well,
we just went off on a really big tangent on that one.
tangential velocity is not equal to I don't know. I was gonna go on a physics. thing.
Physics,
I
I
don't
guess.
know
I don't
physics.
know. Me
But
neither.
I
haven't
think
done
it is
physics.
now
in a
I'm
while.
have come to
how about we
time.
take another kind of break and let's talk about people, any new people that may be tuning in, talking about
Sure.
the charity again.
All right,
Welcome back, everybody.
welcome.
So welcome to all the new people.
Right.
People. Whoa.
Oh,
Welcome
God.
to anybody.
All right,
please.
bad impression. Welcome to anybody that's just tuning into the live stream. This is
This is
it.
Austin.
This is the charity live
You're
stream.
doing
Welcome.
it for the American Heart Association. It's it really, it's something that we all kind of encounter, and it's really important that we all kind of, go in the try and spread awareness. It's just
Right.
something that's really awful.
Obviously everybody knows what the American Heart Association is and about heart attacks and spreading awareness. But the big thing about this live stream is it's something that we do and we love to do, and it relates to something that we actually really care about, and it's connected with us and our friends and family. So we just wanted to do something that could raise awareness and help us as well as help other people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
So
Hannah
welcome. We were just talking about penguins and
For a really long time.
amongst other things, but most importantly, penguins.
right, and HBO Max. So,
That was pretty cool.
but
We are going to be getting into our main topic, but if anyone would like to donate, that would be really awesome.
That'd be very
any-
cash money of you.
Any amount
literally,
can
Literally,
help out,
literally.
and cash money would basically be the only way to donate. And
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
do not accept any.
or if you don't have
Ooh.
cash money, donate your viewership by watching.
Or just spread the word, spread
Donate
awareness.
Bitcoins.
Just gives an
Give me your
IOU.
V-Bucks.
But according to by the way, we do have Jaden on the side here.
Yep, our
She's
manager.
fact checker,
Our manager.
manager, advertisement.
Guess.
Blessed by the Bishop. Best movie ranking: 1. Clue movie. 2. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
Yes!
3. Zootopia. 4. Batman the movie with Michael Keaton. 5. Casablanca.
The Batman movie with Michael Keaton. We were just talking about that. That's terrible.
Absolutely.
Casablanca.
Is this Tim?
This is
Little
not.
known fact about Casablanca: it is really good writing.
And that movie was in like what 1920 something.
40.
Guys,
39.
this is
It's actually
totally-
really-
this
it is good. It is. I've seen it. It's pretty good.
This is totally Emily, guys. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blessed by the Bishop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I wonder.
And Clue, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I haven't actually seen the Clue movie. yet.
Casablanca. Like,
Don't
let's
tell
be
her
real.
that. She
Thanks,
knows now,
Emily.
and she's never gonna forgive you.
Zootopia.
It's good, all right?
But
It's because
why?
in IB Film, everyone keeps on being like, we need to watch Zootopia
Oh
by
yeah,
the end
yeah,
of the
yeah.
year.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Thank you
Emily.
so much for
Thank
the
you so
donation.
much,
We
yes.
really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for acknowledging that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie is in fact one of the best movies of all time. Thank you.
I do love how it's called
Mighty
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. Like that's the,
movie,
title
the
of the
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Like,
There's like Turbo Power Rangers.
I
the
just
movie,
like
which
I
is
can't
also
stand
pretty-
movies that are like yada 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 the movie, like the movie.
What else was it?
What if
The movie.
Okay, so what if one of these 3 movies was named like the movie?
If it was Jaws the
That
movie,
would-
I'd be like, why? Jaws the movie. No, it's Jaws the book that I'm watching. That doesn't make sense. Like we know it's a movie. You don't have to put it in the title.
I will
Like
think sometimes it's kind of appropriate, like if it was a TV show and now it's a movie.
Just came up on my Instagram.
ranch.
Oh
Ran
my gosh,
stressing
that
the
works,
movie.
though.
But like okay, like one that does work, the Lego movie.
Yes.
Like that I can
Yeah.
get because it's a movie about Legos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People would be actually perplexed, like I don't get it, like what? Is
Right.
What,
If you
why
just
are we
made it
making-
like Legos, like who's gonna go watch a
Also,
movie
what
that
else
just
would
is
they
Legos?
title it, honestly, if not the Lego movie? Like,
Right.
I feel like that's
Well,
probably the
and
best.
nobody's really ever made a movie like about Legos, so
So
it's
yeah,
literally
it's
like
Legos.
the
It's-
OG
It's lit, yeah.
Lego movie.
or
They should have named it
Superman the movie.
Maybe.
You'll believe a man can fly. That was the tagline. I don't know why I know that.
Yeah.
that. I just don't like it.
Now I'm curious, like, what other movies have been named, like...
I'm
Star
Googling
Trek the
it.
movie.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
like
thank you so much.
Star
Scary
I know
movie?
Star Trek.
Scary.
Scary movie, disaster movie,
Okay, wait.
superhero movie.
No, Scary Movie is more of like a comedic thing though, because it's literally a movie about scary movies.
Yeah.
So it's
Emily,
that
this
kind of
is
feels-
all your fault.
This is your fault.
The movie.
Why?
No.
No.
But that
Okay,
would
that goes.
also
Yeah,
work.
that goes along with the Lego movie.
There's the Transformers, the movie.
Oh, that was the
What?
original one.
Yeah.
The Transformers.
No way.
Oh.
Oh, that's
the-
like the animated. That's like
Yeah, that was
old
the
one.
animated
Shaun the
80s one, I
Sheep
think it
movie
was.
was pretty impressive.
Shaun the Sheep movie is a great
That's
movie.
good.
Yeah, that
The
was pretty-
Peanuts movie. The Peanuts movie.
The Peanuts movie is fair.
Psych the
Is that
movie.
what I thought you
Psych
were
the movie because that was a TV show, I think, so that makes sense.
The
That's fair.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
That
That
makes
one.
sense.
Yeah,
That one's
because
valid.
that's a TV show.
That's-
So
yeah,
then they
that-
turn it
that's
into
valid.
yeah. The Simpsons
Also,
movie.
the SpongeBob movie was probably
Right.
yeah. That was
Basically, so if
very
we're gonna
good.
set the guidelines, you can only use the movie if it was never a movie before,
Or if
like
it's a product.
like the Lego, like the Lego movie or like the B movie.
Yeah,
Nobody's ever made those kind of
What
movies
else
before.
would you name the
Um,
B movie?
if-
not the B
If
movie?
there's a TV show or a book that was like originally what it was,
So this was a book, so Jaws the movie.
no.
The movie Jaws. The
okay,
we're
if it was a
going back-
TV show,
The Dark Movie Night. Okay, sorry.
if it was,
Dark movie night.
Baby movie driver.
it just sounds like a baby movie driver.
Yes. Sky baby fall. Wait, no. Sky movie fall. There we go. Got it.
Baby Skyfall.
You know what would
Baby
work?
Skyfall.
Sky High, the movie.
Sky High the movie would
Sky
be
High
great
the
too.
Yeah,
movie.
that would work.
There are just certain movies that have a ring to it. I think we figured it out now.
Yeah.
If it's based,
We've got the equation, okay? If it was a TV show, if it's an original like the B movie or like the Lego movie, if it's a product like the Lego movie, or
If it just sounds good.
if it just works, if it
Sky
just works.
High, the movie, like that's
Right.
poetic.
The Dark Knight movie, no.
No.
The Jaws,
Sky
no.
High.
The movie Jaws,
Oh
the
God,
movie.
the emoji movie.
Oh no.
I involuntarily watched that. Like,
Why?
Alright, we're moving on because that was awful. We're moving on.
If anyone else has any other comments to just take us on a
Hey,
huge
no way,
tangent,
but that works because
please.
the Emoji Movie came out in this past decade, and so now.
Speaking
It is
of
the best movie of our decade.
speaking of the best single movie of the entire decade,
the movie that defines our decade
the Emoji
really
Movie.
is the Emoji. Who was even
You
in
know
that
what?
movie? Who
You know
made
what?
that movie?
I think it was not. What's the other? The one
Somebody
that's
that doesn't
usually
matter.
known
I can
for
Google it.
like doing like.
James
God,
like, come on,
wait.
I'm hacking the mainframe.
All right, I've hacked it.
I'm hacking all of the government servers.
Wait, T.J. Miller stars.
Exactly.
I knew it.
T.J. Miller. I was about to say the guy who always does like the funny characters usually,
Jordan.
and like.
He's not gonna be in a lot of stuff anymore.
Oh,
though.
oh, what's his face that played What? I'm so sorry.
Kevin
His
Spacey.
name's Patrick. His name's Patrick.
Patrick Stewart.
That's the one. I'm sorry.
Stop
I
talking
forgot-
about
Oh,
Kevin
Patrick
Spacey.
Stewart. Okay.
Christina Aguilera? What the hell? I've never seen this, but I don't want to see it.
No, you don't. It's so
It's
bad.
not good.
There's a poop
It has
emoji.
Anna
There
Faris,
is.
too.
There was
Kind of
I
thought it was
feel
just frozen yogurt, but it's not.
the romance was not that good either.
Oh, frozen yogurt would be good right
Some
Let's
yogurt.
just leave and go.
Alright, guys.
Okay,
And that's gonna be our show.
It's not even that
Does
far.
anyone have good flavors for frozen yogurt? Okay, what's the difference between frozen yogurt, like custard,
And
like,
ice
ice
cream?
cream, hard ice cream, so like literally
Okay,
is there? a
let me tell you the difference.
Hard ice cream and
hard
soft-
ice cream is good.
You can't
Everything
say
else
what
sucks.
the difference is because
You
you
say
don't like
hard
ice
ice
cream.
everything else sucks?
Pretty
He
much.
doesn't even
Soft
like
ice
I
ice
love
cream.
when I get ice cream and then it's just like melted.
Yeah,
That's soft ice cream.
Yeah, I love when it's just like, oh, liquid in a bowl.
it's
Cool.
easier on the teeth. I
It's
think.
milk. Great.
No, okay, frozen yogurt is self-explanatory.
What are we
It's literally
talking
yogurt
about?
that's
Yeah.
frozen. Custard is, I'm pretty sure it's just like regular ice cream, just like
Yeah, like,
softer.
like what's the difference?
I think it's like more
Abbott's
milk.
and
I think it's
Luigi's?
like more milk.
And that is why the Clue movie is the best movie.
Let's get Jack some peanut ice cream.
Yes.
Heck
Yes.
yeah, it's to die for.
That was good.
That was a good high
That
five.
was
That was good.
that was
That
really
was a
good
solid
actually.
five. I like
Yeah, I
that.
know. Yeah, bam.
And a solid fist bump.
Yeah.
We're on
What
fire
are you guys
today.
gonna do now?
I don't know.
We might be taking a break soon, but yeah.
yeah, 45 minutes deep. And
No,
we're
no
just-
joke. I'm not joking. We might take a break soon.
No joke, I'm not joking.
No joke. I'm not joking. We might be taking a break. Like
No
a fi-
joke, I'm not joking, the movie.
Exactly. Comes full circle.
It's just, we've connected them.
The
I've
dots
connected the dots.
have been made. Connected.
You didn't connect it.
Get connected for free with education.
Get connected with our
Connection.
main topic,
That was
the
the
best
best
movies
commercial.
of the decade.
I think we're going to take a break before we jump into the main
Yes,
topic,
we
because this
will.
one's going to take a minute.
Venom!
A hot minute.
Okay.
Dude,
never
obviously
mind.
the movie that defined our decade is Venom.
So,
Do you want to actually, before we do movies, do we want to talk about like any music or TV shows or?
music.
actually, yeah, we should
comics,
do
or
like
games.
other stuff that's not movies, and then take a break, and then movies.
So,
That's good.
okay,
We can do
movie.
games and.
2017, Paramore dropped their After Laughter album, and it was one of the best things to ever happen to me. Amen. I went to their concert June 17th, and it was absolutely incredible. I might have cried.
306 hours.
Actually, I went to that concert, and the next day I had the Spanish Regents exam, and I got a 99, and it's because of that album.
Got a
So,
97 on the exam.
dude,
good.
that's pretty what's up. So,
And I'm not Spanish like whatsoever, so I just like I'm terrible at it. You know what I'm saying?
are you
to
trying
be-
to say like,
You
oh,
said
are you
don't
saying that like it's
say
more
don't
impressive?
say.
Yeah. No, really.
Are
You
you
know
sure
what?
we
You
couldn't
know
tell
what?
by
I
the
am
way that
proud
you
of you,
pronounced
Austin. That's
2022?
pretty good.
Dos, cero, dos, dos.
Yes.
Steal me.
Not to be racist or anything, but Anna, settle it down. It's not Taco Tuesday. It's just not.
I
Um,
don't think you're actually
I have a bunch
Yeah, I
of
know.
I have a bunch of TV shows and video games that I'm going to like dive into and cry about. But I mean, you guys can
Oh, I want to say one of those.
say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly,
Okay.
Yeah, legitimately.
I don't
you
know
can,
if
you know what?
actually
You can go
sing on
through.
this one.
You can go through one TV show, and then I'll do one
But the
TV
thing
show,
is,
and then
when
you do.
Jax talks about
Okay,
TV show,
alright.
it's gonna take like 20 minutes.
anything we talk about, it ends up being like our news. I was like, all right, we're gonna make it really short, and then we went off into tangent, and it was just like 15 minutes of news.
It wasn't that bad because part of that time was the first announcement thing in the beginning we were talking about.
Here's the best thing about this: we don't have a time limit. We can.
It never bloody ends live.
Like with our
live stream, guys.
right, like with the actual
break the record.
with the actual podcast, we have to make sure we cut things down because it can only be like an hour and a half, or like a really long one's like 140.
Yeah.
But now we just do whatever. So you're seeing raw footage of
no
what
God
we
that
actually go
controls
through
us.
during our podcast because we have to cut so much stuff and just like move on. Like Jack has to stop me from going off on things like I'm doing right now. Like
you're doing good.
Right.
You're doing great.
Like I just did not have to do this,
doing
but I'm doing it because I
amazing.
can. I can do whatever I want.
There is no God that controls him.
Right.
Wow. Don't you stop.
Hi, Poopy.
I know who that is.
Okay.
PD3. I know who that is.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, he just hi, Poopy. So I guess.
Okay, he knows what's going on.
What
What are you doing?
What are you?
I don't know. I'm gonna. Oh, you checking donations? No, we're still there. We still good.
Gucci gang.
Gucci
Feel
gang,
the vibes.
gang.
I don't even know what
All right, I'm gonna go back to the notes. I want to dive into a TV
No,
show.
you're not. You're not doing anything.
Okay. All right. One TV show might get a little divisive.
Oh
I
God,
think that's
here we
okay.
go. Settle yourselves, kids.
Stop messing with my computer.
Okay, what's the TV show?
Game of Thrones, little known, kind of an indie thing. I don't know if you've heard of it. I'm not like most people. I watch Game of Thrones.
I'm not like
Yeah.
other
I'm not like other kids my age. I watch Game of Thrones.
I know the last few seasons weren't great, but can I say the ride was incredible.
Yeah.
All the characters were amazing.
Yeah.
Some of the best action I've ever seen in my entire life. And one of the I can compare it with my experience and my joy with it to something like Star Wars.
How about really?
Yes.
Wow.
Honestly, I only watched 3 or 4 seasons of it. But
Sitting here at 0 seasons.
like
As of
one of my
now.
biggest things is like talking about things that became huge hits
Mhm.
that are completely original. Like that show came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of like the other show you have.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it literally, okay, tell me, there's no book, there's no movie, there's not,
I could probably I would say one more, and I'm sure you probably would know as soon as I say it. Breaking Bad.
right, yeah.
I mean,
and
there
that,
are
or-
books for Game of Thrones.
Yes, there are.
They're like
a song.
thick.
oh, okay, so is it
Yeah, Song of Ice and Fire.
oh, but it's not called Game of Thrones?
Correct, but it's
Like George.
It's called
R.
The Song of
R.
Ice and
Martin,
Fire.
Yeah.
George R. R. Martin.
Martin.
Well, that just kind of ruins it. But anyways, I,
so
you know
they're
what,
how original, and I'm
Right.
like, it's based off a book.
we stand
I've
original
watched-
TV shows that blow up, like Breaking Bad, or like Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
No,
of
like-
Stranger Things, that's literally the next show we had, was
Did you
Stranger
see the
Things.
blooper reel
Only
they just
season
put
8
out?
sucked.
No, I did
Jack
see
is
that
my
it came
favorite.
out, but I didn't like
Yeah,
watch it.
I agree.
Was it good?
PD3.
Yes.
That's
What?
discriminatory. Jack is my favorite. Why not me?
Yeah.
I don't think they know you.
Why not
So-
Anna?
Key.
Yeah, I have a great personality. What's up? Like,
Let's not go too far. Relax.
Pull up. Austin is my favorite.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jaden.
Jen, come on. Yeah.
Aha!
It is my favorite.
Straight from the manager. So,
Thanks.
you're just, goodbye.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna let me just replace Jack.
Okay.
So there's fine.
Watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. Jack and Anna, that's kind of their
Yes, that
thing.
honestly, I know it didn't.
Is that PD3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't come out it came out 2000s. Last season was 2007,
I
but
only
I
know
watched
Jack.
it
Yeah,
in the
we're
last
well aware.
decade, and it was incredible.
I only know Jack. I don't know who you guys
Yeah, I
are.
don't know.
Yeah.
Also, love the tarp you got going on here.
They're cold. It's freezing out here.
Blankets are not called blankets, they're called capes.
They're cold caves, yeah.
Alright.
But
I didn't call it either of those things. I called it a tarp.
Yeah, you did call it a
I know,
tarp.
So.
Stranger Things. I mean, I think it's very vital and defining this decade because it is a very huge thing. But I don't know if I would say one of my favorite season shows.
Season 1 I think is amazing.
Season 1 was really
I,
good.
for one, loved it all. I love it.
Okay.
It's just so pure, and I just
Yeah.
love it.
It
You
was
know, I only
pure them
watched, like,
making out on the bed for like.
That's true. Actually.
You know what? I only watched. That was the one show I only watched like 3 episodes, and I just did a whole episode on it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
we
winged
were
the
like-
entire thing.
We were
Also,
like,
we used to do an
okay.
episode on season 3. Watch 3 episodes of season 1.
I could have been on there.
He literally, they literally told me like, when did we come up with that topic? Yeah.
Watch as much
Yeah,
as
watch
you
this whole show in a week. This is like mid-school year, like working, like all this stuff, like work, school, everything. You have a week to watch 3 seasons of this. And
You could've done it.
each
And you
episode's
know
an
what?
hour.
You did pretty good, okay?
Right,
We
and
gave
I
you,
watched-
like a segment of honor.
Right, and I just watched like 4 episodes and then did a whole episode.
Dude, you
on it.
powered through it though. Like I didn't expect you
Oh,
to watch
dude,
it
it
all. I
was-
was like, look, you don't have to.
it was so
But, like,
tough.
just-
He
you
knew,
probably
like,
need some sort of
0
background.
people's names.
In it, like it was a really good show. Like I feel like if I had more time and I didn't have like a deadline, I would have watched more of it. But just like after watching the few episodes that I did and then doing an episode on it, I was just kind of over it. So I was just like,
Over it.
do
Okay.
something else. Also, one show we didn't mention on here, which I don't know if anyone here is a fan of it, but like One Tree Hill was a very popular show.
You don't know if anyone here is a fan of it. Have you ever met Jack?
Did you
Oh,
watch?
oh.
One
Are
Tree
you-
Hill.
I watched like 3 seasons of it. Yes.
When you were younger,
Dude,
you loved it.
theme song though, so good.
Yeah.
Gavin DeGraw. Oh my god.
Or
Yeah.
wait,
Also, you want to know?
I don't think that's the show I'm thinking of actually.
I don't want to be anything other than what I. Wait, I probably can't say.
What's
it. You don't
the-
want
Which show were you
What's-
talking about?
Yeah, now I'm lost.
I was actually
It's a
thinking
show
about
that's still like still on. I
Grey's
can't think.
Anatomy.
No, that's a good one though. Love Grey's Anatomy. I've watched the whole
Never
thing
watched
like
it.
twice.
Oh, really?
I've watched the whole.
Oh
Well,
my God,
okay.
How many times did you cry?
Also, kind of
Like if you cry.
only once because after
Donate
like
if you cried when watching.
well only because like after you watch it the first time then it's like all right I'm over it
Okay,
and
what
then you
show
watch
are
it the second time and you're like
Yeah, what
I
are you
don't
talking
know.
about?
I
Say
thought-
The theme.
I've
Say the theme.
I've only watched like one episode. I know my sister's
Why
watching a
can you
lot.
be like that was really good?
Okay,
I know
well,
there's
yeah,
a,
what are
I
the
know there's
characters?
I know there's a guy with red hair or not red hair
Dude,
but
that's
like
literally
That
like-
narrows it down.
yeah.
Everyone
It's
show has to have like
in
one
form.
ginger kid.
It's like
Yes!
I need to look this
Oh
up
my
actually.
Yeah, get up.
I'm looking it
Yeah,
up.
Do
I'm
you
looking it
want
up.
to talk about Stranger Things more? Because I was going to talk about it, Haunting of Hill House.
I mean, honestly,
What
TV
is that
shows
show?
for me
TV?
of
I'm just
like
going
this
TV
past
show with red
decade,
hair.
Power Rangers.
When
No,
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure
Power
this
Rangers
decade.
Dino Thunder? No,
I
that's
that was in the early 2000s, but like I watched a lot of
Red
Power
hair.
Rangers like 2010, 2012 time because that's when my brother was like real small and also enjoyed Power Rangers.
This
but
is just not it.
this show's like still going on. The Dragon Prince, I am a huge fan of Netflix and like Netflix original kind of.
Yes.
So yeah,
Okay.
underrated. Literally like. And the creator of Avatar is like working on it too, which makes it even better. And the next season is coming out, and what day is it?
7.
It's the 9th. Okay, what's 22 minus 9?
Gonna die in 7 days.
13 days it's coming, and I'm so
13
excited.
reasons Why? No, I'm just kidding.
One of the 13 reasons why, first of all, as a book
Oh,
was
that's a good one.
not good. It
Oh, I haven't read the book. I'm just talking about the TV show.
You mean a good one to talk about or a good show?
Like a good one to talk about. Like
Okay,
like
yeah, I got where
Yeah,
because
you're
we're
okay.
because we're just
Yeah.
coming up with shows
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
spot. Like that was a good one
No,
that we pulled up.
actually, yeah, it is. I feel also like another good show to represent
I really
the
don't know what
decade
the
of
show is.
like this time. But the book itself was not good. The show itself never watched. But why would you put actual suicide on a TV show? And it was very unnecessary in my opinion. So
I meant to put mail.
I watched the first like 5 episodes and could not continue. It was boring to me. I didn't like it. I didn't like how sensitive it was.
yeah,
Not
Also,
a fan.
the
Chuck
fact-
Norris is a redhead.
you're
Are you talking about
joking.
him? You're like some
He's
redheads on that
Googling
show.
redheads.
Back to-
Dude, I
what
literally
he's
I
Googling.
googled male celebrities with red hair because I'm trying to figure out who this is. I don't know why I can't think of the show.
Is it like a
Gossip Girl?
sitcom?
No, it's
Is
like
it
a
New
recent.
Girl?
It's like recent. No,
Oh.
it's like recent. And it's like a bunch of high schoolers in their
Riverdale?
Riverdale.
Oh
Oh my god!
You could have said that 10 minutes. That is not One Tree Hill.
I don't know. It reminded me of it.
That is one of the cringiest lines ever from any TV show where he's like, I'm weird. That's why I wear the hat all the time. I'm weird.
Oh, I could have said Dylan Sprouse.
That's
I'm
cool.
a weirdo.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, they look exactly the same. Leave me alone.
I've never even
What
watched
do you
it.
know?
but
They
I
know
hate
they're
it.
twins.
Yeah, I know, but twins doesn't mean automatic.
Okay, one of the Sprouse brothers. That's what I was
That
saying.
would have
that,
narrowed
like-
it down 100%.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. So what was it? Riverdale.
Yeah.
What was it?
Okay, we need to move
Did
on
you
because
watch
I'm
that?
losing my
Can I
mind.
talk about?
My
I-
sister's
Can we
watched
bring
it.
the other
It's
chair in and we
Yeah,
can
I
all
was
sit
gonna,
here?
when we take our break, I was gonna try
Yeah.
and add more space with.
How
the-
about
Come
we
sit here.
take the break at like the 1 hour mark because we
Yeah,
got like
that's
a
what I was
minute
gonna
left.
do.
So like
Yeah.
a minute.
Any other
Yeah.
video juegos of this
Video juegos.
Oh yeah, I do want to talk about video juegos.
We should
The
do some
Last
video
of
quick.
Us.
The Last of
sit
Us.
here.
Oh, I started playing that. Did I tell you?
Dude,
Really?
it's so
Yeah.
amazing.
I started
actually?
playing it. Yeah, I just started the story.
Oh,
So
that's a lot of chat.
I'm,
oh, it's
I'm
just a lot
excited.
of
Yeah,
emojis
it's literally
from
just this guy
Who is it?
PD3
and whoever that is.
buddy.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually just started playing the story. I'm pretty interested.
So good. Maybe the gameplay isn't the best thing ever. Like, I think there are some things every time I play,
The
and I'm like,
gameplay's
oh, you should
okay.
be able to. Like, no, they're just small things. I'm like, okay, so you can craft these things, but you can't craft arrows. Like,
Right.
why isn't that fair?
Right.
But like, it's also it's made in 2013. Like, oh, thanks, Leo.
Oh, thanks, Leo.
Yes, Leo.
Yes.
Leo!
Leo!
We love Leo in this
In this
household.
household, we really
We
do.
stand Leo.
We do stand Leo.
But like, it's one of those games that it's like this is like transcended beyond a game. It was like this is how we
Yeah.
can tell emotional stories in a video game format, and it was like that's what makes it amazing. It's like I
Yeah.
care about Joel, I care about Ellie, and I'm dying to
I
play
care
the next
about
game.
them. I haven't even played the game.
It's a good, I honestly like. I'm only. So I'm just to the part where.
It's not like a major spoiler. What you're gonna say?
No, right. I'm just trying to think of what part I ended on. I think it's just when they, when the guy and the girl raided the
Okay. Yes, I know what you're talking
the
about.
thing
Very beginning.
to get the to get the weapons back
Yes,
or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like right there.
Nice.
I think I'm getting like most of it. Zombies, the
Yeah.
works.
But it's not like super stereotypical. It's not
Right.
like Walking Dead.
Right.
Like I think there's a lot of really cool.
Obviously,
stuff.
there's the whole like, oh, there's an infection, and everyone thought that they were like whatever. But it's just like no, people are just killing other people and eating them. So
It's the character relationships. Like it is amazing.
Yeah.
It's this isolated story about these two people. It's amazing. I think it may be better than some movies. That
Yeah.
like it that's why it stands
oh,
out.
it's
and that's why
definitely better than some movies.
And it came on 2013.
I've seen some terrible movies.
Yeah, I mean, like we all have. Like it's just like we love just watching, but we love watching a good old fashioned terrible movie.
I mean, yes.
Also, a game you didn't put in there, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I was gonna put it in, but I know it's been super divisive for some people. Sometimes some people like love it, some people hate it. I think Mortal Kombat 11. I'm having a lot of fun with it, but apparently people say I never played MKX, but people say like it's not even close to MKX.
You
I'm gonna-
Yes, you did.
But not like as like I haven't
Yeah,
gotten
you're
invested
right. I
in
was
it
gonna
as much
say,
as I did
you
MK11.
played it
Is there
with me,
is there a
so-
story mode for
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know it, so like I don't own any of the Mortal Kombats. Don't
You don't want any of them?
no.
nerd.
But I jumped onto like the Injustice
Yeah,
thing,
it's
and
just, like,
that's
the
when I
same.
got into
Literally.
the right. It's literally the same game, just like not. So I think after playing Injustice, I'm really interested in Mortal Kombat,
Yes,
and I
recommend
think
it.
I'm gonna grab Mortal Kombat 11, and
Grab.
that would be.
I wanna play Mortal
Grab.
Kombat.
I go right loud.
Yeah, literally. Just start playing Mortal
Just
Kombat.
like,
It's like,
turn the volume down.
Right.
If you want
Is
to
yours, wait, is yours a digital download? Or did you get the CD?
I digitally downloaded it.
You want to game share with me?
I don't know how that works, but we'll figure it out. We'll jump off.
We'll game share it.
Dude,
Sure,
my
okay.
PlayStation Plus just expired and I have no money, so I can't play with anyone.
Oh, that's tough. No,
Right.
game share you
Rough,
literally
buddy.
like, go on, and it's
We
like
can share games.
no,
my
literally
God.
like if you
Okay, I
digitally
know.
download
I
a game,
believe
you can like share it with another person and you can play it together.
Nice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or you can, or that other person basically just owns the game without having to buy it. So basically, thanks
So
for
it's
buying me the
basically
game.
Stealing, yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's-
it's stealing with consent.
It's
Consent's important.
Okay.
consent
Alright.
is also one really important
Is it
thing before
not?
we end.
It is. Just
Fireflies came out December of like
Did we say
2009.
Oh!
It's so close to be a
What
part
is
of
it?
the decade.
You would not believe your
Fireflies.
eyes.
If 10 million
You would
fireflies.
not believe your
Lit up
Oh,
the
the
world
song.
with it.
Yes, it's so.
oh, that song is so good.
Exactly. I also
God,
feel
in
like it
Spanish.
really encompasses.
That- they have that song in Spanish.
No. I played the "You Would Not
Oh.
Believe Your Eyes, You Would Not Believe Your Eyes" remix
would not
version of
believe your
Fireflies.
eyes.
It just
You
keeps
would
going.
not believe your eyes.
You would not believe your eyes. Yeah.
You would. It just keeps
Why-
You would
why does that
not
exist?
believe your eyes.
Can I
You
just
would
play
not.
a segment of it?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna get copyrighted or not, but
Wait, well,
I'm just gonna
please,
play a
please
little
don't
bit.
copyright us. Just leave us alone.
Please don't
We're just-
copyright
It's
the
for
music.
charity. Please don't.
We're definitely getting copyrighted now.
Heck yes.
That's what.
You would not believe your eyes. Believe your eyes.
That kind of goes hard.
I'm gonna check if we have any donations right now. Hey,
Paul.
Paul, from 20 and 690. More for the hearts.
Paul.
We love you, Paul.
Thank you.
Honestly, yeah, Paul.
Is it Paul Rudd?
No. Yeah, it's Paul Rudd.
I wish it was Paul.
Ant-Man.
Rudd.
Dude,
I
good
wish
luck
he-
in Ant-Man 3 in that mediocre movie. Oh,
I was gonna say.
Oh.
He's probably like,
How is your taco doing, Paul?
What?
What are we saying?
Yeah, that would be
I don't know.
PD3.
I just stare at everything. No, it's.
He's-
Oh.
Ah!
Oh, it's. Is it both?
Yes, they're the same person.
Oh.
Wait a second. It's even
Oh.
got-
Look at my head. What if you post it?
Literally just Jaden's head is in the corner. We love that. What did we? I
I'm
don't.
talking about games. I want to talk
Okay,
about
best of
something.
the decade. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Games. Games,
Okay,
games,
that's right,
games.
the main topic.
I forgot
Can I-
we're doing it.
Can I talk about something?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. God of War.
Okay.
I just started replaying that yesterday.
Oh,
Oh, that was amazing. It's just okay.
boy,
What is
get
what is
over
that
here.
game like? Like what is it? What is the?
You ever play like a Batman Arkham?
Yeah.
So it's like Batman Arkham, but you have an axe and you're a
Okay.
god, and
Oh.
also you have your son with you,
Oh.
and you can like shoot
You
arrows,
only ever
magical
call him
arrows and
boy.
stuff. Boy.
Boy, get over here, boy.
Boy.
Yeah, because they recorded the lines and they didn't have his name yet, so they just called him Boy.
It's just like, boy.
That's
Well,
Atreus!
it's supposed to like be a disconnect of like
Yes.
their relationship also.
Oh,
it's
they
like
they
that.
made it have meaning.
Right.
They
It's-
made it.
It's like this broken father and son relationship,
Yeah.
and they're basically trying. They're the one thing that they want to do. It's literally the Logan of video games. It's Logan, but you're a god.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You the only thing you want to do is spread ashes, your mother's ashes or your wife's ashes, but his mother's ashes, to the highest mountain. That's all you want to do. She said, "This is my dying wish. I want you to do that." And you just come across so much conflict and so many people that just don't like you for whatever, or they didn't like her. All these different things, and you're trying to like protect your son and like keep him innocent, but also you got to tell him at some point he's a god, and like how do we
Like,
how do
this
we
is
act
life.
on that? And it's
Kill
just one of
people.
the most heartfelt games I've ever played in my entire life.
I'm gonna go home and play it.
Do it. I'm gonna go home and play it. It's really good.
I'm gonna go home and not play it.
I hate you.
Welcome. Okay.
But yeah.
Other
God of
video
War,
games.
play
Man,
it.
I don't like. I haven't played a ton of video games.
Yeah, that's
You know what? You know
fun.
what? Actually.
You would not believe your eyes.
Yeah, I know. And he's just posting it. Okay.
Paul, thank you so
No,
much.
you know what? And one that's kind of looked over because we don't really play GTA.
Yeah.
Like Grand
GTA
Theft Auto.
5.
she did
GTA
her.
5?
She did her FOA on
My-
GTA
Did you
5.
actually?
Yeah.
You
We
really?
had a 40-minute presentation on GTA.
In,
That's
in
amazing.
English.
I've played through it twice, the storyline, and I still play it.
I've played through it twice actually too.
I've been playing since...
Wait, who do you kill in the end?
Trevor. you always
I
That's
always
Trevor.
kill Trevor. I
Yeah.
always kill Trevor, and I never want to do like the keep them all, because
You
you
get
know,
money.
because if you kill one of them, you get
Yeah.
their money. So why would I want to do that?
I never even played the game.
I just
I
had
Yeah,
too
I
much...
know.
I liked Michael and Franklin too much. Like, Trevor's... Like,
Yeah,
like he's
Trevor's
great,
just
but
kind of a
he's-
psycho.
And he's just Trevor.
He,
He's
you know, what? I
just
feel
Trevor.
bad for him because like it wasn't his fault, like everything that happened, and he was
Yeah.
kind of set up. But he's also kind of a psychopath, so I just
But
don't
also, like, he's crazy because of the stuff that happened to him when he's little. Like, they never directly
Right.
say it, but, like, you
Right.
can imply some, like, messed up stuff
Oh,
happened to him.
100%.
I mean, look at him.
Psycho.
He's got a weird face.
Yeah, he does have a
Yeah.
weird face. But you can't kill Franklin, obviously.
Oh,
that's
no, I
that's an
hate
easy
you.
You
one.
can't kill
Franklin.
like
Well, no,
Franklin
it's not even an
Roosevelt,
option.
no.
You
I
can't
know,
kill
yeah.
Franklin. And then Michael is just like, it's Michael. He's the
he's
main
just
guy.
Michael. I
He's
love
the main
Michael.
guy. You can't kill Michael.
I never make Michael cheat on his wife in the game. I
Really?
just can't. I don't have the heart to. I'm like, no!
Michael
No,
needs to stay
Michael.
true.
Last thing I want to say for video games.
I just coughed.
Last thing I want to say before we cut to a quick break, maybe like 5 minutes,
Intermission,
10
a
minutes.
commercial break.
Yeah, get your popcorn. Get, to quote the Flick Pick, who's one of the best movie reviewers. Love him. He's pretty awesome. You need to get your popcorn, your Sour Patch Kids, and you need to get a glass of water, 3 ice cubes, no more, no less. But that'll be coming up soon. I also just want to quickly mention Call of Duty Zombies in Black Ops 3.
Yep.
It's one of the most like amazing things ever.
I think
'Cause-
Black Ops itself is just like as a
that trilogy.
franchise.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Black
and
Ops
they
4
had 4.
kind of died, and it wasn't the best. Black Ops 3 was some of the best like memories I've had with my friends playing that game.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Agreed.
Me and Jaden played it, and she accidentally
Oh
killed
my
us both.
gosh, we were both crying, laughing in our separate rooms, like, because we weren't together. He was like, "Do not do this specific thing," and I just did it, and we both died.
We died.
Can we talk about like
Funniest thing.
Treyarch?
Treyarch Studios.
Yeah, they've got to be making buco buck right now.
They're in debt, but yeah.
But like, after,
Black Ops 4 really tanked them.
Okay, yes,
But like after
three-
Black Ops 3,
yeah, dude, like
they were like the
Make
best
it-
Call of Duty studio.
not even that. They were the like one of the original FPS
True.
games.
Yeah, 'cause
That were
they made,
good.
They made World at War, and that was
Right.
like the game changer.
Right. They were the like Treyarch made the first like really good obsessive FPS games in that Call of Duty series.
Then Infinity Ward with MW2. I don't even know when that came out. Was that? Can you fact check and see when Modern Warfare 2 came out? Because that was like
Infinity
Ward. They made Modern Warfare 2.
Yes.
Which is like
which
that's
was the
where
best.
MLG's.
8 years ago today, I think, was Modern Warfare 3.
Ooh.
I saw it. Someone posted about it on Facebook.
Modern Warfare 2
Wait,
I think was the best. I think
Modern
that was my
Warfare 2 was
favorite.
amazing.
That was my
November
favorite.
10th, 2009.
Oh, so close.
So close.
Well, we can stick to Black Ops 3 because the zombies in that game.
Technically, at the moment, that's a decade
Wait,
because
no, this is-
Yeah, it is.
2019.
No.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's
What?
2019.
So a decade
technically
from
that's,
now.
That's still
I
our
mean,
But we're not
decade,
counting
but we're not counting it.
Can I just shout out Sims 4 came out in this past decade, and I'm just gonna tell you, I love Sims, and it's great, and Sims 4 University comes out in 5 days, can't wait. I'm gonna play it, I don't care.
What do you play Sims on?
My PC, I have a gaming laptop.
And you play Sims on it? You spent probably over
Okay, it's not, like,
$500
just game- yeah,
on a
Respect
PC
Sims.
for
to
Sims.
play Sims.
I've been playing
Yes.
Sims for like since Sims 2, and I've had every expansion pack since.
Kids at home, don't do that.
It's so fun.
Do what you don't do
it.
that. You know, if you're gonna buy a gaming PC, play something
Look,
that
don't-
is not
Minecraft.
Sims.
Play
Okay,
God
I
of
play
War.
Minecraft
Actually, you
on
can't
Don't
God
play
of War.
Minecraft either.
You can't play God of War or The Last of Us because it's PlayStation exclusive. I'm
Be
sorry.
a normal child and play Fortnite. Like just.
Oh my God, no!
I hate it.
It's not during our childhood.
Play Black
I
Ops
hate
3.
Sims
Fortnite.
was, and I played it.
Play Black Ops 3. Play Black Ops 3. There you go.
Yeah.
Problem
Play
solved.
Papa's Freezeria, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Game.
Yes.
Club Penguin.
Club Penguin.
Club Penguin died in our decade.
All the
Wow.
14-year-olds that are at home right now, do me a favor. Go on your computer or your phone and
Paul
type
says he
in
has 3,000 hours of Sims.
coolmathgames.com.
Because
Okay.
they are.
That was
cool,
our
man.
childhood. That was what we got out of video. That was our video.
And
games.
like 2048.
Oh, yeah.
2040.
Dude, like 6th grade. Yeah.
That
Dune
went
Buggy?
off.
Well,
Dune Buggy.
Yeah.
Dune
That
Buggy's good.
game.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, what was the taxi game?
Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing was sweet.
I played a lot of Sonic on the computer.
When I
I'm
was
not gonna
little-
lie, I played a lot of Sonic.
When I first started playing Grand Theft Auto, it was before 4. I don't remember what it was, but
Oh,
I-
like Vice City and
yeah,
stuff
all
like
I
that.
did,
Yeah.
all I would do was drive around. So my mom was like, "All right, I can't just have this kid drive around in GTA." So she bought me like a racing game.
Oh, like
She bought me
Forza?
Burnout.
Oh, like
Paradise.
where you actually have like
Burnout
a...
Paradise is such a good game.
Yeah, we played Burnout Revenge, me and my brother. and that
Dude,
was so
I
much
like
fun.
Forza. Forza's a great
Never
game.
heard of it.
You never heard of it?
No.
You never played Forza?
Am I supposed to know
No,
it?
I
Okay.
never-
Do you know
It's like,
Forza?
really?
Okay, like
Well,
probably not.
well, I
but
think we're gonna go to.
Do you know Forza?
I think we're gonna go to a break.
If I saw it, maybe.
we're just gonna go to break while
Do you guys
Austin's
know what
having a
Forza is?
meltdown.
Austin
I was gonna say.
Wait,
All right, I think we're back.
Is
Hang on,
the
I'm
volume
gonna
on?
Are
You
we?
Are we? Is that?
Yes, we're
Oh,
back.
hey,
Oh, okay. The
oh.
camera stuff is still on.
Oh.
But
I'm just gonna like.
it's okay.
Wait, why don't we pan over so we can get her in it?
Good idea. We'll be back again.
Okay, Jack's gonna go fix the camera.
We'll keep an eye.
Yeah.
Wait, there's
Just-
stuff on the top.
I'm
of
just-
the
Anna,
screen.
sit down.
Okay.
Okay, it's good.
You're good.
We are so sorry.
Yeah, there's
This
like a
is-
lot
this
of
is
empty
terribly
space
unprofessional,
right
but it's
here.
okay. You keep going. Right, that's fine.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
don't really
sorry.
need
Okay, stop. Stop.
collaborate and listen. Ice is back with the sorry.
Don't wanna get
Copyrighted. I'm sorry.
We definitely got copyrighted before, but it doesn't matter.
didn't.
Nothing can stop us from raising
Didn't
money.
at
did it.
all.
All right, kids, we're back. Welcome.
Thank you so
Back,
much.
and now
for
we have half
waiting.
battery. Probably should have changed the battery, but it's fine.
But
But
we didn't.
but it's okay.
We're gonna probably go maybe halfway through this list, and then if you guys have any other stuff, because like
Yeah.
I don't. We do not have every single movie. Like there's clearly
But we
some
have-
stuff we are not gonna remember.
Right.
We actually recited every movie that came out from 2010 to right now from memory.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It was
it's actually
really
wild.
impressive, but Jack like cut it off so we could go switch the camera. So
So all right, well let's.
I
oh,
organized
man.
my list in a certain way, so I have non-franchises, and then I have franchises, and then within non-franchises, I have like unique directors that I wanted to talk about. But you guys,
Sounds
that
wanna-
is very organized.
That- yeah,
For me,
I'm
it was
not-
just like, oh, that was a real fun time for me.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, wow, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to go first? Jaden, do you want to go first since now you're
yeah,
actually on the?
yeah, we have a guest now.
Yeah,
so
her name's Jaden. She's cute.
she lives on this earth. Also,
Yeah.
is she gonna be picked up by the mic? I don't know.
I would assume, yeah. The mic's pretty good. It can
I'm
hear stuff
also-
upstairs. So.
I'm loud.
She
Yeah,
also
just
is
scream.
high frequency.
Venom.
So
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
Yeah, that's
about
right,
that.
those
High
females.
frequencies get picked up very.
easily.
You got that going for you,
Love
which is
being
nice.
a girl. Oh, now I'm on the spot. I can't think of one.
We have a huge list here. You can.
Yeah,
look
we'll
from.
just get it later.
Okay. All right. I'll start us off then. One
whatever
movie
you want.
we were talking about this one earlier, and it's a great movie. Scott Pilgrim vs. the
Oh,
World,
yeah.
and only because I watched it like literally 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yes, love that movie. Man, I don't like where
So
do I even
enjoyable.
start? Where do I even start with that movie?
So much personality.
So random.
So
Yeah,
just-
it really
so
just
random, it's a
came
party
out
to
of
get down.
nowhere.
Like if we could pinpoint a theme,
Mhm.
it would be personality.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because that whole movie is just what is he like, and he's and like what go it's really one of those movies where it's like what is going through a person's head all the time.
Yeah.
Like obviously you have like Inside Out or whatever that movie
Oh
was.
yeah, but this is like
I love that movie.
what are all like that is
Right.
me 'cause,
Like the little
I think
quirks.
of references like just
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Like that and then like the video game stuff
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and
The
like
perfect nerd movie.
right and the battles with the
Yeah, it's
the
like-
rock band battles like that's just something like people think about, and you know it's just like random thoughts or dreams,
Yeah.
and they put it into a movie, and I think that it perfectly represented that.
All the writing and the dialogue is so perfectly
Oh,
quick
so
too.
funny.
When they're like, "Oh man, I love garlic bread. I could just eat this for days." And like, "Oh, but it makes you fat. Bread makes you fat." Like the way that they directed and edited that, so it just like it slowly subtly builds up to
Right.
this point, and then it just explodes. Bread makes you fat. Like cuts in on his face and
Dude.
he flips out.
Favorite scene? Actually, not my favorite scene, but one of my favorite things in that movie. I'm gonna cut my hand off so I can stop doing this.
How are we gonna have good old fashioned knife fights then? You're gonna
really
have a knife for a hand. Are you a T-1000?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
So
A TI
no,
inspired.
that gives me nightmares. No, the scene where the girl shows up at his door or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's like, I gotta get out of here. He jumps through the
Dives
window.
out the
He
window.
jumps out the window and he goes, he just left.
So good.
Oh god, great movie.
I don't even know like favorite scene, but just like favorite line. Honestly, I can't even remember half these people's names. But just like Anna Kendrick when
Oh.
Anna Kendrick.
like Scott's best friend is now making out with her boyfriend, and she's just like, again? Are you like,
Right.
I'm flying that this happened at
Not
least
again.
one more time, if not like more than like 2 times.
That is amazing.
And the fact that she's just really chill about it, I'm like, really again?
Right.
Anna Kendrick, speaking of, Pitch Perfect.
I
Oh,
forgot
there
about
you
that.
go.
That's a good one.
Hey, but
That
we're
is a
not
good-
going to talk about Pitch Perfect 2 and 3 because they don't deserve to be talked. You can only see it as one movie.
That's like what movie we were talking about the other day? They were like, no, it's just one. Oh no, Terminator.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
Terminator.
only Terminator 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's just a.
Can we-
There's
wait,
nothing
can
after
we-
that.
There's nothing else.
We're gonna spoil Terminator Dark Fate. Can I spoil Terminator Dark Fate for you? Are you going to see it?
You can't because it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
We're gonna spoil Terminator Dark Fate, so either mute it. I'm gonna flash when we're done. Remind me to do that when we're done.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Spoilers. Okay, so you know what the dumbest thing is about Terminator Dark Fate? It takes place right after Terminator 2. It's like the beginning part does. And so the CGI for Linda Hamilton and young John Connor,
Oh,
really good.
God.
Another Terminator just walks up to John Connor, shoots him in the head, and
Like,
then it
that's
rolls
it.
credits.
They're at, like,
And,
a-
then
That's
that's the
one
beginning
They're
of
at
the
like
movie.
a
And
bar,
then it's
like a
title
real
card.
Wait,
tropical
what?
place.
Yes. They're at like a tropical island and they're like hanging out like, thank God we killed that other Terminator and we're safe now. Another Terminator just walks up, shoots John Connor, title card.
That's good.
So it's like, oh, I guess the other two movies didn't matter.
Is he in the rest of the movie?
No, he's
No.
not in Terminator Dark Fate. It's just Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Oh, and then here's the best part. That Terminator that just killed John Connor, immediately after that, he's like, I feel bad. Because I guess they have emotions now. I feel bad. I'm going to go marry somebody and then just live in a cabin in the woods.
I mean, who cares about plot holes? They don't matter.
He's a robot.
Holy
Like,
just
at least in T2, they address, like, I know now why you cry. Like, I understand you have emotion.
Wait,
I
is
don't
the-
have that.
is
It's
the
not the
second-
same one.
Is
It's-
this the second Terminator also played by Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, it's like CG Arnold. It's not... And all the
CG
CG...
Arnold.
CGI.
All the CG's really good, but it's just a big middle finger to the first two movies, which are great. It's like, oh, did you love Terminator 2? I'm gonna bust a cap in those movies. And in John Connor.
Like, if you like
Is John
their
Connor in
franchise,
any other?
get ready to not
He's
like
in
it.
Salvation, kind of. But Christian Bale plays him, which is honestly kind of cool.
That is
I feel like whenever
I
I Christian
do,
Bale,
I
I'm like,
do.
Anna would like that.
It's true.
Why? Why is that? why?
But I heard there's great action, there's a lot of really cool stuff in it, but I
Was
just,
that
like, if
in
you
our
like Terminator
decade?
2, you're not gonna like it. Also, I think...
Said, was that in our decade?
No, he's talking about Dark Fate.
Oh, we were just
Dark
talking
Fate
about
was
the
in our
newest
decade.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we're complaining
okay.
about it.
Well,
not
still, we are.
Okay, we are off topic. We're gonna go back. Alright,
Flash.
spoilers are over.
Yeah. If you, you wouldn't even
Sorry.
want to hear them. They're so
You
dumb.
don't want to hear it. It's not a good movie. I mean, I heard it's directed well, but if you like the first two, it's a middle finger to you. So,
Ooh.
Oh,
Darn.
I just.
all right, I'm gonna pick a
I hate
director.
that.
I'm probably whenever I reference this list, I'm gonna probably pick a director, but also a good choice for talking about Pitch Perfect. I want to talk about. No, I want to save Nolan for later.
Oh,
also, I
man.
like Nolan, my boy.
No, my boy.
I want to talk about
Oh, come on.
Ari Aster.
Yeah, let's.
Okay, Jordan
I
Peele.
agree.
Yeah, I was gonna
Jordan
say.
Peele
Yeah, Jordan. Okay.
Just
Jordan
because.
Peele.
Oh man.
is great.
Get out and it's us. Bum 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 bum.
It's them.
I got
Yeah.
5 on it.
It's them.
I got 5 on it.
I love what Owen said last time, and I don't think I could. Not last time, but on his episode when
Okay.
Owen came on,
It was-
he could not have said it any better. If you were to watch those two movies, not know who directed it, you would just know that
Yeah, they
Jordan
just
Peele
are the
wrote and directed
same
them.
like vibe.
Yeah.
And they're both like Twilight Zone episodes.
Yeah.
Two crazy horror things
Yeah.
that
Evergreens.
also make you think a lot.
Right.
That is like, I mean, that's why he's doing the Twilight Zone. But Jordan Peele to just come out of doing comedy and start doing these crazy.
Horror
Horror
Like
movies.
movies that-
emotional, like
Right.
psychological.
Well, I mean,
Crazy.
they do say that comedians are like the
Depressed
most.
and-
Well, no, not even that, but like the most like emotional of
Yeah.
people because they have so much like laughter.
Yeah, and they gotta
That-
control the audience's emotions.
Right,
too.
because
Yeah.
like they let out all of their happiness to like comedy,
So
and then
what's
everything else.
left?
Yeah, right. Everything else is built
Yeah.
up. But that really shows like with Jordan Peele's stuff because he's been a comedian for how long?
Yeah.
But so much attention to detail in
Oh,
all this
yeah.
movie, like in especially in Get Out. I think I totally get why Get Out got best original screenplay.
Yeah.
because there's just so many things that like everything is like an inner working clock. Like
Yeah.
in Incredibles when they use that metaphor,
Yeah.
it's all the little cogs that mesh
Incredibles
together.
2.
Why
Incredibles
are
2
you
is
not
pretty good.
happy, Bob?
Bob, I'm not happy, Bob. Not
At all.
happy.
Ask me why.
Ask me why, Bob.
Why are you
Where's
not happy?
my super suit?
Be specific, Bob. Why are you unhappy?
I don't
Watched the movie in the car so many times.
That's
You're
unsafe.
accurate.
No, not in the car. Like when I was a kid, in the little
I
TV
don't
in
know,
there.
dude.
Honestly, I kind of want an Incredibles backstory. Give me Incredibles 3 and give me the backstory.
You mean a prequel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me how they meet.
Yeah.
Give me how they get their powers.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
think
want their
you're born
entire.
with
I
them.
just want like an
Right, give me a prequel. Literally, give me
But-
the
Oh, no,
Incredibles.
Actually,
How
yeah,
they
like
met.
in the
Never
good old
mind.
days, like in the beginning of Incredibles 1, when they're all like, there's a million superheroes and stuff, and they're all like doing stuff. That would
Yeah.
actually
Okay, yeah,
well, no, not
disregard
even
what I
that.
said.
Even farther.
'Cause it
To,
does
like,
tell you
at
how
the
they
very
meet.
beginning.
Yeah.
So like, how did they get their powers?
Oh, probably they were just born with it, like X-Men.
Yeah.
Like Jack.
Like Jack was just
Yeah,
born.
but like, yeah, but they address that in X-Men. They don't address it in Incredibles.
I think it's assumed that.
They're born
just
in a
get it.
I
Jack
don't
Jack.
want to assume.
Okay, all right.
I want to know.
I mean, you're right. Like I don't.
To
disagree
quote
with
a
that.
teacher that's very wise, it's hard to know.
Who's what? No.
I don't.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want
Yeah.
to say any names, but it's hard to know, and
Okay.
that is true.
You struggle to find success. A teacher also says that.
But yeah,
A teacher also has a picture of me postered in their room, thanks to Anna.
Yeah.
and it
No
just put the
problem.
poster up in the
It's
room.
literally a blown up picture of my face in the room. So like literally like that size, this size.
It
is a
literally
poster.
is.
Just my face.
I've never been in this said room.
It's
quite legendary, I might say.
You just
Quite
kind of walk
legendary.
in. You don't really notice it at first, but then you just kind of
Yeah.
turn and you're like,
Well, okay,
That's all.
because the room has like these kind of movie posters like all around.
Oh, okay, now I know. What
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
So it's
Yeah.
literally like, you know, movie posters on all the walls.
Everywhere.
And all she did was make a giant, or like make a poster this size and tape it over the movie poster. So like, it doesn't look odd because it's just like, oh, it's just another movie poster.
But
Because
it's-
you're not focusing like,
Check the camera battery. If it's okay, it's gonna pop up. Where are we at?
about Half-Life.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is it red?
No.
Gone?
Yeah.
Sorry.
But like, yeah, and then, which by the way, she told me this was gonna happen.
yeah.
I just like kind of forgot about it until I
Yeah.
walked into the room one day and I go, that's my face.
It is.
What movie is it covering up? Dunkirk?
That's a
Yes,
movie that
yeah.
no one made. I haven't seen it though, so I wouldn't.
No
I can't.
one
I
made?
legally cannot. Put
Yeah,
it
me
on
and the
you.
teacher, like, we thought about it, like, okay, which poster do we cover up? And I'm like, I can't cover up, like, Wonder Woman.
Yes, he is in that.
I still that.
Harry
throws me off.
Styles is in that movie?
Yeah, he is.
I
Oh
forgot
yeah,
the-
I forgot to mention because my brother donated when we were on a break. We were on a break.
Thank you,
Oh
Sam.
my
Thank you,
God.
Sam.
We
Jack,
love you,
you're a
Sam.
good kid. Use it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. We miss you. Come
We
here.
do.
Come
We do.
home.
We
Come
do.
on.
Ah! What did you do?
And
Let-
we're not
stop,
live
just
streaming
stop.
anymore.
We are-
No, we're still live streaming. Oh, you have to go. Yeah.
This is what you did last time. Okay, all right, cool.
I keep like I just screw with your computer just for the fun of it.
Let me do what the complaints.
Cool shirts.
Oh yeah, I just have a bunch of links of cool shirts.
We're
Hey.
very scattered. Okay.
Movies to watch. It never ends.
Possibly good source.
Oh, that was doing for my extended essay.
More posters. Honey
Yeah, we-
Password. Rochester, America. Man, you have a lot of stuff on. You have a lot of notes.
Dude, I have a lot of notes.
Speaking of notes.
Yeah. Speaking of notes, what
God.
what other movies do you think defined or like is just your favorite of this decade?
Can I bring up one that's on the list?
Yes.
on the knock list.
Deadpool.
Oh,
That's
yes!
two.
Let's go. Actually, you know what? Deadpool 2.
You know what?
I was a huge fan.
I wasn't at first, but I watched it a few more times and I liked it.
I think the thing, like, Deadpool 2's downfall was the fact that it, like, Deadpool 1 was so just, like,
Out of there,
like,
yeah.
different and, like,
It just
cool.
hit, right?
So then Deadpool 2 was like, yeah, it's good, but it didn't have the same effect because it was the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
which
that's
is how a lot of sequels happen.
But like
Sequelitis.
the first one also was more vulgar.
It was edgy, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
that was so edgy.
It was edgy.
I feel like, there
Like-
were a lot more cutaways too. Like he would say something and then it would cut to
Yeah.
or like flashbacks or whatever, stuff like that. I feel like there wasn't as much of that in the second
Right.
one. It was just more plot driven.
L cancer.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good way to put it. It was more plot driven. The first one really wasn't like
Yeah, like
there was a plot, but it was
It was
more
driven
like
by the, like,
the action
shock
and the
factor
yeah,
and-
yeah,
yeah.
more like the swearing and the nudity and the
Yeah.
gore and everything like
they
that.
had a lot more time to cut away
Happy
just
Right.
different things, whether that's
Rather than
you
the
know.
second was just like it's literally like all the other superhero movies.
But vulgar.
Right. I just like I want them to make a third one. Actually, they're gonna make.
They
a
are
third
gonna
Yeah,
make
they're
it,
gonna
and it's
do it.
R-rated.
And it's R-rated, baby. We did it.
Most likely, I think.
Nope, they're. It's
Disney,
because of us.
Disney,
actually,
if
too.
you don't, I'm gonna find you.
They did it because of us. They saw the podcast and they're like, now we got to do it R-rated, and we were like, thanks.
we were like, thanks.
I feel like I'd like to think that Ryan Reynolds would not sign up for it if it wasn't R-rated.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he.
What movie?
needs it.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds is in Hobbs and Shaw.
I
What?
love Ryan
He is
Reynolds.
in it, and he's
Let's just
hilarious.
discuss-
Think about Deadpool in a suit. That's literally his role.
Okay.
Except for he's not. You know what?
I was
No.
gonna actually put a list of actors that blew up in this year. I was,
Ryan Reynolds.
ooh, we got a subscriber. Sorry.
Ooh.
Hobbs and Shaw. He's in it, and he's a Oh my gosh, he's like an agent. He doesn't actually do anything. Like there's no action. He's strictly comedic relief,
Oh,
Great.
nice.
and it's
As
great
it
because
should.
he's hilarious. Oh, it's so great. I love him. I just, you know what? I think Ryan Reynolds could go down as my favorite actor.
I can see that.
Him or
Yo,
Oh.
Jack, my guy, I made it. I'm Jaden. Thanks,
Huh?
Jaden.
thanks.
Oh, I think
Jaden.
I know who that is. Is that JC? JC! I know you. Okay. Cool.
I'm JC.
Another
Oh,
JC.
that is JC Part 2!
JC part 2.
Well, who's on the podcast and who isn't? Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding. I don't even know who you are.
I don't know if you got any more. You're not clicking on it. This is what happens when you.
Why
touch
don't
the-
you click?
You not like like click
Let's
on the
talk about
letters.
how bad
Austin is
Sherlock
operating.
Holmes or Sherlock and what was it called?
Oh,
movie?
yeah.
Watson Holmes.
That movie was horrible.
With who?
That
Who's
movie
in
was-
that
Will
movie?
Ferrell
Ferrell
and John
and-
C. Reilly. It was bad.
It was
I
bad.
haven't seen it yet.
Don't
It
see
came
it.
out last year.
Came out-
I saw it on Christmas. You know how
I'm
disappointed I
JC.
was?
Oh, another movie.
Oh yeah.
Was Step Brothers this decade? No.
I don't think so. I feel like it's got to that early 2000s.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
No,
Will
it was definitely out before I was.
But Will
It's got that
Ferrell.
Wow, we debate.
2008.
Ha!
Oh,
Same year as The Dark
man.
Knight.
I like that movie.
I view movies like in terms of timeline. I'm like, oh, this happened. This was like in terms of.
Right.
turns
It was
out
like
nice.
before Dark Knight.
It's like,
or
oh,
after Dark Knight.
Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen came out
BDK.
2009 because that was the year that this happened and blah 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 blah.
You know what's funny? I do that with music.
Okay. So
Like I'm like, oh, this album came out
Oh, okay.
in
Thanks, Ethan.
like this album came out in like
Anna.
'84 because this album came out in '83 and it was like right after it.
I see.
So
Smart.
that's
You
how
weren't
I.
even alive in '83.
Yeah, but I love that kind of music.
One other director that I want to
Music,
talk
though.
about,
Oh, wow.
Damien Chazelle. Now, people don't talk about this guy enough, alright? This guy is super
the-
young.
read the
Maybe
list.
he's like, I don't know, 20 or something? He's 20, and he's already made 2 crazy movies. La La Land was breaking records when
Yeah.
it came
Never
out.
saw it.
Never
Me
saw
neither.
La La
Look,
Land.
I'm not a huge
Let's
musical
go.
person.
Not a musical
Jaden.
fan.
The only musicals that I really like are La La Land, The Lion King,
Rocket Man.
and
Pitch
High School
Perfect.
Musical 2.
And Baby
Uh,
Driver.
Is Pitch Perfect a musical?
Baby Driver is not a musical. Nobody actually sings actually.
I don't
The
feel
guns
like-
I feel
sing.
like
The guns are ringing.
Let's go.
That is so good.
That
Okay.
is sick.
Yo, Jack, who's the guy sitting next to you? I recognize him.
Hello,
It's your
I'm the
boy.
guy sitting next to you.
It's your boy,
Austin.
Austin.
Young metronome.
Austin. Young Metro. Oh, God, I love
And
that.
young metronome.
Anyways,
What was I? Oh, so Damien Chazelle.
Yep.
Knocked it like La La Land. Both La La Land and Whiplash are amazing. Like, if you were to talk about film elements and like the production and execution of how the movies are made, it's amazing. Whiplash is about a band. That could be so boring if it's just they're playing the music. But the way that they direct and edit it, and all of the performances in these movies are fantastic.
is it like the Motley Crue movie? What's
I've
that?
never
That
movie?
was so good. Dirt.
No, it's not.
Dirt.
That was so good. I love that movie.
The movie.
It's about like a jazz band and specifically one member of the jazz band and it like how it psychologically messes with him and the pressure of having to keep up with everybody else.
Yeah.
That seems
And
like
the music
Jazz?
teacher is how he's like evil. He like everyone can relate to that one teacher that has just been the worst person. Austin and
You're
Supergirl just have a
Yeah.
connection.
Nice.
Oh.
We
Oh
high
my God,
five.
like,
You're Supergirl?
Yeah.
What?
Is that the worst teacher?
Oh.
But both like and then La La Land is one of those movies that is just it's just amazing. That was one of those movies that made me realize I need to go into film. And I
Yeah.
like that might sound really
Aw.
stupid, but I watched that movie and I was like
Talk
was
about
like,
an
how can I
origin
not?
story.
yeah, really an origin
Shit,
story.
it's here.
And it's Evabab.
Yeah. Okay.
Evab.
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 Evob. Yeah.
Evab.
But if you haven't seen those movies, two totally different. Like La La Land is obviously a
Right.
musical, and
Yeah.
Whiplash is it's very dark and bleak, and it's kind of psychological. Both amazing though,
Yep.
and you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not seeing them.
Also, jazz is just really important.
That's
Agreed.
a constant between his two movies. Damien Chazelle loves jazz, and
Jazz.
they're both about that.
Very much overlooked, and I get really angry about that from time to time. But we don't need to delve
That's
into
literally what all La La Land's about. Ryan Gosling is like, there's more to jazz than just elevator music. It is something more. Like, and
Right.
his passion is just amazing.
And he's pretty.
Yeah,
It's
that too.
and
Ryan
he's
Gosling's a
pretty.
good-looking guy.
I don't want to talk
Yes.
any more about it. I don't want to ruin it for anyone else because I
Yeah.
love not telling you things about movies and then
Yeah.
you watch it and you're just like, what? So, I'm
I
not
wanna
going to
see
say
it.
anything more.
I get to see La La Land.
And Whiplash. Whiplash is amazing. it won Best Editing and it won Best Supporting Actor with J.K. Simmons because J.K. Simmons is amazing.
J.K. Simmons is amazing. We love him. Wait, he's in La La Land?
No, yes,
Yeah,
he's in as a
yes.
cameo role in La La Land, but he got the award for Whiplash. In
Oh.
Whiplash, he is amazing.
Is he like main character or is he like
Kind of.
supporting?
Supporting, but a very strong supporting.
Okay.
Like some supporting actors, they get like 10 minutes. He is in there for like.
He's like the Alfred, basically, because Alfred's
sure.
a supporting actor.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's do a few more, and then I want to cut to break so we can refill the battery.
Just to break time again.
Refill.
Yes.
Yeah, wait.
Power
how are we gonna
up.
cut to break? You're gonna have to cut it off.
No, I would just do
Just
what we
stick
did
with
before.
Oh, right.
Oh my god, why did that?
Oh.
All right.
Right.
Well.
What we gonna do?
Venom.
You know what? Only because it was recent.
Mhm.
Hopping into franchises.
Yeah.
I don't even know. That doesn't really count as a franchise, but the
Just do it.
Joker.
Yes. Yeah. I put DC and Marvel at like. straight
Right.
franchises.
Okay. So.
It's on the list, so you're allowed to
Right.
say it.
Joker. It's not a.
It doesn't feel like a comic book movie at all.
Right. And in some way, you can connect it to every other Joker movie. Or every other movie Joker's in. Suicide
Okay.
Squad, Batman, The Dark Knight, and Batman
1989.
1989.
I don't know where you're going with this, but okay.
Neither do
elaborate.
I.
I'm not like
No,
that.
I just like. Man. I just want to talk
Like
about
other- I
how
love Harley Quinn.
how different Joaquin Phoenix is
Oh,
from
yeah.
every other Joker.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying. I thought he was saying he was similar to all of those.
No.
Okay.
He's different, but it's still bringing together the core. Like,
Okay.
he's still a person,
Okay. Yes.
but he doesn't make himself seem like it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And in The Dark Knight.
Okay. I was gonna say The Dark Knight, but I didn't want to throw you off.
No, no. The Dark Knight.
Keep
And this
going.
is a very subtle thing, but I read a
Article.
because my FOA originally was like gonna be a part of that, but I read an article about how like his face paint is purposely not covering his
Yeah.
whole face because it's like he's still human,
Yeah.
and it's the connection between like his alternate personalities, I guess.
Yeah.
But like I like how the Joaquin Phoenix Joker like connects that,
Yeah.
like he is a person and then he turns into a Joker because
That's-
no other Joker like has that.
Yeah.
Every other Joker's just like, oh, it's just a Joker.
That is them. you
Right.
know? Like one of my friends, I think that's not super into film. They were kind of saying,
Oh.
"Oh,
Don't worry about
What's
that.
up?
one of my friends that was they're
Don't
not
worry
super
about
into film. They're like, yeah, it's just like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. It's just you just can't compare it to Heath Ledger's. It's just
Right.
not the same for me." And I said, I think that's the point though. They're not supposed to be similar at all. And what's important about Joaquin Phoenix is it's the 100, maybe not 180-degree turn, but like 75-degree turn from being somewhat normal and a contributing member of society that has some problems to being a mass murdering psychopath
Yeah.
killer.
What do
you
you
know.
get?
What do you get?
Don't
I was gonna
spoil
do
it.
it. I was gonna do
What do
it.
you get?
I almost did it. Oh man, I love that quote.
But it's just that is what is important about
Right.
him and the fact that he was able to do it because that is crazy that he was
Joaquin.
able to do that. And
Claps for Joaquin Phoenix.
please get nominated for best actor. Yeah.
Not supporting.
All these Oscar things are messing with me.
Don't answer that.
Awesome.
Okay, all right. It's not Austin Holly.
No last names?
Never mind. Whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyways, moving on.
Austin.
This is my friend Austin.
But
Crawford.
yeah, I just love the Joker. I love Joaquin Phoenix, and we just watched that movie too. So.
And I think also from a production standpoint, it's
Oh yeah.
done very well.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
lights, cinematography,
the
directing.
dancing scene in the bathroom.
Yes.
And
How that was all. Oh
Improv.
yes, the score is phenomenal, and how that was all improv to the score. For anybody that's seen the movie, which this isn't really a big spoiler because it doesn't have to do anything with the plot, but the scene where Joaquin Phoenix is dancing in the bathroom and it's like all green, that is all that dancing is improv to the score that was made by I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name.
I'm not really sure. I think she's a new and upcoming
Yeah.
composer, but she did a
Yeah.
fantastic. She did an HBO series, and then she just jumped from that to Joker. And she's-
Which honestly,
she killed
good
it.
for
Good.
her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Another
Because that was
round of
phenomenal.
applause.
I'm really
Love
happy.
the score of
I
that
feel
movie.
like there's not a lot of different composers. Like it's usually
Yeah.
we hear a lot of the same
The
names.
same
Henry
stuff,
Jackman,
yeah.
John Williams, Hans Zimmer.
Yep.
I'm forgetting someone really important. The guy that's going to score the Batman movie, he did Rogue One. Michael Giacchino. It's like the same 5 names.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that we're getting some new people, that we're getting a really different taste of what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to cut to a break, change the battery, and like this will be really quick. This won't be super long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it'll
then
take like 2
We're
seconds.
gonna go back and we're really gonna dive into this. And we did a few movies. And we did a few directors.
Right.
I really want to get into that.
We're literally just changing the battery of the camera really quick, and then we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
We'll
Just
be
give
right
us,
back
like-
after these short messages.
There's literally no messages.
And we're back, and we're talking about Midsummer.
That's right.
I've seen Hereditary. Heredity. Yes, Heredity. That's what it's called.
Heredity.
You heard it here
know,
first.
Since we're talking about that director, Ari Aster, who I think made his directorial debut 2 years ago, I think it was, which is crazy. And he's already made 2 knock out of the park movies, Hereditary and Midsummer.
Yes.
And when I first saw Midsummer, I watched it with my brother, and my brother, probably not watching it, is like, what? Like, it's a very weird what the F movie, but once you think about it, and I've looked up a lot of stuff, and I've had a lot of discussions with other people, once you get that, you really appreciate it a lot more. And I think, it's produced very well. All the acting in that movie is actually really well done. Like, I was surprised. I'm not good at noticing acting in films. And I was like, wow, this is really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see it.
In the cinematography, I think it should get nominated for Best Cinematography this year. And it came out, in June or something, which is not normal, because that's not... They usually either nominate things everything is in the fall, so it's crazy for something like that to get nominated.
Very interesting to see just that transition of you being like, Midsummer's messed up, man. Like, you don't want to it was messed. And now you're like, okay, no.
Let's dive in.
It's very weird if you're looking at it from the direct approach.
Yeah.
Don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's like The Lighthouse, kind of.
It's as long as you go in with a lighthouse mindset, you're like, okay.
What was the other movie we watched that was kind of like that?
I don't think we did.
What movies have we seen together?
In theaters?
Yeah.
Joker could
Lighthouse.
be
We saw
kind of
Joker
considered.
together, and we saw Lighthouse together in theaters.
Yeah, we
I
did.
feel like we've
Else.
seen something else, too.
And we watched a bunch of movies at my house.
I mean, accidentally, me and Jack saw Detective Pikachu.
We did not-
How do you do that accidentally?
Dude, I can.
I
interpret
went
that
with
movie
my
in many
brother,
ways.
he went with Jacobo, and then I was there first, to be fair. We were already sitting, and then Jack just walked in the row in front of me, and I'm like, really? Okay.
Hello.
No, it's fun.
Hi, Mark.
Honestly,
Oh,
gotta
hi,
say,
Hereditary.
I want to talk about Hereditary because Hereditary is
I was
so...
gonna say
hi,
before
Ma.
you go to a different.
I haven't seen it yet.
Dude,
What?
Hereditary is a lot more direct. Like, if you
I
want to
haven't
look,
seen
I'm sorry,
see,
that was funny.
What?
the acting in that movie is crazy good. The writing in it is crazy good.
Dude,
Like-
it's such like it's one of those movies where every time something happens, you're just like, what just happened? Like
Yeah.
the one part.
Yes.
It's like, you're like, and it's so realistic too.
Yes.
Like at least like I see the first half, second half, it's like okay, it's
Yeah.
a movie. But that like
Yeah,
the one
it's-
thing that
yes,
happens
I
in
know
that
you're talking
movie,
about.
It's-
you're like that could
Hereditary,
happen.
the movie.
Yes.
That messes
Hereditary,
you up.
the film.
Yeah.
I was literally sitting there just like,
There was, in that scene that we're both...
what the heck is going on?
In that scene that I know we're both thinking of,
Yeah.
there's a directing choice that the editor stays on the shot of this one person and just the reaction of this crazy
like
thing,
the pure emotion that
and
he
they don't-
conveys.
and they don't cut to what we all
what
want to
happened,
see.
yeah.
And that was such a great editing choice. Like, that was amazing.
And like the fact that like when the mother finds out about what we're talking about, like just the like it doesn't show her reaction.
Yeah.
It's just like I think it's like just a scene of the house.
Yeah,
and
maybe
you
just like cuts
you just
to...
hear the reaction, like
Yeah.
her screaming. It's like
All right, now I really need
Dude,
to
It's
see
you
this
need
really
to see
good.
this movie. Toni Collette should have gotten an Oscar.
Where can you see this movie?
it's on Netflix. No, it's
It
not.
is?
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. It's on Redbox.
Redbox.
She got the writing and the
I
confused.
still go to
okay?
Redbox to see movies.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's like $2
It's
Yeah,
a bold
It's like
come on.
choice.
this one
Bold
way-
choice,
way to-
Cotton.
I just wanted to quote that and also General Grievous.
Oh, yeah, it's a bold choice.
you're a bold.
God.
We're done with this. We should look at the donations again.
Yeah, I agree. Good idea.
Because we have it in a minute.
Well, yeah, let's finish Hereditary first.
Yeah, Hereditary,
well,
great
I mean,
movie. I love
We
it.
don't need this to.
I also love
I'm just gonna look.
that he is one of the Naked Brothers band's kids.
Oh, Anonymous.
He
Thank
is?
you.
Anonymous.
Thank you, Anonymous.
That was my dad. My dad's anonymous. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
That's why I said we should read the donation.
Thank you, Jaden's dad.
Thank
AKA
you so much,
Anonymous.
Mr. Jaden's
He's
dad.
gonna come get a tattoo from my dad in a while, maybe.
No, maybe.
All right.
Anyways, Hereditary.
Back to Hereditary. Performances amazing.
Yep.
I actually cared about the family.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
usually I'm just like, come on, get to the whatever's going on.
Like
but
the
I
shock
was
value, yeah.
some of the family stuff was scarier than,
Mhm.
and
I
like
think I know
there's
what
so
you're
much
talking about
tension
next.
in that family. It reminded me of
There you go.
Haunting of Hill House. I don't know if anyone has
Lost it.
seen that, but there's some
Okay.
there's some tension and there's just like there's a lot of like building and it's all subtle too. Like,
Yeah, it's very like I had no idea what was going on. But then like thinking back, you're like, oh, that means that, blah blah. It's like well, you have to think about it for a while. I read on Reddit a little bit too afterwards. I'm like, what is going on?
And like Jordan Peele, there's a lot of subtle hints as to what's gonna happen and things like that. I didn't pick up on them because I'm an idiot. So I think if I need to rewatch this movie again because it's just crazy and it's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely it's a rewatch.
My only issue with it is at the end. There's kind of I think it really speeds up at the end. And I
Yeah.
think it should really continue to go slower.
I agree. Cause yeah, the beginning's pretty slow, and then it's like
And then it just speeds up and you're like, whoa.
yeah.
But some of the most iconic horror images I've seen ever is in there.
I would 100% agree. It's pretty like crazy.
The stuff that Ari Aster made has defined the horror genre for this decade. Anyone else want to go follow up that?
I don't know if
I was gonna say that was really
like
just me
that
and
was
Jack
like
talking.
really
I don't-
in depth,
I don't really
and
know,
like
yeah.
the ones I have, it's not like really in depth. Like when we were talking about Joker, I was like, and actually like
Oh, sorry.
superhero movie for me, and I feel like this might be kind of a surprise, but Man of Steel. That was the first ever actual superhero movie I think I actually ever watched.
Really?
Man of
Wow.
Was Man of Steel. I think it was like 8th
Because you
or
didn't see the Dark Knight
7th
trilogy,
grade.
which is like a sin.
Sorry, but like that was like
But it's
the
okay,
actual
now-
official like
Now you can sit in front of it. Like,
Right.
you know, you got it.
yeah. So like, that was like the first superhero movie I had ever watched. So that one was like a big one for me, like this decade.
Granted, that's
'Cause
a
it
pretty
kind of
good movie.
started.
Yeah.
Like first of all, good movie, but like chain reaction of like me actually watching superhero
Yeah.
movies
Yeah.
started with Man of Steel.
There
So-
you go.
We could go in, since you started talking about superhero movies, I think we should really talk about one thing that definitely will define the 2010s. Marvel and DC, I think, really
Yeah.
just, like, say whatever
Who
you...
else is there
say-
like on like?
Right.
Say whatever you want about
Realistically.
Marvel, and I know we crap on them all the time, but you
Sky
gotta
high.
give them the props for
Oh,
making
yeah.
21 or maybe 22. I think it
think
is
22.
Yeah, it's
23,
22.
something like that.
Yeah.
Wild
That's a
number.
lot
At
of
least
movies.
20 movies of immensely successful, critically and box office wise.
And like
Agreed.
mostly in this decade, I think there's like one or two that was in there.
Yeah,
like,
may I
2000s,
remind you,
because
they-
Iron Man and like
Yeah,
that
like
happened
the,
like,
like,
earlier,
real
but then
OGs
everything else like was
Right.
2010 onward.
Right,
Yeah.
like may I remind you, like the Marvel like superhero movies started with Iron Man in what 2001
2008.
or 8?
Yeah.
With
That's
my
same
man,
year as the
Dark
Robert Downey
So
Jr.
2008.
Robert.
So in 11
Ugh.
years ish, 11, 12 years, they created one of the most iconic ever movie franchises.
Like
Yeah, ever.
universes.
I mean,
Right.
it really could compete with Star Wars, and I think people could really debate that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
Like-
feel like Star Wars is more of the like pre 2000. Well,
Oh
not
no, but I'm just saying
pre-2000,
like ever, like franchises
Oh, yes.
ever. They
Okay,
could,
yeah.
they could,
Yeah, like,
they
cause
could,
like people
debate
talk about like, oh yeah, when I saw like A New Hope in theaters, and like we get to talk about being like, oh yeah, like when I saw Infinity War
Yes,
in theaters,
right.
like it's like that kind of like effect of like talking to
Right.
other people about it, and like
Yeah.
I mean, really depending on what movie you were super like
Like,
about.
everyone
I feel like
knows some of the lines from that movie too. Sorry, continue.
No, I was just gonna say like I feel like for Star Wars they did it kind of backwards in the sense like the Marvel franchise was like all individual movies and then they brought them all together and everything,
Yeah.
and then Star Wars like everybody's already together, like
And
you
then
kind of get the
Yeah.
story,
separate,
and then
yeah.
and then they
Split 'em up
separate
into
it.
spin-offs and stuff.
Right. But I mean, either way, they're both amazing franchises, and I know we crap on Marvel a lot because obviously we're big DC fans, but
Yeah.
I know
um,
such-
But it doesn't matter how you feel if someone like you gotta respect.
right, you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
give
like,
give
one of
credit,
those things,
give
yeah.
credit where credit's due.
Exactly.
Marvel's one of the greatest franchises of all time.
Yeah, I do want to definitely give props, I think, to Infinity War, because I went into that movie and I really wanted to hate it. I wanted it to
Yeah.
do so bad. I'm sorry to all the Marvel people. Like, I wanted it to fail, and I was like,
I was like,
DC,
"Grr."
just get the edge.
Yeah,
Right, get the edge with
yeah.
Justice League or BVS or something.
Oh, you
And
had
I-
so
and I-
much high hopes for Justice
Oh,
League.
God.
Justice League was utter garbage.
You had so many high hopes.
The exact opposite happened of what we wanted. We wanted
Yeah.
Infinity War to not do good and Justice League to do like amazing.
And
it's just
I walked out of Infinity
No.
War loving it. I went to go see it with my friend Paul. Paul, I don't know if you're still in there. Hang in there, buddy.
get in there, Paul.
But like,
Keep on hanging out.
and we just loved it. It was just
Yep.
it was just great. And I was like, I need to see this. Like, I saw it twice, and that was just. I think out of all the movies at MCU, I could say Infinity War is like the perfect MCU movie.
Yeah.
And I know we crap on it a lot, and I think sometimes they get to a point where it's like they feel like a product, but some of them have so much passion and like they have a lot of great
Winter
payoffs.
Soldier was.
Oh yeah.
That's another great one.
Civil
too.
War was pretty good.
Yeah, it's really cool that they have really defined cinema for a whole new generation in this decade.
Yeah,
So I do want to give them props for that.
that's very cash money of them.
Wow, we
Yeah.
turned over a new leaf, but don't worry, don't expect us to ever be like that tomorrow.
And you know what?
Again.
You know what? Rip Stanley as well because
Yeah.
he
Oh, yeah.
Rip
Oh,
Stanley
yeah.
because he
Wasn't that earlier this year? Like that was.
That was-
no,
that
that
was
was last
that was
year.
But it's
yeah, it was
so
before
recent.
Endgame. It was in between like Infinity War. And
It was
Endgame.
last year during November because like I remember like doing yeah.
It's so annoying how they use his Twitter account
Oh,
still
yeah.
to
I
promote
hate when
Marvel.
they
Like,
do
you
that.
sick
Yeah.
people,
Just
don't.
leave it alone.
It's so weird.
30 seconds ago. Props to you guys. Really, you sick.
No, but like, don't use
Yeah,
a
I
dead
know.
person's Twitter.
Yeah,
And
that's
also, just
not-
because we spend so much time praising Marvel, we're also going to sit here and talk about how terrible the Russo brothers are.
They're the
Wow.
worst. Wait,
Wow.
do
I was just
people
gonna hop
still
on
use
DC
Bob
and talk
Ross's
about some of the
Twitter?
stuff that they've done, some of the successes
Probably.
to counteract.
Has the Russo brother have they done anything else besides?
I'm not really
Marvel
sure.
series?
I haven't really investigated it.
Well, because I thought they like
They
worked for Stanley.
They might have done-
like they were assistant directors, and then when he died, they just kind of took over.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
He was just an executive producer and like he did
Okay.
like some funding and stuff like that. I don't think Stanley actually was like
Director.
a consult. Like wait, like they're like, okay, we have this great writing change, but Stanley, what do you think about it?
Right.
It wasn't like that.
Right,
Yeah.
but he was more like, I'm here, and I created this whole thing,
Yes,
so
exactly.
I'm gonna have at least the ability to input.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they still do use Bob Ross's Twitter, but it's not like promoting things. It's just like
Bob Ross.
it's just quotes and like there's absolutely no limits to this. Like,
You know,
you're
I
limited
can't-
only by your imagination and your willingness.
I
And
can't
you're
believe they still use Albert Einstein's Twitter. That's absolutely wild to me.
You're like, as if
Still
Albert
you-
Einstein
right.
had
Yeah,
a
he
Twitter.
was using it and then he died, and
Right,
then they were
and then
like,
they just-
well.
And now it's all inspirational quotes and like things he said. It's like, who cares?
Ooh, I want to check that out.
Throwback to like when he posted all of his like physics equations. He was like, dude, check
When
this
he was
out.
like, guys, E equals MC squared,
Right.
and I
He
was like,
dude, check out my new
retweet.
hairstyle, guys.
Right. I
Ate
retweeted
another
the
banana today.
I retweeted the heck out of that. The whole E equals MC squared thing.
Oh, we do not have any more donations yet. But
Dude, when
We're getting
Hamilton
there.
died and Aces kept using his
Right.
Twitter, it's like,
It was sick.
it's like, I love Eliza, I'm sorry to cheat on you.
tonight's theater.
Oh, tonight's theater.
Okay.
Sorry,
so
Victoria. Okay.
next next movie franchise. Are we?
Can we talk about
Yeah.
the positives of DC? They've had, I think,
Okay,
a
yes.
lot of negatives.
I was gonna say
but
we should dive into
Yeah,
DC.
so
right
we're
Wonder
gonna talk
Woman.
about Joker, but I
Wonder
wanted to,
Woman.
yeah, I was gonna say Anna. I'm gonna just
Wonder
just drop this
Woman.
Wonder
Oh
Woman.
my
Right,
God.
I did spoil it for you when it came out.
Love
I'm just
women.
gonna set that there,
Okay,
and
yeah,
you can-
absolutely. Like we love like that's
It
quite
was
honestly
literally made by
first-
women for women. No.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it was
We
made.
stand a
By
strong,
kids,
independent.
for kids.
Yeah,
we strong
Disagree.
Tricks are for kids.
And then also they threw in Chris Pine, and they knew that's exactly what the audience wanted and needed,
Right.
and just in general. At first, I was kind of like, on the choreography for the action scenes because they would like randomly like slow down
Right.
like halfway through, and I was like, I want.
There's a lot of slow motion. I will give you that.
Effect.
Yeah.
Like I was rewatching it and making brownies. I think at the same
Of course
time.
you were.
There you go.
So you always are making something.
Okay. I don't know if that's an insult
It's
or
not a
like
bad thing. I'm just saying.
Probably
you're always
that's
making
very good. I mean, I
yeah.
wish I could be.
And
Right?
Right.
just and like just the whole like entire action scenes and everything
Right.
like that. I was like, no, like this, you need the slow down action scene just so you can have like a moment to be like, this is that like
Process.
Right.
Yeah.
this is incredible.
Also,
like,
who doesn't want Gal Gadot and Chris Pine in the same movie? Like, can we just talk about that?
Right, Gal Gadot was probably one of the when we did best casting. Why didn't we mention
Yeah,
Gal
we
Gadot?
We are so dumb.
We're just literally idiots.
We're gonna forget something today too, and be like,
Oh,
why did we not
100%.
say that?
But we do
How
that
would
after
we
every.
not? But especially for something that's so broad.
Right.
Like,
We do
definitely.
that. We do that for every podcast. Is like we'll record the episode, then after when we talk, we're just like, oh, we forgot.
Yeah.
It's just something random.
Yeah, but it was. I cried a lot at the ending. I mean, I will give like slight criticism. The way it was just like giant super beam of like gonna kill you.
Right.
Never gonna kill you up. Sorry.
They gave him like a Captain America death,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it
was
did have
very-
some similar beats to Captain America.
or not death, but like in
when like Steve Trevor was like
the first Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that whole thing when the airplane goes into
Yeah.
ice. Yeah.
And he
Like
had to
that's
like blow up the thing.
yeah, that's a
Two
very
Two
similar.
dudes in a plane
It had
named
Two
Steve.
dudes chilling in a hot tub.
And-
5 feet apart.
Those are not gay.
Wait, what?
Two dudes named Steve in a plane.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And
but
they. Oh well. One
That's how I
doesn't-
kind of spoiled it to Anna. Actually, it got spoiled for me, and then I spoiled it
Spoiled
for
for
Anna.
yeah. But I
I
also
foiled the
really
plan.
appreciated the message
And
of just
both
like
named
of
Chris.
Diana learning that like humanity's not like super pure and
Right.
it's Ares corrupting them, and like she kills them and she's like, why are we still fighting? Like, well,
Right.
maybe it's not because we're all
Oh
you know,
yeah,
like,
Chris Pine.
yeah,
and he
and-
said that. He's like, "Look, we're not perfect," and he's like, "I'm sorry. Like, it's just, it's not how you want it to be." Oh man.
Yeah, but then he does that, and she's like, "It's not what I want it to be," but like because of his sacrifice, she's like,
Yeah.
Right.
"But it's still like there's
Right,
the
there's-
possibility
right.
to be."
She has like a line, and for some people it can be kind of cheesy, but she says like "love conquers all." Basically, is
Yeah.
what she was saying in the end, and it's like you want to know what like some may think that's cheesy, but like that makes sense for what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
like her love for
Yeah.
him is the reason why she can accept everyone else.
Yeah,
Can we also talk about that battle with Ares? Was really good. Like well shot. Well.
Dude, the
CGI.
entire movie is really well shot, and all the action sequences. I was really worried that it was gonna get like in your face. Like I was
Right.
watching Revenge of the Sith last night, and I enjoyed it. But all the lightsaber fights are super close up, and you just see blue beams flying around. I'm
You're like,
what
whoa.
is going on? But
Right.
like hers, like she's getting the lasso, she's grabbing. Like you can clearly
Yes.
see, like John Wick style
her
shot. You just
crossing no man's land, and then like the whole like when they reach the village and everything like that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Steve's like shield, and then
that is one of the best moments of this decade. I will stand by that. That is amazing.
yeah, that's
Just, like-
it's incredible.
Like they build up that whole place to be like it's hopeless, this is awful, and all
And
the
then
characters are like this is a terrible place and it's messed all of us up, and she's like no, I'm gonna help you fix it, I'm gonna help you guys give hope back, and that's amazing.
Gal Gadot, we love Diana
Yes!
Prince.
Oh, this is why I love movies. I swear I think I was saying this to you. I am a junkie addicted to movies, and I am
Yeah.
searching for my next high.
Should have been your senior quote.
It really should.
It really should have
Should
been.
have been your senior quote.
Should
Real
have been. Could have
quick,
been. Would have been.
Next franchise.
Shout out to
Or not
Victoria, who's
franchise.
currently annoyed
What is
at
this
me.
about?
Hi, Victoria.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Measurement retracted. Redacted.
You know what? Actually, I forgot to mention this in the what we have been
In
watching.
the woke.
I watched Godzilla, King of
Ooh.
Monsters,
Oh, okay.
the newest one.
Yes.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
You know what?
Jack was not. Like,
I was
that
not a big
impressed.
fan of it, and like
Yeah,
I know a lot of
impressed.
people can enjoy
Were
it.
you not a big fan because of
Oh, yeah,
the difference between the first one and the second one, or
I guess so. I felt like the second one they just tried to copy Marvel.
Did it
They
still
wanted to make it
have
a
a
Marvel
nice,
movie.
like,
And, like
score?
they like inserted Marvel
bad.
humor. They made
Neither have I.
like some of the physics of it. Like they have that gigantic helicarrier ship,
Physics.
but it like flies around really fast,
Yeah.
and like does all these
Fast.
flips and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not physically possible. like I'm like that's like it just seemed like they tried to make all these crazy Marvel action sequences when I thought the characters in the first one were better, and they kind of
Yeah.
just like they scratched that away for like a I don't know like a fun ride, but I don't know.
I just like
But yeah, you're allowed to like it, dude. Like,
You
I
can-
know people just want to see
No, you're
Godzilla
actually
for
not
months.
allowed.
Did it still have a good score? Because the music, in the
Music
trailer.
was
Yeah.
great. I listen
Okay,
to the score
good,
all the time.
Good. Okay. That's all
can
I
we
need
just
to know.
talk about one scene that like immediately I thought of you was there's a scene in it where like the back sky is blue, like a dark blue. You know how
Okay.
like he charges up
Yeah.
his thing and he turns blue, so it's literally like a. Well, because maybe it made me think of because like it's literally
That's
the only
Godzilla
two
screen.
colors was like black and blue. So it had like his spine lighting
Oh,
up,
yes,
and then like,
yes, okay.
and then like the background clouds were kind of bluish,
Yeah.
like a dark blue, and it made me think of the in the first one where it's all red and they're
Yes.
dropping down or they're
Oh
skydiving.
yes. Okay, I know. What
Like
you're
I
talking
literally the second I saw all the blue and I was like, this has got to be something correlated with like
The
the
first
first
one?
one, how
Yeah.
it's all red.
about.
I don't know. I just love the color schemes they do with that because
Yeah. There were some really great shots in it. I felt like they just
Yeah.
gave away all the good shots in the trailer.
yeah,
So I wasn't
Yeah.
like
I hate
surprised by
movies
anything
doing
else.
that.
Yeah.
it just
That's why
like
in this place we don't really watch trailers.
Yeah,
but
true.
I
Yeah,
mean, we
know.
watched that
I
one.
try not to. I avoid them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's something I really want to see, I don't watch trailer.
I just love the correlation between like the dark backgrounds they give and how dark Godzilla is, and then
Yeah.
like just the bright, vibrant lights.
Yeah.
And what's the three-headed dragon or whatever?
Ghidorah.
Hydra. Well, they call it
Ghidorah.
Hydra. Yeah, they call it the Hydra.
Well, King Ghidorah.
Right.
He acts like a Hydra.
Did
Like
you
if you
guys
cut
ever
off a
play
head,
the
then another one
Godzilla
grows
video
back.
game?
But it's not fully a Hydra because when you cut off a head in a Hydra, then you grow two more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's yeah.
Ghidorah.
Everyone knows that.
Right. Everyone.
Yeah.
So stupid.
But I do want to talk about that franchise because they are building to Godzilla vs King Kong because the first one I thought was great.
They reference King Kong actually in the second
Yeah, they
one a
do.
lot.
They're like, oh yeah, King Kong on Skull Island's just chilling.
Right.
And I'm like, oh,
Oh.
okay.
Right. Well, they mention the king versus the what is
Ghidorah.
yeah, the king versus like the whatever. Oh, the king versus the god or whatever.
Oh.
Godzilla versus King Kong, and
Yes.
they reference that in the second one a lot, and I'm just like,
Please,
I need it.
I
I
need
need
that
it.
movie. But the first one I thought was great. I didn't see Kong Skull Island, but it is cool that they're
I
building
haven't
this
seen it.
monsters universe. And I thought the first one was just directed really well with how I think Gareth Edwards, who directed Rogue One, he just gave Godzilla such a size and a mass. Like you could just feel his presence
Yeah.
everywhere. And I feel like that's how the Empire felt in Rogue One. Like it was just like you're always surrounded.
yeah.
And I felt like that's how Godzilla was. Like he just had
He was
like
always
a
there.
weight everywhere. Like, and that's what my problem was with
dude.
in,
Look at this.
Look at this dude.
in King of the Monsters. He's just running around
Oh,
Antarctica,
yeah.
but I felt like in the first one, he's just like he is huge. Like
Right.
he is just like something of that size
Like
would just
unfathomable to a
Yeah.
person.
It's unfathomable.
a fathom.
It means without fathom.
That's a hard word
That's
to say.
from, by the way,
Unfathomable.
Megamind
Unfathomable.
2011. It's probably the only movie that I've ever been able to like probably
movie
quote
ever.
like line by line.
Unfathomable.
It's the only
Means
movie
without
ever.
fathom.
Because he's like unfathom. He's like what? He's like unfathom. Like tripping. He's like it means without fathom. It's like I know it's like
without fathom.
it's like a cartoon movie, like also
Fathomable.
kind of superhero-ish, but like
Are you
that's
gonna
like
load
probably
it?
one of the few movies
it
that I
pops
will
up. Yeah,
repeatedly
yeah,
I
watch.
should know.
Yeah, so we covered that franchise. Is there? I mean, we don't have to keep going with franchises. We can keep talking about directors or any indie movies. I know you guys
The only
haven't
one-
seen a lot of these on indies.
The only
but-
one we have to talk about because
Oh,
we were just
sorry
talking
about
about this thing ago. John Wick.
Yes.
My boy Keanu Reeves.
Don't spoil anything.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it, but we
Love.
This is a spoiler for
Love
people
a
who've seen
good
it.
old fashioned knife fight.
If you have seen John Wick
Let's go
3,
do it
you will
right
get
now.
that reference because it is.
Grappler.
It's a bring your own
Right.
weapon ordeal. Just to let you know.
Yeah, it really is. It's a
Who
yeah.
says I don't have weapons? Bold of you to assume.
Like,
Awfully bold of you.
takes out like a machete, a
Actually,
sheath.
She brings out one of those knives that's like flicks around
the
and like
butterfly
Yeah,
knives?
butterfly
Yeah.
knives.
I actually have Godzilla in my trunk, so
Oh.
Man, we're losing that fight.
I have questions, but
Yeah,
later.
so many questions. I just love the John Wick trilogy.
It's
so
really
good.
solid.
I just
The
love
fights-
Keanu Reeves.
The fights in John Wick 3 are amazing.
Some
He
of the-
fights Boban Marjanovic, which is
basketball player.
NBA player who's
Basketball.
7'5" or something.
Fights
He's like
with
7'5", 7'6".
Fights him with a book.
Yeah, dude. You want to see something amazing? Watch What is he like? 6'1",
He might be
6'2"?
7. He might be 7.
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
like
Keanu Reeves.
Oh
Keanu
yeah,
Reeves.
maybe he's like 6'1". Yeah.
Yeah, watch 6'1" Keanu Reeves fight 7'5" Boban Marjanovic with a book. Okay, it's amazing, and you'll love it. It's very comedic.
It can get super over the top,
Mhm.
but it's the choreography and the way it's executed is so grounded.
Yep.
Like it's over the top by like he's throwing knives and it's like, but it's still bloody
And then he
it's like
throws an axe.
piercing at someone's head and stuff like
Oh,
that.
so great.
And
And then he just punch like.
oh yeah, look there it is.
Yeah, dude, that scene.
Great.
No, dude, is when he kills him, he just punches the book in his mouth. It's so great.
It's great. Okay, we gotta stop spoiling.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for Anna to
You
watch
said,
those movies.
No spoilers.
No
It's just
spoilers.
such a-
This guy died.
Such a great freaking movie. I love that movie, John Wick 3. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it.
Especially since John Wick
Oh,
3 came out
gosh.
this year.
So
in a
violent.
So violent.
2019 has been a great year for movies,
Yeah.
and it's like very similar to what I heard about 1999 because they said that like directors and actors were just trying to do their best to end the decade off, or like for in their
Yeah.
case the century, not that century,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
trying to in 1999.
Century, yes.
Century is yeah.
In 1999, they were trying to end the century of cinema off the best way possible, and I feel like it's not a century, but they're trying to end this decade off.
Yeah, with a great,
Really well.
with a couple great movies.
Party
But-
like it's
and I-
1999.
So that came out in a drought of not so great movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is some of the best action I've ever seen in my entire
Mm-hmm.
life. It was great.
By the
So-
way, you know Jumanji 2 is coming out? I didn't know that.
technically it's Jumanji 3, but yeah.
I never
Well,
saw
okay.
the one they made recently.
I never
Oh,
saw it.
with,
I
like,
heard- I
Dwayne
heard
The
it was
Rock
good.
Johnson.
Yeah, I just feel like Jumanji had such a like it was like everyone knows
You
what
saw that?
Jumanji is.
Yeah.
And then it's like they tried to just make one, like another one. I'm
What
like,
the Jonas Brothers?
You know what's funny? I saw the first one 2 years ago on Christmas
Really?
Eve. Yeah.
Last
Oh,
Christmas.
I watched it like growing up. I remember.
No, not that one. Like the first, like the
Oh.
the
Robert-
second one. The
Robert-
second one.
oh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Not
The reboot.
yes, the reboot with The Rock and Kevin Hart and that. I saw that 2 years ago on Christmas Eve. It's a funny movie.
I heard
But-
it was actually good. Like I've heard people say like that actually did well competing
Yeah,
with
I've heard
Episode
it was
8
good.
Star Wars
Oh,
at the
oh.
box office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys see Daddy's Home? With
Did not.
No.
Oh, with Will Ferrell and
Mark
Mark
It
Wahlberg.
was like it wasn't like a great movie. Obviously, we're talking about like really.
They came
great
out with the
movies.
second one, right?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
good. That one was good too. But like, there's like these movies that are like in the middle. Like they're not great, but
Right.
they're not
Forgotten.
bad. They're
Right.
like
They're
these
not
funny
bad.
little movies that you can just like
Right.
throw on for background. A lot came out.
Yeah, there's more.
Bad Moms.
There's more mediocre movies than there
Yeah,
are
it's a
great
good
movies
movie.
and
Right.
terrible
Yeah.
movies.
That's the worst
Right.
thing to happen to a movie. I figured it out. It's not being a terrible movie because at least like maybe you want to make a cheesy movie, you can
Right.
get that
It's
director
being
and you
that
can do
middle
it.
ground.
It's
Right.
it being forgotten.
But
Yeah.
then
That's
there's
the
like
worst
I feel
thing.
like there's a part of the middle ground where it's like, yeah, that was a good movie, but like it's
Yeah.
not like
Like
emotional
Daddy's
or
Home.
anything.
Like
Yeah.
Daddy's Home is one of those movies where like I would never bring that up in a conversation about movies. Not okay, no. Like if I'm having a normal conversation with Jack and we're
Well,
talking
yeah.
about like something, but like you brought it up in like good context where it's like it's a
Yeah, I was
mediocre
saying
movie.
it's not something that's like, oh
Right.
my gosh, it blew my mind. But I'm like, if I see it,
Daddy's
I'm like,
Home and Joker, like I don't know.
Yeah,
But
dude,
like,
it's
it
really
was
tight.
like
That's
No,
hard.
I
don't
get
remember
it.
how-
Yeah.
I was flying home and I watched the second one.
Oh, okay.
Like, and I was like flying home from somewhere, and there was just on the movie thing on the airplane. I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna watch it because why not?
Right.
Like another thing to just have.
I just can't believe we still haven't brought up the Dora movie that came out this year.
Do we have
Venom.
to? Do we have to bring it up? Do we have to?
Yeah.
I mean,
we still
What
have
about the Emoji movie?
Emoji.
Nope.
the
Moving
Bee
on.
movie,
Okay,
which
think
came
about
out.
the decade of memes. This is
Okay.
the decade of memes. Emoji movie encapsulates that.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair
Are you
enough.
kidding? The Bee
movie?
okay.
The
Came
Bee
out
movie
in
is-
2004.
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, they came out a
That
while
was when
ago.
we were little.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
was
Google
wild.
it, don't worry.
Jaden, another one that I think we can both kind of talk about.
2007.
Because I know you guys probably haven't seen. Well, you
Fine.
can one of his 3 movies, or he has 4, but you can talk about one of the 3 that we're going to talk about because I haven't seen the 4th one.
Yeah, where are we going with this?
Taika Waititi.
Okay.
He made Thor Ragnarok, but he also made What We Do in the Shadows and Jojo Rabbit.
Oh my god, What We Do in
He-
the Shadows is so good.
Is
They
it-
made a series. I
Yes.
haven't watched it,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of skeptical because I'm like, how is it gonna live up to the documentary?
What we do in the shadows.
It's
about
a
vampires.
mockumentary about vampires, and
Oh.
there's like the there's the Nosferatu vampire. There's like the sexy vampire from like
Yeah.
early 2000s.
Yeah.
And they're all like they make
all
fun of
different,
each of the
like,
cliches.
stereotypes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. Okay.
Like, what about
that's
Hex
pretty
Girls vampires?
I'm not sure.
Is
You mean
what
like
you
80s
do?
vampires?
Is it like True Bloods
Yes.
vampires?
No, it's like meant to be a documentary, so they each get like interviewed. There's little like snippets, and then there's
Oh,
like clips
okay.
of their lives. One of the best lines from that is very vulgar, so I'm not gonna say it.
Oh.
But it's,
But it's about the sandwich.
I haven't seen it. I need to.
What We Do in the Shadows? You haven't seen it?
I haven't.
Oh, I
That's
gotta
why I
see
knew.
that.
So I,
Is
oh,
it
yeah,
like
it's-
is it like a comedy? Is it
Yeah,
a
it's
comedy?
Taika
Yeah, it's
Waititi. He made
hilarious.
Thor Ragnarok. Same guy that made Thor Ragnarok.
Okay,
made
I'll
this
just.
movie.
The line is, people ask why we eat virgins, and then it talks about sandwiches, and it's
Oh.
like, if you were eating a sandwich, would you want?
Okay.
I see.
Yeah,
it.
so but that's one of that's yeah.
like you just
But it's
kind of
really-
stared like.
Okay.
Like we know where it's going, but that is my favorite
We
line.
should also take a note.
Yes, the
that,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, we that's why I was saying we gotta make sure we stay on topic for this.
We'll grab like a couple more and
Mhm.
move on.
Call it a day.
So Jojo Rabbit that came out recently,
Oh, I
great
can't-
movie,
I
and
wanna
it
see
talks
so
about
bad.
Want to see
Just-
it?
Let's go see it right now.
amazing,
Bye,
so
guys,
much
for
fun.
now.
So
Thank you so much for tuning.
Why do we do that so
hashtag
much?
spread the
just
garbage
like,
plate.
all right, see you later.
Dude, I
Peace.
listen to a bunch of other podcasts do that too, so I'm like, okay, we're not like
Right.
We're not that.
we're not stupid.
We're not.
We're
quirky.
legit. Okay, this is a legit
We are
podcast.
legit, so I must quit.
We have a
Okay,
camera
dude, we literally have.
That's what
and MacBook. So
But so I want to keep talking about Taika Waititi and just like finish him off. Jojo
Just
Rabbit,
finish
really
him,
good.
kill him.
whoa.
Finish him, fatality.
Oh.
And then also, you guys
Fatality.
can talk about Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok was like a really funny, like improv. I feel like this was like the first MCU movie that was improv. Like it was like you could
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
they were doing this on the set.
mean-
Beeb, I can't believe y'all mentioned Justice League and didn't even bother to take the time to trash talk.
We're not.
Why would we
trash
do that?
talking
Ben Affleck was actually a
That
good
was
job in
so
BVS
loud.
and even parts of Suicide Squad. But you want to know what? I can already tell who this is based on your comment. All right, but Justice League was utter garbage. I will give you that. But if you like that movie, that's also fine. But
Ben
you wanna know
Affleck
what?
is a decent Batman. Okay, he's top
Is
5 at
he?
least.
He had a really great character arc in BVS. You want to know what? He had no compassion for humanity, and by the end, he did, and it was like it was just great.
Look what you did, Beeb. You sent him off.
Some of the best
You sent him
action
off.
for Batman I've ever seen was in that movie. All right, and it's just like. It's literally the
Jack's
Dark Knight
shaking.
Returns comic book, but it's
He is
in that
shaking.
movie. It's just
Since
it's
she's
so
not here
great.
to say it, I'm gonna
Yeah,
say,
you can.
but he's fat and ugly.
Okay, so is
Okay.
Penguin.
Back to-
okay? Like,
Back to Thor Ragnarok.
Do we have to?
Okay, never mind. Let's not. Thor Ragnarok, also a good movie. Taika Waititi, great.
Great movie.
Okay,
Baby Driver, great movie.
I'm gonna. Can I
Oh.
list off because I have a bunch of
I haven't
indies
seen
none of you
Baby
guys have
Driver.
seen.
Baby Driver, it was a good movie though.
I wanted to
Go
see
off.
it, but I never
Okay,
did.
Go off.
Baby Driver, amazing. Edgar Wright stole part of this decade with Baby
do not
Driver
support
and
Star
Scott Pilgrim
Space
vs. the
Team.
World. He was fat and ugly. Thank you. I'm gonna list off a bunch of indies that I'm sure you guys
Let's
haven't
yeah,
seen,
just
but are
go
just
off,
amazing.
and if we
Yep.
if we catch one,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
snap
go.
it.
Yeah, go off.
Okay.
Blade Runner 2049. It technically is a franchise movie, but it is one of the best
What?
movies I've ever seen in my entire life, and I have that poster in my room. It's just that is one of the best movies of that year. Cinematography. Roger Deakins stole the show with that cinematography.
I love
the
how you
acting.
go. I love how you go. Not really. Shut up.
Yeah, because I put non-franchises and I wrote not really. Shut up.
Okay, next.
Okay.
Next. I, Tonya. Great movie. Margot Robbie steals the show. It's really funny. It's also kind of a
I wanted to
mockumentary.
see that.
Heard about it. Kind
Three-
of want to see it.
Three Billboards has awesome performances by Sam Rockwell and also has some amazing writing. And I think it was really close that year for Get Out and Three Billboards to get Best Original
Did it
Screenplay. And
have
it was
Three
really good.
Billboards?
And it was really
Does it have Three
emotional
Billboards?
for an original movie to get me that attached to those characters and to get that invested in that whole town. Loved it. Okay. Lady Bird, a lot of fun, really cool. Greta Gerwig's directorial debut, really awesome. Rosie Soronin, or I think I switched. Rosie Ronan, great acting, awesome.
That was funny. Actually.
8th grade, also a lot of
Eighth
fun.
grade, I
Was
saw
one of the
that
most
one.
realistic high school movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was eighth
Middle
grade.
school is 8th grade.
But,
But
like,
try again.
I feel like
No.
that was like that encapsulates our generation's high school.
I'd agree. It was very realistic, and I personally don't think it deserved all the hype because it, like, yeah, it was what it was. I didn't leave my living room being like, oh my god, I can't, you know.
Oh my god!
But it was good. It was good for being an indie film, and I was impressed with all of it.
And I think also there's a moment that she has with her dad that makes me want to cry every time.
I agree. It's emotional if you like are our if you're Gen Z, like you can relate 100%.
The X Gen.
I feel like I've seen.
We're not
Especially if
the
you're a
X-Men,
Goyle.
sick.
I go.
Booksmart, one of the funniest, it feels original comedies. Like, it's like, oh, it's a high school comedy, but it's directed so well, and all the dialogue is really funny and really witty, and you can really just, like, I feel like they're almost the stereotypes of a certain type of people, and it's just really fun and investing in one of the better original movies of this year, and also stands out among the decade. This one's for my parents and my grandparents. Silver Linings Playbook, awesome performances, and I just love this isolated thing about this family, and they're all really dysfunctional, and they all just
What
want
are you
to...
trying to say about your own family?
No. They all just like it because it's this funny dysfunctional family, and it's like...
Shout out to Jack's family. No,
Thanks for letting us through the live
Yeah,
stream.
actually, yeah. Shout out.
We love you.
But I think all the performances are really good. Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, Jennifer Lawrence. I know you hate her, but she does really good in that, and that was like one of her breakout roles. That's what she got Best Supporting Actress from. And I'm gonna talk really fast. Like, I'm actually really surprised by how fast I'm talking. Next, The Big Sick. Kumail Nanjiani stole the show in that movie and was really funny. Also, we had Ray Romano that was doing a great job, and also what's her face, the lady that voiced Mrs. Incredible, and she's also drinking the jar of piss in BVS. What's her name? Holly Hunter. She's also really good in that movie, and she plays the mom.
She
it's
does
amazing.
drink.
Yeah.
In BVS?
In
When?
BVS because
Lex
he like
Luthor-
made a joke about like peach things earlier, and then like before he blew up the place, like he like and she drank out of it, and she was like, that tastes not great, and then she's like sees the note of like peaches, and she's like, we're about to get killed, and then they get killed.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
it was
Very
like
long and
in
they're like, call me this, call me that, and then she's like,
Lex
take
Luthor.
take a bucket of Granny's peach tea and call it a bucket. And she's like, take a bucket of piss and call it Granny's peach tea. And then at the end, she drinks something, and then she's like, and then she looks at it, it says Granny's peach tea, and it just blows up. Like, not she doesn't blow up, but the building blows up.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
what?
Okay, yeah,
She
she's just
explodes.
kidding. I get it.
The pee just made her blow up.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Silver Linings Playbook, Big Sick, great. Ready or Not was a really funny horror comedy. It almost felt like Deadpool. Like, it had the premise of a horror movie.
That came out-
Deadpool has the premise of a comic book movie, but felt like it was a comedy.
Right.
Same thing with Ready or Not. Premise of a horror movie, but it was totally a comedy. It was really funny. You should have seen that.
I just had an epiphany, but Escape Room. Did you see that?
I did not.
Or there's a movie on Netflix called Would You Rather?
Oh, I heard about that one.
I like horror movies
think
that
I've seen
have to
Escape
do
Room.
with games.
Yeah.
It's weird, and I don't know why, but it's like.
So you love
like,
Jigsaw.
Or
Yeah, I haven't seen that, actually.
Ouija.
But like, it's just
Ouija.
cool. Like,
Ouija.
no, Escape
Oh,
Room
really?
I actually really liked. It
I
was.
feel like
cool.
I've seen that. Who's in that movie?
Nobody.
Nobody,
you want to know what?
like,
Someone
it's
from
not
Game of
anyone,
Thrones.
like, it's not anyone like huge. It's
Oh.
good, but
Someone from Game of
It's
Thrones.
good.
I like horror
Oh.
games, horror movies that are like that. I don't know. I just want to say
And
that.
check for donations. We haven't gotten any yet, but still, I really appreciate everything that we've
Yep.
been
Oh
doing
yeah.
so far.
I
Um,
just-
fell
we probably should
asleep in
redo that
Escape
again.
Room at the end.
Just like another recap thing. So if you guys have been tuning in recently, and if you haven't known, this is our charity live stream for the American Heart Association. The link is in the bottom, in the description, I should say. Click on it if you
Clink.
can. Clink.
Sorry.
Clink,
What a
clink,
bunch of
glasses,
clankers,
guys.
mate.
No, serious moment. Okay,
Sorry.
jump in.
If you can donate, that would be really appreciated. It's something.
Really?
It's an awful disease that a lot of people in the
are affected
world
by it.
encounter,
But,
and
yeah.
it's awful.
It's a broad spectrum of things that happen to a lot of people, and it sucks.
It's
And
truly the
it's-
worst.
We love healthy hearts. We just want to make everyone healthy.
And you can even be really skinny and just be like really physically fit and
Oh, yeah,
still
there's-
get heart
yeah,
disease.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's very
it does
random.
not. It's not
But-
to one type of person.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So, like-
anything helps for,
so- Spread awareness, spread the link to people, like make sure people know about how important this is. We don't get to touch any of this money.
Right. None of this money goes to us at
Yeah.
all. Like
Yeah.
we are strictly doing this for not like the money thing, but the whole podcast for
And this live stream itself.
right for
Yeah.
our enjoyment because we love doing this kind of stuff and
And we're
We
healthy.
want to help.
Right.
We're healthy and we're able to
Right.
celebrate and spread awareness, and a lot of people aren't. And
Yeah.
it
Right.
sucks.
So we have to
So-
say that.
yeah. So we use something that we love to help other people so they can do things that they love. So donate, watch live stream.
Yeah.
If you love
Any amount matters.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's $1, whatever. you
right,
know.
$4.20.
Yeah,
$4.20,
we've gotten that, so we
$6.90.
Yep.
Gotten
Best
both
ever.
of them.
Even if you're the most immature person, just donate.
Hey, you're doing a good thing.
You're
So could be
So.
worse.
Also, just one other thing is that you can also donate with a comment. So if you have a question or anything that you want us
Yep.
to answer, I know a lot of people have been putting it in the
Comment
Chat,
section. on
comment,
yeah.
YouTube.
comment
The
section.
live chat.
The live
Live
chat. You can put that too, because chances are we're not. It's not like we're not just gonna. Oh, it's in the live chat. We're not gonna answer it unless it's a
Right.
donation. We're gonna answer it anyway.
Yeah, you actually have
Um,
to pay to ask a question.
But
Kidding.
But
yeah, so if you guys have any questions, you can also put it on the donation thing
Yeah.
too.
Heck
Thanks for
yeah.
joining us.
Oh.
We are currently talking about
Nothing.
What are we
I'm-
talking
they
about?
We're
We're still
all just
talking about best
staring
mo-
at this.
We're still
Oh,
doing
well.
best movies of the decade right now. I was going on a huge
Tangent.
rant about
Honestly,
listening
very
to a bunch
fast
of.
speaking.
I just
I
did a
was
bunch of
very
indies. I'm sure you
impressed.
guys haven't seen. You guys missed a bunch that are just tuning in now. I do want to mention like 2-3 more, and then we can go back to franchises
Oh, okay.
that kind of define this generation.
Yep.
So I want to talk about The Disaster Artist. I think that was a really funny movie. It's about the making of one of the widely known worst movies, which is The Room. So the Disaster Artist it's the true story about.
Isn't that
how
the one
they,
with like,
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yes.
As yeah.
Do we?
And it's just
yeah, maybe,
that
if he wants to,
movie
yeah,
is
sure.
Who is
really.
that?
Owen.
Oh.
That was a really fun movie, and it was really cool to get, because this person that made this movie is very different, and even like he just wanted to make a movie, and it's kind of inspiring. Like he doesn't know a lot about film, but he just wanted to make a movie, and it's like he did it. He
Right.
made a movie.
The Mad Lad did it.
Like I
The
take that
Mad
as
Lad.
inspiration. I take like it's like someone made, maybe it's not the best movie, but they did it. Like it's
Right.
like
Yeah.
this person is a director now. You
Yeah.
know, so
It may be one of the worst movies,
yeah.
but it's a movie.
But-
So James Franco plays him in the Disaster Artist, which is like the story of how they-
Speaking
Franco
of, you
is
made
great.
a movie
James
and
Franco-
like
and
still
isn't Seth Rogen in that
franchises.
movie as well?
Yes, he is. Seth Rogen.
Shazam.
Who?
Shazam.
What about it?
You were saying like you just made a movie and like the fact they're in the franchise.
Oh
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
the director of Shazam. We can talk about him too because he also kind of started in this decade. I was listening to a podcast and I thought it was so interesting what he had to say. But the director of Shazam basically just said, "I made YouTube shorts," and then a company, it was New Line Cinema, said, "Hey, we want to make that and make it a full film. Do you want to direct it for us?" And he said, "Oh, sure." Never went to film school, never did anything. So he made Lights Out.
That's crazy.
And then after that, they're like, "Hey, you were so nice on set. Do you want to make another movie with us?" So he said, "Yeah, I'll make whatever." So he made Annabelle Creation, and then they said, "Hey, do you want to make a superhero movie?" And he also made that too, which is really cool.
So
It's
yeah,
like
that's just
Did you ever see this track? Jim and Andy.
I have
on
not. I
Netflix?
heard that was good though. It's on my list.
It was good. It was
Is
one
that
of
Jim
those.
Carrey?
Yeah, it's about when Jim Carrey played Andy Kaufman for a movie, but the thing is, the entire year that they spent filming the movie, he didn't break character. And it, like, the documentary is really cool because I personally haven't seen documentary, like, with this subject line, and it's literally just
Is
about...
it a true story? Is it like?
yeah, it's about Jim Carrey playing this character, and he, like, it's him talking about it throughout, and he's like, I don't know who I am anymore. Because the line between him and his character were completely blended.
Yeah.
And, like, I watched it, and I was like, I've never seen anything that took this take on a movie. Because you don't think about that when you're
Right.
watching
Yeah.
a movie.
of
Or,
like,
That reminds
the
me of.
toll on actors.
That reminds
It's
me of
crazy.
when Jared Leto, like the stories about him on set.
Yeah, how he was,
So,
like, insane.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
when Jared Leto
Better.
played the Joker, he got so into his character
He's
that like he started doing like Joker things, like he started like putting dead birds in people's
He
like
did that.
mailboxes
Like, you don't
and stuff.
think
That's
about
the Blade
that.
Runner. He played a blind character, and then he was like, "I'm blind" on set. It's like, dude,
Jared
you don't
Leto's
need it.
also, like, just kind of...
But like,
He's kind of a
he,
weird
he,
guy.
Yeah, he's a
Heath
weird
Ledger
guy.
made more sense.
he's a
'cause he
weird
pla-
chap.
Like even Lupita Nyong'o and Us.
Yeah.
She was like, "I just need to stay in character. It's easier for me to do that
Right.
But
instead
then
of
you
getting
lose
going
who
in
you
and out."
are, and it's just like, it's
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
it does mess
easy
you up.
to
Like I
think
think
about.
Natalie Portman was kind of messed up from Black Swan and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Or,
that was,
wait, no,
that
what were you
movie
saying
was
about
scary.
Anne Hathaway?
Oh my, okay, Anne Hathaway after Les Mis, because she played this character that was like, she hit like rock bottom, like she had, she got fired from her job, she had to go to like prostitution, like
Yeah.
her hair was cut, like teeth were pulled out of her mouth and everything like that.
I saw that.
She was a very hopeless character, and then she dies, like, and
Spoiler.
like she won a Oscar for like her role in
Yeah.
Les Mis, and she was saying like, you know, like when she won it, she was really, she was still really skinny and everything like that. 'Cause she had to lose weight for the role and everything, and she's like, oh, it came true. And then later she admitted in like an interview that like she was faking happiness that night because she was still so mentally affected from being that kind of character, and people like kind of fought her for that, and I was like, screw you
'Cause
guys.
I feel like that's just as, like, important and crazy as some
Right.
movies are.
Yeah,
just
but they
based on-
were yelling like, how dare you fake happiness? Like most people love to get an Oscar, and it's like, it's not like she asked
It's
for
not
that,
like-
and
yeah.
it's not like she asked for the mental like just
Right.
And it's not
recovery
like
she had to
wasn't
do
happy
from.
about winning an Oscar. She wasn't like, oh, my life is so hard, I want an Oscar. Like, there was other things
It was
going
just
on.
like the
Yeah.
fact that she had to go through that, and that's what
Yeah.
got her
Right.
the like yeah. So
But it's
yeah,
like,
she had to come back from that, and
life is weird.
Life is Strange too. Another thing
Life
that I
is
want.
Strange was so good.
I was watching a video of this guy ranting about how he didn't like it, but one thing
I loved it.
I figured you two, more Anna, so would probably want to talk about this movie, Logan. I
Oh,
think this movie also is a great film that we can take away
And
from
he's
this
saying this to
generation.
us.
Yeah.
That means something.
Well, yeah, because I knew, like,
Says the guy who's obsessed with Logan.
Yeah.
yeah, you guys say I watch it every week, like,
You might. You might.
I wouldn't
maybe
be
it
like.
plays in the background of my short film.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Let me tell you something. He made a short film, and Logan was in the background. That's how much he loves
The
it.
movie's just playing as they're having
Right.
this argument. It's
Right.
great. What do you guys want to talk? I mean, like,
Oh
you guys
my
have any
God.
thoughts?
Logan's a good movie.
Logan is a good movie.
Little known fact about Logan. It's a good movie.
When's Owen coming?
I don't know.
He's on his way.
Who's
I'm
Owen?
gonna
He
go
said,
up
like-
and use the bathroom.
He said like 3 minutes.
Then I'll just
and that was,
I'll
like,
go greet him.
2 minutes ago.
I'll
Because
go.
I told him
someone
to-
had to corral Gibby.
I told him
so-
just to come down here.
You might take a break or something at some point too. So
Yeah,
Mine's
but
gonna
no,
Logan, just the end. Like I remember just finishing it, casually crying as you do, and just
Right.
at first you're just kind of like, that's not how you want it to end, because
Right.
like you want him.
So,
Spoilers
Right.
to keep on living, but then you just kind of like you have to like realize
that's how it is.
it's
And that's
it's
what we
the
probably
perfect
wanted,
end,
too.
and that's what he wanted it to be.
yeah,
And it's just
I'm so sad now.
Oh,
welcome to the sad boy
Depressed.
hours.
Welcome to
Sad,
boy.
the sad cast with the Everything Sad podcast.
Logan was really sad.
Oh God.
It was, but like just, and you see some of your favorite characters and just the way they end up, and you feel so disheartened through that. And then you think about like just Professor X and the ending he got,
Oh
and
yeah.
oh
He should have
my-
got nominated for Best Supporting Actor that
He
year.
really should
yeah.
have. And then you even just like the random like side characters. I learned very quickly, do not get emotionally attached to anyone
Oh,
that is
yeah, nope.
introduced.
Nope, never.
Yeah.
Never get emotionally attached to side characters. It's
like-
just gonna end terrible
It's
for
just
you.
not gonna end well.
It's shot really well, but what, like, you know, and it's great from a production standpoint. Like I'm kind of been saying in other words,
Yep.
but it's like The Last of Us. It's the heart that's there.
Yeah.
It's about a story about someone that has nothing to live for,
Yep.
and he finally does,
And then yeah.
and then he no longer lives.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, out of like not in, you know, the soft stuff, but like the fighting sequences were
Amazing.
Oh
excellent
my
to see.
god,
Like
Laura!
she's kind of a psycho and I love
Yeah.
it.
Some of the best fighting sequences. Like I'm so proud of
Right.
those. Like it's just like, oh my god, like it's so great that we got something like that.
Right. Laura's choreography in that movie was
she-
just great.
And I think we're gonna take a quick break.
Just so you guys
And-
don't have
yeah,
to listen
yeah.
to Gibby barking.
And then-
Bless up, Gibby.
After this, we're probably going to go into our IFS
Yeah.
and versus,
Yeah.
and then we'll wrap it
and
up.
then our
So-
3-hour approaching
Right.
live stream.
So thank you for staying with us. We'll be
You're
back
very
in like
cool. Very
10 minutes ish, 5-10 minutes.
Oh. Back to iCarly.
Welcome back. We
You
are
may notice that Jaden
teleported and now
Is
is
It's now a man.
Owen's here. Yeah.
We have made the old switcheroo.
You heard him before, and now you get to see him. So
Right.
that's
I
pretty
don't
cool.
know why, but like the blanket on your shoulder, like straight up makes you look like a priest or something.
He's the high sparrow in Game of Thrones.
I'm just nice and cozy.
Oh, weird.
Just really
Okay.
nice and
For any new people that are tuning in, this is our live stream for the American Heart Association. This is obviously, I mean, I feel like most people would know this is like a #1 killer, and not just like America, but like worldwide. And this is just truly one of the worst things. I think like it's something that's not really in our control, as we were saying before. Like you could be in great physical fitness,
Yeah.
and it's just something that could just end. It can just end it, and it's just awful. And like it's real like. It's not hard to come across someone that's been
Right.
impacted by this.
Yeah.
And
It's a very there's a wide variety of people and things that can be affected, and things that people are going through, and we're here to support everybody.
Yeah.
So
like Jaden was saying, since we were able to promote
right.
the
Yeah.
awareness of this,
Right.
like Jaden was saying,
Jaden was-
Hello.
And we like to connect things we are interested in with things that we care about, so it's
charity live stream.
connected
we've
them.
been doing a lot of this today. I feel like we've been doing a lot of.
A lot of connecting things.
Isn't that right, Jaden?
Synergy.
Synergy.
But we only really have a few more things to talk about defining this decade.
Uh,
Defining this decade. I forgot to mention one other franchise that I think Anna would definitely want to talk about. But I kind of want
I
to
do
quickly go
enjoy
through
talking
Star Wars
about
because I don't
these.
think Star Wars went through like as much of a blow up as it has other times. Like
Yep.
I mean, in the 70s and 80s, it was like
the thing.
the creator of
Okay,
the blockbuster and stuff like that.
like,
But it
when
did
the
do
Force
stuff.
Awakens trailer dropped, everyone collectively like
awoken.
lost their mind.
Oh yeah.
Everyone and their mother.
and they collectively just lost their minds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I also think I don't know. I can't really say in general, but I feel like Rogue One also did.
Rogue
like,
One
have,
was
like,
awesome.
A huge impact. I like that one for me. Like that one hit hard.
Mhm.
Like probably because spoiler, like literally everyone dies.
Yeah,
But it
a
was
lot.
it was an interesting take because like it was. I mean, not the first Star Wars movie that was like taking a whole bunch of risks, but like literally like showing the true impacts of war and like what people have to sacrifice in
Yeah.
order to like have, and not even just win the war, but just win like just one battle. Like,
Yeah.
it was a lot.
And
Yeah.
with Cassian in that, and he's like, I think it's interesting to show like the soldier's point of view too. And he's like, I've done things I'm not proud of,
Right.
Yeah.
but this is what I have to do.
Yeah, and
That was really interesting to show. It's just like it doesn't make it so black and white. It definitely adds a gray area to Star Wars. You're like, oh my gosh, like you're not really a rebellion. You're almost like a terrorist group.
yeah.
You know,
And-
it's just interesting to look at it like that.
Also,
Yeah.
when he was like, I've been in this since I was 7 years old, and you kind of get the, like, it affects literally everybody.
Yeah.
It does not matter what age you are, it does not matter your capabilities.
Right.
Yeah, you're drawn into it, and you just gotta deal with it.
Like that's what's so cool about the Star Wars stuff that we've been making is it's like this is like for some people this may be their favorite Star Wars like what's the word I'm looking for?
Series, I guess.
Like-
Sequences.
Trilogy?
Like a
Like
set.
new trilogy, like new
Right.
new. I want to keep wanting to say products, but like, what's the word that Thomas used? The most recent something in the GTA.
Installment.
This may be some of their favorite installments in the Star Wars franchise. Like this is Star Wars to them. This is Star Wars for them. Like for some people it's the prequels, for some people it's the original trilogy.
I
Now
hate
we're
your
making a new Star Wars thing, and it's for people that love the original trilogy, love this and that and the other thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I think it's cool that we're making newer stuff. Say whatever you want about Disney and the new stuff, but it's just cool that we're making it for other people. That
Right.
like, and clearly people have to be enjoying it because it's making so much money. So
Yeah.
And it's got that effect of like it obviously connects with the original like 6 movies or whatever, but it's also one of those things that like kids now
Yes.
can watch and feel connected to without having to watch those 6 previous ones.
yeah,
So I don't know. I like that because I'm obviously not like as drawn into Star Wars as like you guys might be, but it's one of those things where like I like the newer movies
Yeah.
because they're their own set of movies.
yeah,
It's not just like, oh, this is 7. This is episode 7. It's directly after episode 6.
yeah.
You know, or
Very
it's like
different.
right. So I don't know. I like that it's its own thing and it can connect to kids nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's like that connection between parents and kids. Like parents can take their kids to go watch the these movies and be like, oh, I remember when I was your age and I was watching the sequels or the prequels or whatever.
Like if you're crying.
Every
I
time.
did
Yeah.
every time.
When you watch Rogue One, like if you cry every time at the last 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes is pretty awesome though. Like
I almost wanted to, you could definitely make an argument that's the best of the new installments.
Yeah.
I like that, and like literally the last 2 minutes with the Darth Vader scene. That was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh,
they've been making some of the
It
greatest Star Wars moments. Like I mean, for some people, like I could count, really easily some of the new moments that they made. I could say the throne room scene in Episode 8. I could say this may be different for some people. I really like the Luke scene at the end of Episode 8 with him and Kylo. I love that. I like that never gets old for me.
Yep.
I love that.
Everyone was hating on like that scene specifically. Like if like everyone who hated that movie cited that scene as like the best. But I enjoyed that movie and I enjoyed that scene.
Right.
That
It
is
was
like
probably
divisive.
because that one soldier that literally like licked the ground and like no one said anything about it. Like he straight up like tasted the ground.
And that's why.
That's why.
That was like the most Jedi thing ever. It's just like he's like I'm gonna die so that you can be a better person.
Yeah.
Like that was. I know people don't like Luke in that movie, but I felt like that is Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm. That is what like a Jedi is supposed to do.
Mark Hamill.
Those two moments,
great
Vader
guy.
in the hallway, the ending fight in Episode 7, I think is really cool.
Yep.
I like that a lot. There's a lot of. I think it's
The
just.
snow was really cool. That had really like I mean, of course there was Hoth, but like it hadn't been. I don't know. With the new technology, it just looked a lot better.
Yeah. And it wasn't like the prequels where it was like super choreographed and looked like a dance. It was like there's some grit. Like they are like really trying to kill each other.
Are you allowed to say that?
How much have you guys earned so far? Oh, yeah.
I think that's something to show you. Like this is how much we've reached.
We are currently at
$696.
$696.54.
We're doing it at 54 cents.
Oh,
One
that
of
one.
my friends at $6.90 and $4.20.
Yeah, and that guy that guy donated 44 cents.
Yeah.
Sam. So, obviously, our original goal was $100.
$100.
We
And
have
then we
completely
crushed that.
exceeded that.
Blown that out of the water, and now we are at almost $700. We
Yeah.
are so close. Like
Our now goal is $1,000. And we obviously still have a lot to talk. Well, not a lot, but we still have a good amount of things to talk about. So, the more you donate, the more. Everything goes towards the American Heart Association.
We don't get to.
Right. The more you get to
will
listen to us
say
spew about
$1,
random things.
1 minute.
Right.
We're not touch. We don't get to touch any of the money. It just
Right.
goes straight to them too.
Yep. So.
I do also real quick want to mention the very last Harry Potter movie was released in 2011, and that was kind of just like the end.
Yeah, that is wild.
Like that was like because some people got to like live through like the releasing of the books. 'Cause I think like the last book was like released in like 2006, and the fact of like living through like both like the books and the movies, because it was pretty like that's pretty wild to like be able to live through like the entirety of that.
Yeah.
Like and then also just it was such a still is a huge franchise, but also just new stuff I really don't care that much about. But like it ended all in that one movie, and
it was. And I really like that movie too. I think one of my
Neville Longbottom.
I know. I'm gonna say this again. Like I said, in my favorite movie moments. One of my favorite things in that entire movie is one scene in that movie is one of my favorite movie moments. It's when Neville, who is like the nerd of that franchise, and everyone just puts him down and it's like, dude,
He's like,
you're super
you're fat
weird.
and ugly.
You don't
and I
know,
don't
like,
like
yeah,
you.
he's like super ugly
Yeah.
through the whole franchise. And at the end, when Voldemort's like, okay, join me or I'm gonna kill you, and it's just super. He just says it out there, like, if you join me, then you'll be safe, but if not, I'm gonna have to kill you.
Yeah.
And Neville just.
He gets the sword.
He
of
grabs the
Gryffindor.
sword and is like, I'm not going to. It's just like, I'm going to defend my friends. Even though Harry's dead, I'm going to defend my friends. And I'm not going to give in to the bully.
I've never heard or read any of it, so.
But
What?
no, he doesn't. Harry dies and then he comes back
I've
to...
never watched, never read.
Do you know anything? Like, do you know like the general plot of Harry Potter?
General!
You know what's funny? You seem like the kind of person to like binge Harry Potter. So that's actually kind of wild.
Never.
Wow.
That's fine.
But yeah, Harry dies and then he comes
Disappointment
back to
is
life. He's
how I
basically
would
like...
describe my feeling right now.
But and then
Sorry, Steve just texted me. Hi, Seeds!
But yeah,
Oh,
like...
man.
Oh, see, comment!
Yeah,
Get
Seeds.
Seeds out here.
Yeah, drop some questions for us. Pull up, dog.
Hi, Seeds.
Hi,
Another franchise to kind of cap off, and this will be one of the last few things that we'll be talking about in terms of our main topic. And what are your thoughts on? I don't know how many are in the 2010s era. What are your thoughts on the Mission Impossible movies?
Oh.
I think it was Ghost
Okay.
Protocol.
Here we go.
my-
Never seen a single one.
Some of the best action I've seen.
I've
It's
seen-
right up
I've-
there with John Wick.
The
I've
one-
seen 2, I think.
The
I've
one-
seen- I think
I've
I've
seen-
Number 2 or 2 of them?
2 of them.
Okay.
I've seen that clip that Mr. Miller shows, like day one of.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With the plane or whatever, where he actually
That's
was like
great.
on the plane.
Yeah.
those movies are really well paced. Like I think some of the-
Never was I like
Yeah.
bored. No.
like John Wick. For sometimes I'm like, okay, here we go again with another fight. This is like the 8th one, but
In
like
10 seconds, yeah.
I think Mission Impossible does a really good job balancing all that stuff
and
out.
just
and
bringing
just,
something
like,
that's new to like
Right.
each one. Like, oh, now he's climbing up the side of the building and like,
Right.
or like,
yeah.
or plane, or helicopter fight, or the third movie.
Also,
I don't
can we
know if
talk
that was
about-
in 2010 though, but yeah.
I need to find out.
Can we
I'm
talk
sorry.
about the commitment
of Tom Cruise?
of Tom
Yeah.
Cruise? Fun fact for all you, because we
He's
learned
obsessed
this.
with realism.
We learned this in our class. Actually, 2 things: the plane
Came out in
and his
2006,
and the ankle.
third one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
sorry.
so in what, Mission Impossible 1 or 2? What's the plane one?
The plane one
I
is the
don't know why
fifth
you're
one.
asking me.
In Mission
I've never
Impossible,
seen a single
in
one
the
like
5th
that.
Mission Impossible 5, there's a scene where Tom Cruise is holding on to the side of an airplane and it's flying like in the air.
He did that for real. I mean,
That-
obviously
that
there was
whole
a
thing is
few,
real.
There were a few rigs and stuff on him that they CGI'd out, but he did that 9 times.
Yeah.
That's
So
insane.
How
fell
high
out
in
of
the
an
air did they say they
airplane.
got?
Like I don't know, like several hundred feet.
I thought they said like it was like
Like,
1,000.
I
like
could be wrong. I
1,000
could be
feet in the air.
wrong.
Like they went like, how high you see it is how high like
Right.
it actually went.
I'm pretty sure they literally went like 1,000 feet in the air with Tom Cruise hanging onto the side of this plane in real life. Like it was not CGI'd. I mean, obviously he had rigs and he was attached to the plane. There was no way he was
Basically,
gonna fall
just
off.
like
He
tied
fell.
to it, but still.
Right.
They just like as easy could have built a set and just blew a couple fans in his
Right.
face, like and
Right.
then act like
They just- yeah, they-
they're like
they-
all
They
right,
could have
done that, but
easily
no.
just like had him high or like hang
hold
on
like
to
a
like
blue thing,
Right.
And they just computer.
right, but
arrest
he
and they-
literally like hung on to an actual side of the plane. That's wild.
I'm
Him
gonna
and Christopher
steal-
McQuarrie. Christopher McQuarrie, who's also like, okay, like I will jump on your realism ideas. I
Right.
would let you do the stuff. He also was a director that kind of came out during this decade. He did a lot of really cool stuff with Tom Cruise.
Yep.
And I think they really fine-tuned their action this decade.
I'm gonna steal something that you always say, but like in the 6th movie, they had to jump out of a plane, and it was Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill, and Henry Cavill was like, "Oh yeah, I can also like just do this stunt on my own," and Tom Cruise was like, "No, no."
He's like,
No,
he's
no.
like, you did not
You
go through
did
the
it
training. I don't want you to get
Yeah,
hurt.
he's like, I don't want you to get hurt. Like I don't worry, I can do it. And he also fell out of a plane, and then there's this one
It's a
scene where he's
one-shot
running,
sequence.
and he
Oh,
literally
this is wild.
twists his ankle, and he keeps on
No,
running.
he broke it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so he's jumping from like the top of buildings, and he jumps, and I guess he landed his
Yeah, his
foot
ankle
wrong
like goes forward
on the side of a building, and it broke his ankle, and he kept running like with the scene. They put that in the movie, and that's
Dedication.
commitment. That's dedication to
And
the
it's also just good plot, good characters.
right.
What's Benji? Oh my god.
Simon Pegg.
Benji.
Simon
Yeah.
Pegg, yeah.
He's in a bunch of Edgar Wright movies. I can't wait for you to see them.
He's
like
in,
him
like,
and
he's in all of them.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's in like all
He's
of
just
them.
there.
I don't think he's
Except
in
Edgar
for-
Wright's
except
not-
for
I'm doing
Baby
a
Driver
new
and
one.
Step
he's not
Yeah.
in those
He's
two,
on
but he's in the other 3, the Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited to see like, oh, so Simon Pegg is in a franchise that's not in.
Rebecca Ferguson?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was.
She's wild.
She. You want to know what? When we did our Mission Impossible episode, we put her in something else. That's another
yeah,
great
put her
movie.
in something.
So she's in Doctor Sleep coming out this weekend. Apparently, she is fantastic in it.
I'm
And I'm
proud
so
of her.
happy that she's able to find work that fits
I'm
well
afraid
and is
of
a
her
good.
becoming home. Thank you for finding.
I'm afraid of her, like, just being a one-hit wonder in those
But
movies
she's
and then never doing
worth
anything again.
so much more.
So, Mission Impossible, like,
Still not
some of the
over
best
the
and my
third
favorite
movie.
action. I might say Mission Impossible is one of my favorite movies of 2018. But that is pretty much going to wrap up our...
Main.
That'll wrap up the
topic.
main topic. That is wild. We spent a lot of time on that.
We spent
Yeah,
a
it makes sense
solid-
because you're talking about the decades. The Best Cousin, wow! Thank you, The Best Cousin.
That is
You
Jonathan.
really-
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate it.
Jonathan, oh my.
We are
thank
now
you.
$4 away from less than
From
$4 away
$800.
from $800. Thank
Dude,
you,
Thank
Best
you
Cousin.
so much.
Wow. Thank
Jonathan,
you so much.
I'm assuming
We are
that's
so-
you, and I appreciate it.
Thank
If not, either way,
Yeah.
whoever you are the best cousin.
Yeah, apparently.
You are just the best.
Wow.
Um,
We are
We are speechless. I don't even know.
we are so close to
Yeah.
actually hitting our goal. Like and we were talking about this before. We said maybe not.
Right.
You know, let's not bet on anything. Let's
Right.
not. We're not Troy from High School Musical 2. Like, you know, let's just chill.
On, every
We
time.
can't not have an episode and not reference High School Musical 2.
Just bet on it.
I
But
was actually gonna mention it because first time I watched any High School Musical movie was in like 2014, I think. So that's a decade.
I don't dance.
I say you
we
can.
legally cannot sing on this episode, but on the other ones we will. But yeah.
Not this one, but maybe another one.
So we're pretty much gonna have our IFS, and then that's probably just gonna. I mean,
Right,
we'll
that's
have
it
our
out.
wish list, and then yeah,
For
that's gonna
everybody
Be,
that's been sticking with us, if you've been here for the whole live stream,
Then props to
Thank you.
buddy.
that's dedication. We appreciate that.
We'll be proposing soon. Be prepared.
Yeah, don't
be
worry.
prepared to what.
For the Death of the King?
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this has been a great episode. Obviously, we're not done
Yeah,
yet,
we're not done yet.
but we appreciate everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's donated, and we're still trucking. And also, I mean, like, just
It's a good Grateful Dead song.
right,
Okay.
just trucking.
We
But-
love reaching awkward walls in conversation.
Hashtag
anyway.
Rocktober, even though it's November.
Rocktember.
Rocktober.
Rocktember. Okay, moving on.
Rock them.
Rock-
IFS.
Yeah, that'd
Think-
be
That's September.
Thanks to Anna. If anyone else wants to send us an IFS in the live chat, which is an icon for a
I had a
situation,
thought for once in my life.
bless up. Thank you.
What up, Seeds?
Hey.
If anybody watching right now has either a versus or a IFS, which is an icon for situation, that you would like to send in, literally,
Yeah.
please comment it, whatever. We will read it. We will do it.
Real quick definitions
Versus,
of both
just
of
give
those
us like
Yeah.
two characters. Who would win in a fight between this person and this person?
Seeds, drop one in
Make
chat.
it make it as creative as possible, and then IFS is basically just what would you do in this situation? What would you
Right.
do in this
Yeah.
crazy? We've
Or
done
like, who would you want with you in this
Right.
situation?
Yeah.
Or
So
who would
we'll start off, obviously as an example, but
Yeah.
for the IFS we had for today, our icon for situation is, what movie criminal would you want as your cellmate to help you break out of prison? So okay, should we set a little bit of boundaries where
do you wanna,
like,
pick a universe or something?
well,
Or-
more like you can't pick Godzilla. Is
That's why I said movie criminal.
okay, so
Okay, so movie criminal you'd want.
yeah,
with
so
you
a
in-
bad guy, a evil person,
a
know,
person
whatever.
that would
it is.
end up in jail.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you. Perfect.
Right.
Got it.
So like we're not picking Darth Vader. Like,
All
they
right.
just-
So
they
if it's a
just didn't
person
That was
that
gonna be my
ends up
choice.
in jail, am I allowed to say Ethan Hunt?
That he has
'Cause
been
he
in
ends
he
up
has
in
been in
jail.
he has
But
been
he's
in prison
not a-
like
but
many times.
he's-
He's been hunted by the government so many times. I think it works. Like
But I
yeah.
guess I don't know. My whole thing is like he's not
An actual. Okay, I'll
an
think of an
actual
actual
like
villain.
bad
Don't
guy,
worry.
Okay,
a villain.
All right, okay.
Fine.
So
We
we're-
don't.
we're
We'll say
really
a
going-
villain. What
okay.
movie villain would you want as your cellmate
Fine.
to help you break out?
It
Okay.
has to be a person, right?
Yes,
No Jedi, no Godzilla,
basically.
no
Yeah.
Jaws.
I
The
picked
shark
Bruce.
I'd hope you would. Yeah, I hope you wouldn't take Jaws.
You'd be surprised.
You just have a fish tank in your thing,
Pick anyone from Suicide Squad because they all go to jail.
right? And they all break out.
Well,
Okay,
since
good
Jaden,
call.
I'm not like other girls, so I might just pick Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's the worst.
Harley Quinn would definitely be like, "Oh, you're my friend. I'm gonna help you out." But I don't know if like she would actually do a good job breaking out. Like,
Yeah.
I need someone that's loyal and I
I
need
feel like
someone
she'd
that's
just get
smart.
distracted.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Oh yay, pumpkins" or something stupid.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh yay, cupcakes." Dead, not dead, but like she'd be like tasered. And be like, okay, I guess
Maybe like Catwoman in the
Selena
Dark Knight,
Ky-
because like she did end up in jail, and then she got out of jail. But that's because everyone was released. So
that's a good one. I do feel like though, if it came between her freedom and you,
oh,
she would be like, okay, screw you, I'm out of here.
Okay, fine.
Ugh, this is tough.
I mean,
You know what?
okay,
I
you
actually
could just
kind of
say
regret-
the Joker, because like he breaks out, he always breaks out of prison.
But
I just
he
kinda-
would kill you.
I regret-
He would kill you for the fun of
We're
it.
boys.
I regret saying a movie villain because I came up with one. I came up with one in my head that he's not a villain at all, but he does break out of prison, and it's like one of my favorite movies.
Would you like?
Oh, Shawshank? Yeah.
Come on, like who wouldn't want to?
He cracked the code.
He did. He really did. He cracked the ultimate code.
This is actually really tough.
This one is a tough
I
one.
feel I
My
don't
bad,
know. Like,
guys.
there's a lot of DC villains that come to mind, but I feel like either A, they kill you, or B.
That's the problem with villain. Like I was,
Right.
I was thinking
You're gonna
like
get
just for a
betrayed.
split second Hannibal Lecter, just because he did get out of jail. But
He
then
would
like
eat
I,
you.
I would be eaten. Like, it would be my face that he'd use to
You'd
get
be
out of jail.
out of, you'd be out of prison and on a dinner plate in no time.
I would be
Brie
Maybe 6
Larson
feet.
from The Room or The Sun.
Ooh, that's a good
They
one.
break
I haven't
No,
seen Room.
isn't it Room?
Yes.
Yeah,
The Room
I
is-
got
I got
Room.
corrected on
It's
that
Room.
last
It's
time.
just Room.
I get
Room,
confused.
room the movie.
Room, the
colon,
movie.
The Room story.
Right. Room, the room.
Room, a room story.
Just Room, the room.
Room. The sequel.
I'm like
Room,
trying to think of villains that
room,
don't have like
room
that
two,
like,
room
evil
square.
motivation. That would be.
I'm gonna say.
2 times Room.
I'm gonna say Magneto. Like, as long as they don't have him in a crazy prison like they do in Days of Future Past, I feel like you can be like, please help me, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
fine.
I feel.
Well,
I'm
if you're
trying
in
to
a normal
think.
prison, you can just like, get the cars out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Stick
that
your-
actually,
Yeah, let's take it.
I would go with
That was an accident.
Oh,
oh what's I know it's not Hammerhead. What is his name? The guy that
Juggernaut?
I don't know.
Juggernaut. Yeah,
Don't you know
How
who
did
I
I get that
am?
from Hammerhead?
that's it.
It's called Intellect.
Well, I mean, because we were thinking about
yeah,
Magneto.
yeah.
But no, Juggernaut, dude, that's an easy one. Just stand next to the wall and be like, "Hello." Just like-
You don't have to be
Even
his
if
friend
you
to get out of there.
Yeah,
Right.
you just gotta
Literally,
go.
just stand in front of the wall, say something like mean to him, have him run through, and then just like as soon as he breaks open, just like run away.
Yeah.
This is really tough.
I was
I'm-
thinking maybe like Killmonger from like Black Panther, because if you were like, yeah, I support you, and you're like, then he'd be
I
like, yeah.
think you should be king.
And then he'd be like, yeah, that's what's up. Let's
You're
do
gonna be
this.
my
But
consultant.
also, like, if you put like in jeopardy, he
Are we saying
will
with or
not
without the
hesitate
suit?
to kill you.
But I feel like he's smart enough. If he could plan the demise of a country, he could
Yeah.
probably get out of prison.
But he took a
This is
long
actually
time to
really
do that.
tough.
Yeah.
He
Alright,
took,
guys.
yeah, but he took years to do that.
True.
Like
Very
it took him
true.
his whole life to come up with that plan to like.
You're in jail. You have time.
I don't
Good
want to be
point.
there my whole life. I'd rather get out ASAP. That's why I'm
Let's say
taking the
less
Juggernaut.
than a week too.
Okay, I'm taking the
Oh,
Juggernaut,
God.
100%. Literally,
It's making
this
it worse.
the second I get into the cell with him,
Fine.
I'm getting
I'm
out.
taking away the week.
No.
constraint.
It adds added
You know what? I'm taking in seeds with.
What does he say?
No, nothing. He
Oh,
just
no.
said bless up.
Oh.
That's
What
on
up,
John.
seeds? That's on John.
I don't know. This is. I guess I'll go Magneto. If they would. Thank you, Aaron.
Aaron, thank you.
Someone is calling me. We are not going to accept that though. That's.
Sorry,
Sorry.
man.
This
Yeah,
is
thank
bad.
you so much, Aaron.
Thank you
It
so
is-
much.
You know what? I agree, Aaron. It is tough sometimes.
Yeah, and
I
we
completely agree.
really want to help out all the people that we can
Right.
because it's just. I mean, this is truly awful. You
Right.
know, heart disease. And, it's
And
just the
actually,
worst.
we thank you, Aaron. You reached us to our $800 goal.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's very cash money of you.
That is extremely cash money
Yeah,
of you,
that's-
literally.
actually really awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, so just round it up.
So for everybody,
Well, no, he got perfectly.
for
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
tuning in, we are currently at $800 of our
For
$1,000 goal.
entertainment purposes, I think one of the possible villains I'd like to have in the same cell is the Riddler, because he
come
just
on.
always keeps things.
Okay, you would
going.
never break out though. You
I
would just
know,
listen to
I
him
would
talk.
just be like, oh my, like yeah.
I feel like
it's
he'd drive me
He's
crazy.
really smart though.
Yeah,
I feel like
he
if it came
is
down,
really
if it came
smart.
down to it, if like you got him to focus on breaking out of prison,
Why?
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
I
sorry.
feel like also just the way his mind works that he'd be asking you all these things and like there's no point to this and you're like, hey,
Please
can you
stop.
help?
Yeah. Please stop.
Please stop. If you're watching this, please stop calling.
And I feel like you're like, what's the point of all this? And like, can you please help me try to break out of prison? He'd like, that's what we've been doing this entire
Right.
time. And I feel like you should just have like an elaborate plan or something like that. I don't know. At the very least, it
Yeah.
wouldn't get boring
Right.
in jail.
Yeah.
So
But how do you know-
Would
how do
you
you know
be
he's not-
annoyed as hell with the Riddler?
Yeah.
Because that's what he is in the Arkham games. Says riddle me this one. It's like, oh, don't mind me. I'm just saying every single number in pi. Like, dude,
Right.
shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Dude.
Right. And how do you know he's not gonna kill you after you get out?
Yeah.
Like,
see, that's the thing. We chose a villain, so you have to
have somebody that you can also kind of convince not to murder you.
you kind of. Oh god. I don't
Who's
know.
a villain that doesn't kill?
Oh.
Well, we can't. Okay, because that's
Could
the
we
thing.
say Jason Todd?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Jason Todd does kill.
But like when it's necessary, and like he has like some restraint. Like if you say, "Hey, I'm a good person. Please help me," he's not just gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Well, what
maybe
are we in prison
Jason-
for?
Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
Tax.
Yeah. The tax evasion.
White collar crime.
No, the girl from Deadpool 2, the lucky girl.
Oh
Domino.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's perfect.
Jaden.
What's her name?
She's not a villain.
Domino.
though.
Domino.
She's not a villain.
Well, I just had no idea.
It's,
Well,
it's
you
good,
ruined
though.
it.
It's good.
You
I
ruined
had
it.
an idea there.
That
She
would
does
be-
murder
See,
people.
okay, this is the problem with the villain, because you either if you go for powerful, somebody who can easily break out of prison,
They're easily gonna
they're
kill you.
equally gonna murder you. It's like the power to murder scale. It's like it's It's
Right.
one line.
It's a linear scale.
Yeah, it's what's
I
it, regression?
If you
Oh,
admitted that you two hate Tony Stark, Jake Gyllenhaal would be a great
Yeah,
person. Well, they'd just be like, yeah, Tony
Or-
Stark once like stole my parking spot, and I hate his guts.
Or if
He'd
you were
be
like,
Yeah, one
fan-
time in the parking lot at Walmart, I had my blinker on, and he still took the spot.
So I've been wanting his personal device for years.
Right,
and
so
Jake
we're on
Gyllenhaal's
the same page.
Yeah, so
Or you just go up to Thanos and you're like, I too want half the people dead.
I don't care if I'm
And then
one
he's
of
like,
them.
"Why am I in prison? Let's get out." Let's run through Marvel villains because I feel like there's a bunch we haven't talked about that could work maybe.
Maybe Ivanko in like the second Iron Man movie. He doesn't speak English, but
It's because Justin Hammer gives him a bomb that he's able to break out in like a
Yeah.
body double too.
yeah.
This is really. I'm gonna say Magneto. Final
Actually, you know what?
answer.
Can I choose Justin Hammer? Because he's kind of a villain, right? We can say that.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
I might
he's sort of
say-
smart, even though
Yeah.
you know he's doing whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Or like clever people.
Yeah, we can go with
Who's-
Magneto.
I'm
I
gonna.
think
I
I
mean,
might-
you guys can pick someone
Oh,
else.
I'm
but
gonna go.
gonna
I'm sticking with Juggernaut. That's the easiest one.
I might
But
go.
see, that's the thing. Powerful in killing you. Like he would easily just wreck you.
And you
Okay, if you're in that tight of a cell, you're standing against the wall that gets you out. If you're
Okay,
standing there and he runs at you and you move and gone.
Okay.
Okay, you're gone, but he's like he's just gonna forget that like he was mad at you. Like he's gonna come after.
No,
you.
he's gonna keep running.
Yeah,
He
he's
still
still gonna
likes-
come after you. That's a good point. He's just like, "Oh, I broke the wall. You're still gonna die."
Yeah, like,
he's
he
like,
doesn't
"Oh,
care."
you're dead."
I might
Just run
also
away.
go Poison Ivy.
Yeah, that's
I
not a
feel
bad
like
one because
she
I feel like
was-
she is more hesitant to kill.
Yeah, she is more hesitant to kill, and also just I
Right.
feel like if you can control plants, that's pretty helpful.
I feel
Yeah.
like if you're a nice person,
Ain't good
she's
for the
gonna be
planet.
like,
Literally,
Hey,
Poison
man.
Ivy's like actually one of the more logical people. Like, our
Right.
planet's gonna die. How about I just walk around and then like grass will instantly just grow
Right.
wherever I step? So how about we just do that? Yeah, I feel like maybe Poison Ivy would be a bad one.
Not to flex, but I thought of that one.
not to flex or anything, but
Oh, wanna know who I'd
Who?
want? Vicini and the Princess Bride.
oh god.
Yeah, oh my god.
That's a good one. I respect that.
Man,
Not
I'm trying to
Humperdinck
think
though.
of,
Oh
like-
my god.
I was gonna say the people from that magic movie with Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, don't.
Now
tell
You
the
See
name.
Me?
Yeah, yeah.
Those
Oh
guys.
yeah.
But are those villains?
I don't know.
They're almost
Well, no.
anti-heroes. They're the person
No,
like,
because like,
They're stealing money and giving it to other people, right?
but have you
yeah,
seen
it's
this?
like Robin Hood.
Have you
Is
seen the
Robin Hood a
second
bad
one?
guy?
No. Have you seen the second one?
No. Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe's in it. He is.
And what?
The second one.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, well, in the second one, there's villains that are quote unquote magicians, but they expose how like it's not actually magic; it's just an illusion kind of thing.
Yeah, but still, they know they're smart enough to get you out. But would they get?
Yeah.
Would they get you out?
Is Kevin
Or would they
Spacey's
just-
character in Baby Driver a bad guy?
Yeah.
But he's got
Okay,
connections.
if John Hamm needed to get to his wife and you were in the cell with him, I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like that would be good.
Yeah, that would be really good. He's very.
He's like whatever it needs, like whatever it takes to get.
Just
his
don't
wife
take
out.
Jamie Foxx. He's just dumb.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he would kill you.
Jamie Foxx would just be like, okay, I don't like how you talk.
Jamie
Dad."
Foxx would be like, "I'm gonna kill you so I can get out."
What's her face in Sky High?
Royal
Ah,
Pain.
yes.
Yeah, it's Royal Pain.
Sky High. Isn't that
Me.
That,
Yes.
Yeah.
Super,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
superhero
Yeah.
kids.
is it that movie?
The superhero kids.
Sky High
Yeah.
the movie.
I haven't seen that. You just brought back so many memories. I'm
The
like,
Sky
Disney
movie.
Channel
So
or something
welcome.
like that.
Yeah.
Whole rack. Congrats,
Wait,
guys.
what?
Oh yeah, thanks Seeds.
A whole rack.
Ah,
You're clicking
wait.
the.
Wait, what?
Do we
What?
know how
I
to
got
work
it.
computers?
Holy
Oh my gosh!
What?
Holy,
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
we.
Holy!
What is? I can't read. What does it say?
In
Uh,
memory of.
That's my great grandfather. So that's probably Jonathan again.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh!
Jonathan,
wow.
we really appreciate it. I love you.
Thank you so much.
We reached it.
I know.
We're
We
at our
like
goal.
Love you,
actually
man.
reached. I didn't.
We
Got
got
just
to.
right. That's a
1
whole
million.
rack.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cease, for letting us know. Bo.
No,
we
my
just wouldn't have realized.
my great grandfather died of heart disease.
Oh,
So
I'm
that's-
so sorry. Okay, but also I've never seen The Warrior, and I don't know.
Yeah, I
What
actually
the-
don't know what
yeah,
Warrior
the-
or
It's
Chitty
a
Chitty Bang
movie
Bang
with
is.
Tom Hardy.
Oh,
Tom Hardy is like a boxer.
I do recognize the name Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh wait, that
However,
sounds familiar. Tom Hardy is a boxer.
It's a good movie.
Oh,
Came
man.
out in 2011, I think.
Oh, so that is in the decade.
Yes,
Oh, there you go.
Wow! Oh my gosh!
John
We
Wick
just
be a
raised
bad
guy?
$1,000
Yeah.
for
John
heart
Wick could not be a
disease.
bad guy. He's
I'm still thinking about
We're
this.
technically a bad guy in
like, yeah, what?
technically a bad guy in the third one only because like everybody wants to kill him because he killed inside the hotel.
No, but I mean,
Can I say Megamind from Megamind?
yes,
That's a
because
good
he
one.
is a
He
villain.
breaks out of jail so many times,
Yeah, it's really-
and he would not.
It's like
kill
a
me.
joke for him.
Yeah, he's literally like, this is fun, and I'm like,
No, that's a good idea. We should go like to kids movie villains.
thank you.
Yeah, wait,
Oh
what?
my
Because they're
God.
not gonna kill you.
Exactly.
They're kids movie
That's
villains.
what.
George Lopez from friggin' Checkpoint.
No way!
Mr. Electric.
He's just like,
I forgot about that.
Mr. Electric, not Mr.
All
Electric.
the Lego guys from Lego Batman.
Oh,
Dude,
dude, this is bringing back so much nostalgia. I'm like hurting.
I'm kind of glad that we're ending it like this. It's
Yeah,
just like,
this
oh,
is
yeah.
amazing.
Figured it out.
Yeah.
we
We
cracked
cried.
it.
We
Oh,
cried. You gotta go to kids.
Kids movies. Any
Although,
kids movie
I
villain
don't think-
ever.
Sid.
I don't think
Oh, wait,
I
no,
want a
not
Spy
Sid.
Kids villain.
It's the kid from Toy Story.
Sid.
Sid.
Yeah, it is Sid.
Yeah,
Okay,
Sid.
right, sorry.
Sid's not a villain.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
in the
he
first
is.
I wouldn't
one.
trust Sid getting me out of jail. That kid's an idiot.
Oh, just kidding. That is
He's a
Sid.
future arsonist. Look at him.
That is Sid. I was thinking about the actual like.
Andy?
Yeah, I was thinking about Andy.
No.
I was like, Andy's not a villain. No, Sid 100% a villain.
Although I would say I don't think I'd want any Spy Kids villain with me in jail.
Yeah.
It's like the first one's the president, and yeah, he'd kill me. And then the second one is like a spy, and yeah, he'd kill me. And the third one is
Which one is the one where they turn them into like clay like?
That's the
figures?
first one.
The first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Scare the hell-
Floops,
heck out of me.
Foogles.
And then
Dude,
the third
wait.
one.
Can we go with the finger guys?
Thumb.
the thumb thumbs! Dude, you know, I'm taking the thumb thumbs. 100%.
Everyone who's listening to this, it's probably super loud, but like.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm
sorry.
sorry, we're going
getting
off, but
excited.
the thumb
Yeah, we
thumbs
get
are breaking me
excited.
out of
Alright,
jail, so.
there we go. Final answer. Thumb thumbs, Magneto, and Juggernaut are
Oh, I'm
going to
doing
get us out of jail.
Megamind, full sign.
And
Are you kidding
Megamind.
me? Yeah.
I think that's going to be our show. Holy crap, we got to $1,000.
That's a big deal.
Thank you
That's-
to-
thank
Small
you
fee.
so
Literally,
much.
the
That's
biggest
crazy.
thank you to everybody
Yeah,
who
get into your
donated.
Jaden.
Yeah, get in here. Yeah.
Everybody that
If I'm in,
donated.
yeah.
We really appreciate
Chances are
everything.
you're probably in it. Hold
Yeah,
up, let me
just
check
get between
OBS.
us and
Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
You're in.
yes.
Yay! We made it. We got to $1,000.
Wow, can't wait for this to become an actual video once we end it and then
Yeah.
watch 3 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go
I'll
home and
watch
watch
it back
it.
the second I get home.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Everybody that donated, we really appreciate
Yeah,
it. This
thank
is
you
this is
so
all
much.
going to the American Heart Association.
Yeah, this is.
Thank you for
absolutely
tuning
amazing.
in. If you ever like popped a squat, thank you for
Yeah.
even if it was for 30
I won't lie. I
seconds.
watched this at work for a little bit.
Yeah, as
Hey,
you should.
It
Oh,
was
and
worth
it's
it.
boring.
Going
Yeah, we're
over
gonna have to
it.
let you go. You were not doing your
Right.
job.
It's
It was
alright.
for a good cause.
He skates in a circle for an hour. I mean,
No,
that's
I
okay.
was in the skate rental. I was just
Oh.
like, oh, what size are you? Okay, here. No, that's what I did.
Right.
That's what I did.
That's what I thought.
That's what that.
Uh,
But thank you, really.
Yes,
like on
this
a
is
genuine,
wild.
like
This is
no,
wild.
this is crazy.
And we're gonna keep this up too. This isn't gonna be like the other episodes where it's like, oh, you only have this much time to watch it. This is gonna be up there.
Yeah.
So if you missed it or whatever,
the entire like
it's a very
3
long
hours.
episode, so like this is literally
Enjoy
double
it.
the amount of time we usually spend.
We should
on
put
an episode.
timestamps on where subject matter changes.
Ooh,
probably
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
go through it. It wouldn't
If you
be-
want the main topic, just click anywhere from like 1 hour to
first
3
40
hours.
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
to the last 30
Right.
3 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
We
I can't
did
believe
it.
we
We
did
did
it.
it. Okay,
It-
but
Thank
Bravo
you.
to you.
yeah, all
Pee
of
pee
you.
poo poo $5. Thank
Jack's
you.
camera.
Thank you.
So pretty.
And we got it to 69
Yeah.
again.
Oh yeah, haha, I'm Lee. Thank you,
Lee.
Lee. $1.69.
Oh my god.
We have
Hey, it
exceeded our
matters.
goal.
We have
matters,
exceeded it. We're
yeah.
now at $1. No, we were at $1,000.
and
$6.69.
69 cents. Nice.
So do you want to real
Thank
quick
Thank
Just
you,
a reminder
everyone.
that we are
list
teenagers,
and then just
yes.
carry on
I'm not
one
even gonna
last?
do the wish list 'cause
Okay,
it's
yeah,
such a
it's
big
We'll
We've
shout
been
out
going for a
everybody that
long
donated.
we
Good
wish
idea,
to
good
watch
idea.
the movies and that's
All right,
it.
so
We
we're
wish-
gonna shout out everybody
Everybody.
that donated from beginning to end. We'll
Beginning.
start out with most recent. If we don't know your name or you didn't put your name, we're just gonna
Anonymous
whatever.
or whatever.
Pee pee poo poo. To start us off.
Thank you, pee pee poo
We're actually gonna hack your IP addresses.
Yeah.
Lee, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
That
That
was-
was
yeah, I
very
guess
nice
all
of you.
My cousin Jonathan, shout out.
Yes.
$300.
Yes, Jonathan.
$300.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Aaron. Thank
Aaron-
you again, your cousin again.
Yep.
The best.
Thank you, Paul.
Paul.
Thank you,
Oh.
Anonymous.
No, that's her dad.
Anonymous is my dad.
Thanks,
Yes, it is
thanks,
that
Jaden's
Thanks,
dad.
Mr. Jaden Dad.
Thanks, Jamie.
Yes.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Sam.
Paul again 3 times.
Paul,
Paul
you're
twice.
a legend.
Thank you, Leo.
Leo.
Thank you.
Leo! We love you, Leo.
Yo.
Atta boy.
Thank you, Blessed by
Emily.
the Bishop.
Emily,
Thank you,
Emily.
Emily. Thank you, Mrs. Austin's mom.
Yes, Mrs. Austin's
Thank you,
mom.
Uncle Greg. Thank you,
Uncle
Ozzy.
Greg.
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
Yes, Anna.
Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Owen.
Owen, high five. Good job.
I
Thank
tried.
you. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
donating.
Seeds.
Seeds.
We
love you,
Also, like
Seeds.
reminding us that we actually hit him because
Yeah,
we
we
were gonna
let
check
you know
that.
about you,
Yeah.
Seeds.
He's just like, oh yeah, congrats. We're like, oh.
What?
Thank you, Cammy. Thank you,
Thomas.
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 Emily again.
Eli, 0.23 electron volts.
Oh,
Christine,
God.
Samantha, and Ethan.
Thank you guys
Lexi.
so much.
Skylord.
Skylord.
Anonymous. Tom and Kim. Stan and Pat.
My grandparents.
Chris and the rest of my family. And Jaden.
First
Thank
one,
you all
number
so
one.
much. This is absolutely amazing. It's crazy that we all got here.
Yes.
Hashtag spread the garbage plate.
baby.
We love a good
Nerds
old-fashioned
together strong.
garbage
If
plate.
you want to say anything else to us, at EveryGeekPod on Twitter, and our Gmail is theeverythinggeekpod@gmail.com. Thank you for helping us get here.
I feel like PBS Kids and like all thanks to you for viewers like
Right.
you.
The more you
Viewers
know.
like you.
Thank you.
But it really was viewers like you.
It
so
really
thank
was.
you.
For
Tune
real.
in to the next episode of.
Yeah, we're
the
probably going
Everything
to do
Podcast.
something about Damien Chazelle because he's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he is pretty
And
awesome.
it'll probably
so.
be a normal podcast.
Yeah,
'cause
normal podcast.
Whenever
Just the
we
voices.
record, we have
Yeah.
like, we just have no restraints. We're just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we can do a
We
3-hour
can
long.
swear.
If you ever want to see our pretty faces again, this video will be up there.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Absolutely. gorgeous.
This is amazing. I mean,
this is
like,
why
you guys don't know how this
Yeah,
feels
it's
to just be like,
crazy.
wow, we did this.
Yeah.
3 hours. Of
Straight-
just straight up
Take
listening to
that,
us babble.
iCarly.
Austin's like, we did it, but it took 3 hours.
3 hours.
It's like
of,
I didn't want to be here.
Right. No, shout out to you for listening to us talk for 3 hours. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
I would not do
Shout out
that.
to me for being here all 3 hours.
That is
You
Shout out
tough.
to me
Step
for
in and
showing
out.
up for the last like 25
Let's
minutes.
Let's go, Owen.
Thank
Alright.
you guys so much. And we're
Yes.
gonna end it here. What a perfect day.
What a day, guys.
What a ride.
Ah.